What began as a simple caveman battle simulator devolved into me creating military-level war formations of pirates, samurai, dinosaurs, pumpkin catapults, mammoths, and sentient cacti to take out Satan, his military-grade battle tank, and this guy with a really long spear. The possibilities are endless, and so is my suffering, as I would need to get through all 282 levels without losing a single time. What? Oh my god, this took me 150 hours! But for now, all we need to worry about are these 6 clubbers. 6 blue cavemen who we need to brutally maim limb from limb before that blasted asteroid ever had the chance. Each level gives you a fixed amount of money that you're allowed to spend, which you use to purchase various units. For now, we've only got access to the 7 tribal units, and with just 600 coins, our options are even more limited. I decide to go with 4 of my own clubbers and then 3 protectors, hoping that their giant stone shields will be enough to shield my men from the disgusting blue clubbers standing on the other side of that line. I'm willing to send countless red men to their death in this war, if it means we can wipe out those barbaric blue people and take their oil. Win this fight or something like that. Fight! We got the protectors. Oh, they don't stand a chance. It's so over for them. Oh, it's so over for you clubbers. Oh, wait, hold on. No, we're getting cooked. Oh no, we cooking. I don't know. It's kind of like they're bashing the shields in. I don't know if we're gonna win this. We had the numbers. Oh my god, it's like down to, oh my god, we barely won that. And we had so much of a level advantage. What the heck? My clubbers suck. Yes, despite the game giving us enough money to buy an entire extra unit, my poor red army just barely pulled out a victory on the first level. Oh boy. In the next level, you'll notice that the blue army has way more units than we could ever possibly afford. And that's because in order to balance things, the blue side is given significantly more capital than we are. So just like I learned from our good friend Luigi, our goal is to take out the rich as quickly as we can. And thankfully, I've got an ace up my sleeve. Well, I feel like I'm gonna set up a bunch of protectors. How's a spear throw gonna beat a shield? Oh, like that. Oh, Kenny! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh, this is not really looking good, y'all. Oh wait, no, okay. Alpha Squad seems to be struggling, but Beta Squad seems to be doing well, bashing their shields in. Oh no, we destroyed them. It wasn't even close. What a cakewalk. What a joke. Okay, now what the hell? They got stoners. They got stoners. Oh no! They've got bongs that haven't been cleaned since the 80s. Holy crap. Who the hell is this? It's like a shaman. For this battle, I decided to go with an iron shield style formation. Protectors in the front will block the initial rush, then a swarm of clubbers right behind them to clear out the bulk of the enemies. Finally, in the back, I've placed 3 of the glass cannon spear throwers. While the evil blue ne'er-do-wells bash their heads in, trying to push through the clubbers, it'll create the perfect opportunity for the spear throwers to endlessly strike them down with their projectiles. It's a foolproof plan. Oh my god! What the heck? He just summoned like a... Yes, clearly I was not prepared for the raw strength that the 2 bone mages brought to the opponent's side. And with my main line of defense taken out, my spear throwers just sit there because, you know, they kind of already threw their spears, so now they're just guys. This leads to my first ever defeat. But like a washed up Minecraft YouTuber, desperate to break into the AI slop industry, I refuse to give up. Alright, I know what to do now. How are they gonna beat 1,000 clubbers? Numbers win. Numbers win out. You can't beat Red Squad, brother. Look how many clubbers we got. Oh my god, those boulders are insane! Get the boulder people! Why are you focusing on the clubbers? They're just sitting on the sidelines throwing boulders at us. What are we doing, guys? Do they go for, like, I can't even use stoners myself. Let's just go all protectors. Can't beat a shield. And 1 spear thrower in there. Yeah, 1 spear thrower. We got this now. Come on. Why? No, go for the stone throwers. Oh my god, they like bowling ball and kill us all. Wow, how is that even fair? This is so messed up. Look, and they're throwing freaking shockwaves. They have freaking the power of black magic over there, and I'm sitting here with freaking tree bark. And so I try a bunch of spear throwers. We got destroyed! Then I try spear throws with a bunch of clubbers in the front. Oh my god! We didn't even stand a chance. Then I try sending my units very far back, that way they have more time. This is impossible. After failure upon failure upon failure, I realized it wasn't just about the units you bring, but also how you use them. See, we had been losing time and time again because the stoners are able to maul like half of our army using just a single rock. So instead, I spread my troops way far apart on my side of the battlefield. That way, if the stoner throws a rock, it's only hitting a single clubber. This is way more successful, as the stoners are now completely defenseless, and the rest of my clubber crew can come in and... Hold on. Oh my god, it's just these 2. Come on, did we win? Yes! Oh my god, he barely hung on. In my, from my angle, it looks like we kind of lost, but, I mean, he really looks like he has the high ground, in my opinion. But, you know what? We'll take it. Let's take it. And with our victory there, it was time to go on to
the next level.
What the hell? This is like freaking American Revolution setup. Oh, we get stoners, dude. Dude, I'm going all stoner build. Oh my god, the stone squad. It's like me in college all over again. Oh, it's over for you guys. It don't matter how many freaking clubbers you bring. We have stones. Look at this. It's like freaking bowling pins. But they're getting distracted by our one freaking protector. And then look, they're all grouped up for the stones. Oh, that didn't go as well as I thought. Run! Run, stone throwers! Don't just stand there! No! What are you doing, stoners? Oh, no. Oh, no. We got mogged. You know what? This was our problem. We weren't using the bone mages. I think that was really our problem. Oh, my God. The bone mage is broken. The bone mage is busted. Oh, no. We're screwed. Come on, bone mage. Come on. This is your moment. Oh, my God. It's like freaking the guy in the air temple. Yes! One guy took them all out. Holy crap. The bone mages are broken. Okay. That's what I needed to know.
Now, this is the first level where we would actually be going up against a different crew altogether. While we were still stuck with our Stone Age units, the Blue Army has discovered Mesopotamia or something like that. I forget how it all happened, but the point is they had advanced to the Farmer's Age. So the rival Blue Army may be richer than us, they may be more advanced than us, they may even be smarter than us, but us red folk have something they could never even dream to replicate, and that's hard. Bone mages, show them why we're proud to be the red team, and I've lost immediately, okay.
All right, what's a chieftain do? Oh my god, they're busted. Oh my god, the chieftains are so good! Holy crap. Okay, we lost, but we learned a valuable lesson. That we just get it. 2 chieftains, a bone mage, and a clubber as a distraction. You know what? Actually, let's get a protector out there. This is an easy win. Easy win. The chieftains are unstoppable. Yeah, get him. Okay, I think the bone mage is kind of targeted our own guy. Okay, that's fine. The chieftains are going crazy. That's okay. You just have to procrastinate long enough for the bone mage to his mana to recharge. That's okay. Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's perfect synergy right there. It's easy. The bone mage. We got boners on our side. What are these things?
Yeah, I guess they kind of ran out of people who would fit in the like farmer era theme here. So this guy is just a naked man in a hay bale with a spear, which is weird that they're calling this an ancient outfit when this is still what the average person wears in Pennsylvania. But for this level, we had been given exactly enough money to finally use the most powerful unit in the tribal set, the Mammoth.
I don't know if this is going to be any good, but I mean, it's pretty cool. Oh my god, how do you counter that? How do you beat that? How could you beat a mammoth? Oh my god, we went prehistoric on him. Holy crap. Come on, you just need to kill 2 more guys. Come on, Mammoth. Mr. Mammories, you got this, you got this. Oh yeah, it's over, it's over. You can't beat Mammoth. No, he survived. Oh, did we win? I mean, from my perspective, once again, looks like our mammoth is green, moldy, and dying, but you know what? Whatever you say, game.
Yes, they may have had more money, better technology, and better battle strategy, but I mean, we have a mammoth, and you know, that's actually pretty hard to beat. Something I quickly begin to realize here in Tabs is that the scaling of the units is not even close to balance. Like, you might expect the mammoth, which costs 2,200 gold, to be approximately just as strong as that gold equivalent of clubbers. But maybe they've just got different purposes for different levels. No, that is not the case. Big animal, very good. Big elephant, win many fight. Like here, the blue team has been strapped with one of the stronger close combat units, the Harvester, with their deadly scythes, as well as the potion sellers, who can chuck potions at you from far away, slowing and incapacitating your units. And while it would probably be best to create an optimal formation that would allow us to quickly take out the scythe users from afar, then maul the potion sellers while they reload, I could just slap down my giant prehistoric elephant and take them all out without even thinking about it. But as sad as it is, for now, we'll have to say goodbye to our Professor Tusk, as we've now advanced to the Farmer's Age, unlocking all of those units for ourselves. And while you would think this would finally put us on the same playing field as the blue team, those despicable blue freaks have somehow gotten the jump on us again and have now advanced to the medieval age. While we've now got access to all the typical farmer roles you'd expect, like harvesters, wheelbarrow drivers, there is one quite strange one that catches my eye.
What could a scarecrow possibly do? What is the scarecrow? Oh my god! What the... Oh my god, he's sending black magic on them. Holy crap. Get distracted by the halflings. Oh, come on, Scarecrow. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. No, 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 no. You need the crows. Okay, actually, the Scarecrow kind of sucks. All right, the Scarecrow is kind of terrible, actually. The potion sellers seem busted, man. You gotta have 2 potion sellers in the back. Then just get a farmers. Dude, farmer. They got one of the best unions, from what I understand, so. All right. Unionize them! Dude, how do you not have a potion seller? Potion seller's broken. Potion seller mammoth, I genuinely believe I could take on any obstacle in this game. Look at this! They're all poisoned! My farmers are just unionizing their freaking butts. Oh my god, it's over for you! Holy crap, farmers meat, more like farmers kill, you know what I'm saying? These farmers are doing a little bit more than meeting. Holy crap, I got like 2 farmers left, but the potion sellers are cleaning house. Oh, okay, never mind, I'm gonna lose. Hold on, this is not looking good. I got 1 halfling who held on over there. Oh my god, he fell off the cliff. Oh my god, he's holding on! He's the halfling halfling who could. Oh no, he fell to his death. Oh god, I think it might be over. Oh no. They only got like 2 guys who are like all falling off the cliff. I have 1 potion seller left. Oh no. The potion seller hit our own guy. What the hell is wrong with it? Where are you going?
But before we could win the match, one of our potion sellers accidentally hits another with a potion. He immediately heads to the cliff. After just 1 single sip of his own potion, he realized the true torture he had been committing this whole time.
Warping the minds of the blue team masses, all in service of this pointless war that he doesn't even understand.
Each time rewarded for committing these atrocities. So it was time to end it all. To face the only person who would truly judge him for his sins. God himself. But right as the potion seller braces himself to meet his maker, reality pauses. The red team had achieved victory, which meant that it was on to the next fight, and the next one, and the next one. For warriors, there is no relief, because war never changes. It only changes you. For our next level, the blue team had been equipped with both bards and archers, and I decided to go for potion sellers in the back for support, with the bulk of my units being farmers, and then some of the ever-useless halflings in the front to act as human meat shields. Even with them, they quickly annihilate our numbers, and things are looking pretty bad. But since now the archers got to reload, we can quickly wipe them all out. Though what's strange is that despite looking like we had taken out all the blue units, the battle just won't end.
What are we even still fighting for, y'all? Oh, this guy's still alive. This stupid bard. Oh my god. The potion seller went up and got in his face. They have a trebuchet? That doesn't seem very fair. I don't think all the potion sellers and all the king's men will be able to take that out. All right. We need strength in numbers, y'all. We need a solid defense. Of course, we got to get 2 potion sellers in the back because we don't want this trebuchet just like taking us all out. And put a wheelbarrow back there. Don't know what it does, but it seems important. Oh my god. All right. Oh my god, the wheelbarrow is crazy. Holy crap. How do you beat that? He just killed every single... How do you beat that? He's running them all over with a car. Holy crap. He took out a whole trebuchet by himself. Oh my god. Holy crap. Dude, I'm just going 1 wheelbarrow. Why do I have so much money? That doesn't make me feel good. I have like too much money. Oh shoot, they got wizards. Oh, and they got the king. That's fine, bro. I got a wheelbarrow. Bunch of farmers back here. You know what? Let's get 2 wheelbarrows. 2 potion sellers. This is a guaranteed victory. What the heck? The wizards are buffing them? Dude, don't matter how much you buff. I got a wheelbarrow. They're like these ancient wizards. We've mastered the ancient technologies of dark magic. And I got a guy with a wheelbarrow who's mastered simple machines just destroying them. Okay, dude, and the potion sellers are destroying. All right, it's just the potion sellers versus the king. Tale as old as time. Oh, is he resistant to poison? That seems to be the case. Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh no, we got him. We got him. Throw your potion. Throw your potion. Oh, he's missing. He's missing. Oh, no, you poisoned yourself.
Yes, as I would soon learn, the king is easily one of the top 5 best units in this game. I know he doesn't look all that flashy, but his gigantic sword combined with this absolutely massive health pool means that he is tough to take down. And for this level specifically, the wizards behind him just sit there healing him the entire time. I figure I should use the wheelbarrows to take out the wizards once again. That way the rest of my units can focus on the king, but that has varied results.
I only have 1 wheelbarrow left, but please, no, stop going for the knights. Go for the wizards, for God's sakes. And you ran over all our farmers. Holy crap. Please, 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 yes, go for the wizard's wheelbarrow. Please, yes, thank you. Holy crap. Okay, yes. Hit the last wizard. Oh, dude, okay, yes. That seems good, There's another wizard who was hiding in the back. We still have 1 potion seller left. Okay, we got all the wizards. Now we just have a bunch of farmers unionizing on the king. The potion seller killed all of our farmers. All right, that seems quite bad. Oh, did we get the king? No, it's over. It's cooked. It's cooked.
I decide to axe the potion seller as he really seems to be doing more harm than good in the fact that he sabotages half our units, which means I can replace him with a 4th wheelbarrow.
The problem is that all the wheelbarrow... Oh, never mind. There was no problem at all, and they're actually amazing. Never mind. You know, I take back everything I said. I thought it was going to be stupid to throw in this many wheelbarrows, but actually it was exactly what we needed. Oh my god, the halflings! They're throwing themselves at the... Okay, come on. Just get the king. Get the king, guys. The halflings are forming like a freaking Mega Phalanx style demon. Okay, we just need to have... Oh my god, the wheelbarrow's getting evolved! He doesn't have his wheelbarrow anymore, but he's throwing hands! Oh, no, guys. The king does us in every time.
Yeah, it turns out despite how awesome it was, that adding a 4th wheelbarrow was absolutely a mistake. Instead, I sub in a scarecrow. Combined with the wheelbarrows, this takes out nearly every unit but the king, and while the onslaught of halflings have no shot of killing him, they are able to stall him off for long enough so that the scarecrows can reload, finally ending the king's reign. And our reward for taking out that final boss in the encounter is that now I get to be the the master of the medieval era. Though I still can't seem to catch up to those dastardly blue army men, as they've now progressed to ancient Rome. But thankfully, I've got a foolproof strategy on my side.
Bro, I'm just going 2 catapults. Are you joking? And then a bar and 1 squire. We got catapults in this, bro. Yeah, how are you gonna beat that?
Yes, through the pure power of catapults, we're easily able to claim our victory. And immediately do that again for the next level. It's seeming like the raw power of catapults will have us crush every single level. Our golden god barreling rocks through every enemy before us. But every reaction must have an equal and opposite reaction, which means for every angel that serves to guide us, waiting in the shadows is the devil, preying on our downfall.
Oh my god, they have a ballista?
But surely our catapults will still reign supreme, right? They've gotten us this far, they can't just be outpaced by this stupid bolt thrower. The catapult has the raw power to send a 90-kilogram object 300 meters. This stupid ballista is just a rubber band with an arrow on the end. Surely our catapults will still claim. Nah, we definitely got it.
What? In 1 hit? Holy crap, the ballistas are broken.
But thankfully, the catapult isn't the only busted unit on our side, as with just a little support from our friend the king, and some bards that can distract the ballista shots, we're easily able to take this one.
Who is this? They got furries on their team? Oh no, it's a minotaur. Oh no, that seems bad. Well, how does minotaur do against catapults? Oh, what the hell? Oh, the minotaurs are busted. No, but hold on. I think we got this. We just need this catapult to hit the minotaurs. Please, don't miss. You barely grazed his right cheek! What was that? What are you doing, catapulters? Holy crap, put on aim assist, brother. The minotaurs have a lot of health, I'm realizing.
Yeah, while the catapult is extremely strong, it's also insanely weak. I mean, it dies in a single hit to pretty much every single unit, which is not very good when the opposing minotaur can ram halfway across the map in a single attack. Instead, I go the stamina route and throw down an equal number of kings.
Who wins in a battle of king versus minotaur? Seems pretty close. I can't really tell if we're winning or losing. I think we're winning. Okay, I think the king's got this. Come on, clutch up. Yes. Okay, what's going on over there? Why is the bard baiting him? All right, good for you, bard. What is he doing? Oh my god, is the king just gonna axe him? Oh, there's no way spear beats king. There's no way. Did we win? Oh.
Now, we've advanced on to playing as the Roman faction ourselves, which includes a unit that we've yet to see.
What, Zeus? Give me Zeus and a ballista.
Zeus is another one of the game's most powerful units, as he throws a bunch of lightning bolts that not only do massive damage, but also use the opponent's bodies as current, jumping from enemy to enemy. This makes him fantastic for killing large groups of enemies, as even if they aren't grouped up tight enough for something like the catapult to be able to kill them, his bolts can just jump through their walking corpses and clean out the whole crew. And despite their advancement to the Viking era now, the blue team is no match for this Greek god's unwieldy wrath. But Zeus does have one pretty major flaw, and no, I'm not talking about the fact that he's addicted to impregnating his cousins. That part's actually awesome. You see, while lower level enemies go down without issue, when put up against something with a bit more health, Zeus's lightning doesn't stand a chance. And this becomes particularly relevant in the next level as we go up against another one of the top 5 units in the game, the Jarl.
Who is that? Zeus, you're not gonna die to a... What the hell is that? What? He's wearing a bear head? How is he killing a god? He's just a guy with a bear head and an axe. How is he gonna kill 2 gods? Zeus, run, fly, do something. Okay, thank God.
While we were barely able to squirt out a victory there, the very next level greets us with 3 Jarls this time. And this is definitely the hardest level in the tutorial pack. To see why, let's watch this run where I've got a Zeus, 4 ballistas, and a ton of shield bearers. Zeus's lightning bolt instantly travels around, basically killing the entire circle of all other units, other than the Jarls, of course. And the shield bearers trap the Jarls in place, giving the ballistas time to shoot at them. Only they don't get that opportunity, as the Jarls instantly summon ice rocks from the ground, flip my ballistas over, and kill Zeus. Okay, why don't we try a bunch of Minotaurs? Nope, dead. Why don't we try a Minotaur, a Zeus, and just a buttload of shield bearers? Nope, dead again. Okay, what if we tried 2 Zeus and a bunch of these guys with spears? Nope, we still haven't gotten through a single one of these Jarls. Not one. Okay, what if I try a bunch of Minotaurs and some shield bearers and even more spear guys?
And then just a wall of shield bearers out front. Okay, this feels good, because I feel like the Minotaurs are going to take out all the little guys, and then by the time our real crew arrives... Okay, the Minotaurs didn't really seem to do much of anything, actually, besides just fly in the air a bunch. But the brick wall of red team is arriving! Yes! Yes, this is our victory! Victory is assured. Okay, nope, they all got owned by a single guy with a bear head on. Alright. Jesus Christ, these guys with the axes are unstoppable, man!
The problem with these stupid axe freaks is they're able to counter both types of units. If you're a melee unit, there's absolutely no way you can match his power and health stat. But if you're a ranged unit, you can't even shoot at him, him, since he summons those stupid frozen rocks to protect him from your shots. Which means you can't even do like a strength in numbers thing, as he can just segment some of your attackers outside of his arena.
We killed one axe dude. No, he got back up. He has 1,000 lightning bolts in him, and he got back up somehow. Oh, that's awesome, isn't it?
But eventually, I discovered the key to taking these guys out. It's best to layer your units with a pretty sizable distance between each. This allows the Zeus and Jarl to fight one-on-one, all the while the ballistas I put way in the back can safely fire shots every time the walls have to come down. And with that, we're finally able to juice out a victory from the evil Jarl squad.
What the hell is this? They got freaking rowboats? Oh, these are Vikings, I'm just realizing. I probably should have figured that out earlier.
But despite their rowboats, this level is no match for the power of two Zeuses. ZEUS? This level is no match for the power of two ZEUS, giving us not only victory on this level, but also the entire tutorial campaign. This not only gives me the achievement for that, but also for beating a campaign without possessing a single unit, which is definitely something that I did on purpose, and not an essential part of gameplay that I will completely miss out on until way too far into this playthrough. But with our first campaign completed, it was time to move on to our second.
All right, next campaign, The Adventure. Oh my god, guys, there are so many levels. Oh my god, holy crap.
Yes, it was here that I realized the full scope of what I was going up against, as there was a full 282 levels for me to complete, and I was struggling with some of the tutorial fights. You know, that runtime is starting to make a lot more sense now. So let's jump into the adventure campaign. Now, while some of these levels are like the ones we just did, where you only get to choose from a select pack of units, the adventure pack actually lets you pick from any of the units we have at our disposal. If you want to throw down a catapult with wheelbarrow support and a sea of clubbers in front, guess what? You can do that now. Of course, why would I get creative and combine the power of my limitless options when I could just smack down a mammoth and pray? And while the raw power of Mammories is truly a sight to bear witness to, she doesn't always make the most tactical decision, as she just barrels down our own chieftain. But you know, we won, so that's just the cost of war, I guess. The next level, I decided to look at my other options for a bit to try and create a more tactical approach. I'm just kidding. I throw down another mammoth.
Why would I use anything other than the mammoth? What are these guys gonna do? They have no projectiles. That was insane. Oh my god. I feel terrible. I just went primal on them. Okay, they have a lot of guys, but have they considered that we have a mammoth? Okay, now the biggest question is if Miss Mammoth can actually get across the bridge. Oh, okay, she can. Oh my god. Oh, look, they just put themselves like right in line for me to tackle them down one by one. Oh no, wait. Hold on. No, wait. She's gonna get stuck in the hole. Oh no, it's over. It's all over. Oh, wait, no, he's gonna hit the king. No, wait. Oh. Never mind. We got Miss Mammoth on our side. We're fine. Now, the next level is actually pretty unique, as we're only given 100 gold. But our opponent is this team of 2 halflings. The game is obviously wanting us to use our own 2 halflings for the ultimate 2 half-man showdown. 1 full man, if you will. But of course, if I was any good at following instructions, I'd still be allowed to play with Lego sets. Aw, damn it. It was supposed to be Mount Rushmore.
So instead, I search through all the tabs and decide on sending out a skeleton warrior, who instantly falls off the bounce beam and dies. So I try it out again, but with him starting out on the ground this time.
Skeleton warrior. Come on! You weren't revived for the dead for nothing! Come on, show him what you're worth! Oh my god. Not only does he hurt them, I think he's possessing them or something? Whatever he's doing, it seems good. Come on, come on, come on! Kill! What are you doing? God, you're just like flailing around, you stupid skeleton. Oh my god, he's bashing them with their shield! Skeleton warrior doesn't really seem good at getting kills, I'm realizing. I mean, he did take on 2 halflings. Gotta give him some credit for that. Easy! Yo, why are he throwing it back like that? Holy crap, they got a whole army of halflings. I got a whole army of mammoths. Well, really just one, but that's all you really need.
And as much as I'd love to tell you that the small army persevered for all you short kings out there, they didn't even stand a chance. So I guess about time you small fries book your flights to Turkey. For whatever reason, this next level is called Oh No Run Away and just features a ton of little bards shoved onto the side of this cliff. With just 300 gold, I decide to fire up the skeleton warrior army. I slowly approach them, fearful that my troops might be done in by just the sheer number of bards they have, and...
Oh, they're all killing themselves. Oh. All right, the skeleton warrior struck the fear of God into them. Okay, the skeleton warriors might kill each other. Guys, please, guys. Was he giving him that good? He's going bubba on them. Guys, please. Oh my God, they're just making out in the corner. Guys, please. I don't have HBO, so this is how I'll be watching heated rivalry. Stop, they're just bro hugging. Dude, we did so well. Let's freaking celebrate. Meanwhile, they don't realize there's one more guy to still kill. Please. For the love of God. They might just kill each other. They genuinely might. Holy crap. Okay. Yes, fine, die. That's okay. I'm okay with him dying, so that way this one can do his job. Are you guys gonna really be... You killed like 5,000 bards. You're gonna be done in by a ledge? Stop. Just turn around. What are you do it. Please, for the love of God. Oh my God. No, don't fall off the cliff. Please. Stop humping the cliff. Please. This can't be how we go down. Is there like a timeout feature? I mean, he seems like he's stuck. He doesn't seem like he's going to be moving anytime soon. All right. Let's end the battle.
After that absolute disaster, I decided to send in someone with ranged attacks this time. That way, even when they inevitably get stuck, they can still fire at these stupid banjo-playing freaks.
Okay, come on, Ice Archer. I believe in you. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. What were you aiming at? What was your goal? Oh my God, I should have never trusted an Ice Archer, bro. Okay, come on, come on. What kind of aim is this? You're not even like close. I don't think you've killed a single person. I think they've all killed themselves. What, dude? Yeah, it's literally right in front of you. Just go right down in front. Okay, nope. Just go ahead and just get off the cliff, and then you'll be able to get a better shot. Okay, we gotta end the battle again.
I decided to run back again, and this time only using 3 halflings. Things seem to be going pretty well at first, as we clear pretty much all of the bards until...
Okay, no. What tactical advantage would that have served, guys? In what world would that be the way to victory?
You know what? Whatever. Who cares? Just send in freaking farmers for all I care.
We got this, farmers. Please, please, just scare them. Be scared. Yes, be scared of the farmers.
Just remember how they voted in the 2024 election, guys. Just keep that in mind, guys.
Okay. Okay, I think we got this. Nobody's gonna get stuck on the cliff. One farmer's pitchfork seems kind of stuck. Okay. Holy crap. Why was that so hard? I should have trusted in farmers. How much money I got? Bye-bye.
I've made a severe and continuous
triple. That's another 4 levels in this pack knocked out. Next up was another one of those final destination levels, this time calling on you to use a clubber.
You know what? They tell me to go clubber, but I trust in my freaking halfling. I don't need no clubber. Go. Come on, halfling. Show him what you're about. Come on. You don't need no club. All right, you fell to your death maybe? Nope. Freaking easy! Yes, halflings stay on top. Let's freaking go. 1,500. That's not enough for a mammoth. Okay, I actually have to turn my brain on.
I instead decide to send in a single king to take out these many units. And do I really expect my single king to take out like 30 clubbers? Well, no, but at the very least I can use it for a clickbait YouTube thumbnail.
That's a lot of people. Come on. You got this. Please. Come on. Yes. There's like 3 people left. Oh no, is he gonna fall off the cliff? Please. Oh, easy.
Next up is another Final Destination face-off stage. This one's for farmers, so I of course send in a protector instead.
Farmer can't beat a shield, let me tell you what. Maybe he can actually. Oh, no! Yes! Oh my God, the shieldman got up! Yes! Protect our honor! Team Red for life! Yes! You're boned! Oh, take that, farmer! Oh my God! Holy crap, that's what you get.
The following level is one with a whole swarm of Roman soldiers crammed into this little alleyway here. So to properly access it, you need to use a series of really thin and nimble units.
Just kidding, it's the mammoth again. Mammoth summer, baby.
After that, we've got another Final Destination stage. Can you guys give me a break with these? Dev laziness aside, this one is on the Sarissa user, which is basically a really long spear. You know what's better than a spear?
A spear thrower.
Good luck with your stupid spear that's got to stay in your hands. Mine is airborne. The level after that features just an endless amount of little minions, which makes the mammoth the obvious choice to ram them all down. But in the back is a king, which can easily take down our now weakened beast. But luckily for me, hiding in the back of my army was a king of my own. Now it's down to Blue King versus Red King. 2 rich and powerful people stepping over the corpses of all their fallen men just to settle some petty squabble between them. In the end, it doesn't really matter who loses, because we, the people, are the real losers here. Except it's actually me who's the loser, because my king trips over a cold corpse and then gets stabbed in the heart. This goes a lot better, though, once I swap out the mammoth for a ZEUS, whose lightning bolt not only shreds through the wave of weak troopers, but also weaken the Blue King before Red King even gets to him. The next level is a pretty cute concept, as their only attacker is a single knight, but they've given them an army of healers to support it. And while that's cute in theory, it takes ZEUS all of 5 seconds to just shred through every single healer and then take out their 4 HP knight. And while this strategy was very unsuccessful for the blue team in this fight, I use it to my advantage in the very next fight, where I just send in 2 kings and a bunch of healers to take on 3 harvesters, 2 jarls, and a king. I was kind of skeptical on how well this was going to work, but to my surprise, it ended up working out really well, and I ended up finishing the level with both of my kings still alive. After this, we get another Final Destination fight, and this one's against the squire. While I could easily grab something like a skeleton warrior again, I decide to place my trust inside of the halfling too.
They have a sword, but we have a punch. Yes, he's holding him down, so this guy... Oh, no. Oh no. Yeah, okay. We didn't stand a chance there, guys. The halflings were not the play.
Yeah, I bet you thought that was going to be another huge reversal or something, right? Nope, halflings suck and the other battle was a complete fluke. No, the winner of this particular fight comes in the form of the lowest tier unit in the Viking pack, the Headbutter, who just kind of smashes their face into the squire and that somehow beats the literal gigantic sword. Now the next fight is another Legion of Bards, and it's here after sending in a wheelbarrow user that I finally understand what it is that these guys do. You see, their music is meant to lure in enemies, grabbing their attention, which then lets other units kill them off, or in this case, try and lure you off a cliff. This is why both my attempts with human units fail, as although they can't hurt you, they can easily convince you to do it yourself. But I've got a trick up my sleeve, and you see it's a catapult. Can't trick a wooden catapult.
Sneaky tribe. I don't even know what I'm going up against. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how sneaky they are when I got a mammoth. Where are they all? Where is everybody? Oh, they're coming out of here! Oh, this was not the best, oh, you know what? Nope, never mind. This was great for tusks. I was completely wrong. They're all in there. Are we winning? I can't really see. Did we win? Is this tribe big? I think we got this, maybe.
Oh my god, this is sick. The light beckons them to the back as the king takes out the last remaining survivors of civilization. Then we've got another final destination level. Would you give it a rest with these? This one's against a Roman soldier, which gives us enough for 2 headbutters. He never even stood a chance. Next up is this level where for the first time, they've actually placed some blue troops on our side of the battlefield, with there being huge groups of squire knights hiding in these trees. And as much as I'd love to tell you that their ambush strategy was an insurmountable obstacle I had to work day and night to overcome, I just throw down 2 ZEUS and call it a day. Yeah, that's something you'll start to notice about a lot of these levels. While a lot of them are really hard and require tens of attempts, many are complete walks in the park, and I blaze through them on my first attempt. As I'm sure you've gathered already, the Mammoth, ZEUS, King, and Jarl are far and away the best units we have access to at this point, and I end up beating a lot of these easier levels by just plopping down some combination of those. As such, I'm gonna skip these easier levels that I beat no problem, and only really focus on the ones that require multiple attempts or unique strategies. Like the 25th level in this pack, where I finally see my own strategies used against me.
Oh no, it's over. It's over. You know what? The only thing way you can fight fire is what? It gave you just not enough to summon a 4th mammoth. Oh crap. What can take on a mammoth? Nothing, to my knowledge. Maybe we just do the army of catapults. That's what owned my mammoths, remember? Let's put a pumpkin catapult. Is that the same thing as a regular catapult? But it's spooky. All right, I think this is doing well. I can't really tell. If okay, that doesn't seem to be going well. Okay, yeah, how could you ever beat this? They have the best unit in the game, and they have 4 of them. Actually, wait, hold on. I think we're kind of owning them. You know, we haven't even gone through 1. This one's helping us out a lot by blocking them all off. He switched sides, it seemed like. Okay, I think we're gonna lose. Why are these guys, the skeleton archers, again, got my catapult stuck? Are you joking? I'm never using, skeletons again. Skeletons are awful. Let's get out of here. Okay, the catapult method didn't really seem to work. What's a reaper? That seems really good. And then a sword caster? I don't know what a reaper is, but I don't feel like it's easy to counter. Is this good? I think we're kind of getting owned. No, we got past this one. Okay, we killed 1. Okay, we killed 2. Hold on, Reaper's goated. I should have put respect on Reaper's name. Holy crap. Oh my god, the Reapers are unstoppable. Oh my god, that was grim, you know what I'm saying?
The next level features a bunch of catapults hidden away on buildings, whose difficult to reach positioning actually has me struggle to kill it until I discover a hidden unit in Viking tab, the Valkyrie, who for just 500 gold gives you what is essentially a flying minotaur. They don't do a ton of damage, but they are excellent for hitting all those hard to reach obscured units. Then we've got Final Destination Berserker, and this finally puts an end to my flawless headbutter streak, as the Berserkers are able to take out both my head-smacking Vikings without breaking a sweat, as his gigantic leaps are just too fast to keep up with. So once again, I go through all the new tabs, desperately searching for a new unit that could somehow give me the win.
A monk? Is that good? Is he gonna own? Oh my god, the monk's kind of sick. Oh, he broke his back? Oh no. Okay, oh my god! This is freaking epic. He's owning him with like a broomstick. This dude's got like 2 axes, holy crap. Owned. They have a chieftain. But what could a chieftain do against 4 squires? Squires, go! My lead! Oh my god, he completely owned them. Holy crap, he was their father. That was embarrassing for me. Oh, what about freaking potion seller halfling? Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, halfling and the potion. Hit a potion? Oh, we hit our own halfling? Okay, maybe this will still turn out okay. Why do my guys always die when they jump off the cliff, but they always seem fine? I feel like we win these. If you were asking for my professional opinion, we would win these. Okay, so my opinion means nothing. 4 shield bearers. Pretty hard to beat that. Okay, no, it's actually pretty easy. 2 berserkers? Oh, I can't afford 2, but 1 berserker and a headbutter and a clubber? Oh no, a halfling? Sure. Oh my god. This has to be a victory for Team Blue, right? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, he got back up! Oh, dude! He hit him with the back swipe! Dude!
Oh my god, that was so goated.
The 36th level is called Tree Mammoths and features, well, mammoths and trees. And while we can't afford quite as many mammoths as they have, I'm confident that our ever-persistent Jarl will be able to make up the difference. Our mammoths go blow for blow, and each is able to take out 1 other mammoth, which leaves 3 for Jarl to take out completely by himself. And while that sounds completely impossible, you forget that Jarl is actually him, and single-handedly flies 2 mammoths into the air, breaking their spines in half on his ever-freezing rock arena. Hold on, Jarl might be the GOAT! Oh, I don't see him getting up from that. No, he's fine. Yes, he's the GOAT. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know about that. No, he got back up. Holy crap. And he killed the Tusk. Oh my god, Jarl might be the GOAT. Holy crap. This is the most insane. And this guy's just stuck. Will Jarl be able to get to him? Come on. Okay, one of you just has to get to the other. And I do believe Jarl can take on Tusk. Okay, he's getting unstuck. Get out of there. Jarl, get out of there. Jarl. You need to be prepared. No. No. Oh. This is the perfect time to strike! Carl! What are you doing, Carl? All you have to do is get out of the tree. Carl. Come on, Carl. No skill difference! Come on! Easy clap. Come on, Carl. Carl, please! No, you're so close! No, he's trampling you! Oh, no. Okay. With Jarl having completely failed me by the end, I decided to go with a full catapult build for my next attempt. And at first, this seems like a completely horrible idea, as the mammoths take out all of my 6 catapults within the first 5 seconds of the match. But then something incredible happened. You see, between the size of the beast, the weird shape of their tusks, and all the wreckage of the catapults blocking their path, the mammoths get completely stuck on each other. This gives time for the single king I placed in the back to come through and just decimate the defenseless creature, giving red team the win. On level 40, they've sent just an astronomical amount of potion sellers at us. My team fails to bust through time and time again. So unlike my potion sellers, the blue team feels no remorse for the human rights violations they commit and are just totally fine brainwashing my innocent soldiers. Unfortunately though, this group is way too spread out to even have a chance with the catapults. But it's here that I discover one of my other huge love affairs of Tab's units, the Wacha. Now if you know nothing about history, which I know you don't, you're watching a Shonny-Do video, you might not have a single clue what these things are. I mean, they look almost like a ballista, but do they just fire 1 arrow? Oh no, they do much more than that. Oh my god! What the hell was that? That's insane! Oh my god, this is so busted. Holy crap. Yeah, these things are just insane and easily enter my list of most frequently used units going forward. Level 43 features an all-timer matchup. Blue team's Jarl against my king. 2 of the best units in the game that cost the exact same amount. But who will reign supreme? The intense Viking training and magic freezing power of the Jarl, or the king who, he's got a big sword. Oh, he's got the freeze, but I don't know, my sword's bigger. Oh, it's too big, actually, that it's getting stuck on every wall. Oh, I don't know! That seemed really good. Oh, Jarl's axe. Yes! Well, level 45 is the first level in this pack that I actually struggle with. It's called Mountain Tribe, and not only does it feature just an absolutely absurd amount of units on their side, including a mammoth, they're also posed up on the side of the mountain, which always gives the high ground advantage. And if I learned one thing from Star Wars, it's that if you're the most powerful person on the planet, and a genocidal maniac comes to power, don't even try to help. Instead, you should screw off to a bog by yourself for 40 years, give a 20-minute tutorial on how to hold a sword to some guy, then immediately die, and everyone will label you as some kind of hero. But if I learned 2 things, is that it's over when somebody claims the high ground. Because they have the high ground advantage, it makes it incredibly easy for their troops to make ours expel all our resources, and then just send through another wave of attackers. Not to mention the random units who manage to get stuck up somewhere on the mountain, meaning you now have to climb up this thing. I struggled for this one for a couple attempts before I made a huge realization about this game. The heck? Oh, I can go into other people's POV? Yes, during your fights, you can actually possess a single unit at a time and have complete control of them. This, while not needed for many battles, is insanely useful in a ton of circumstances, especially for things like this when your exact approach is so important. I start up a new fight with 3 kings way in the back, letting the mammoth take out the first few initial waves. We get through every single unit on the ground, with 2 of our kings surviving. But of course, that would be too easy, as this stupid chieftain has freaking bolted himself to the side of the cliff, so I decide to possess a king and go knock his behind down. I then realized that I have absolutely no idea how I could possibly get up there as a king, and instead just restart the battle, this time with a Valkyrie in my army. My goal as the Valkyrie is to not actually kill this chieftain, just so long as I can knock him off the rock and then the kings can finish it. However, it's a pretty long journey to try and fly there, and before I'm even close to the mountain, one of their spear throwers guns me down. So I try it again, and this time I'm actually able to fly all the way over without dying. Now all I need to do is knock him off the cliff before I die. If I could just do that, the kings could do the rest. And honestly, I thought that
once he started engaging in combat, he just kind of like naturally fall off. But nope, not only does fighting not knock him down, he actively digs further into the side of the mountain. He puts himself into this tiny nook that I have absolutely no way of reaching while keeping my advantage. So as I go to fly in, he whacks me with his backhanded axe, swiftly killing my poor Valkyrie. Despite me thinking that this means all hope is lost, my kings have another plan as they start marching towards the mountain. I mean, what are they thinking? There's not like a path there or anything, and oh my god, they're actually trying to climb it. Oh my god, they're climbing straight up the mountain. Wigglesworth is putting his sword in Wentworth's butt, but okay, that's irrelevant. Come on, Wigglesworth. Yes, yes. Holy crap. What are you doing? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, yes. Now just survive this fall. All you have to do is survive this fall. Holy crap, he might be the GOAT. Oh my god, Wigglesworth. Okay. Oh, no, he immediately missed. Okay, and now he's gonna fall off. No, we killed him! Oh my god, that was actually insane. One of the final levels of this pack is called Odds Against You, where you're forced to use exactly one squire. However, the blue team is given 2 squires, obviously making it basically impossible to win. But using our new possession power, I can take control of the squire and try to outsmart my blue foes. Okay, I just gotta outbeat him, outplay him. Okay, I got rid of 1, holy crap. And I haven't taken any damage yet. Oh my god! I'm a swordsman! Expert! Oh no, I didn't study the blade. Okay, I got it this time though. Okay, you gotta be direct. Yes! The final level of this pack is Destination Mammoth. But luckily for me, I discovered Mammoth's giant weakness in Wachaz, as their huge hitbox makes it easy to land every last one of your rockets into him and kill him before he even gets the chance to fight back. With that, we had finished the adventure campaign, but that was simply the warm-up, as the next campaign is called The Challenge. And you know, that does not sound like it's gonna contain easy levels that are gonna let me finish this video before the end of the year. What month am I posting this in? And that becomes immediately apparent on the very first level, as I send in my tried and true King plus Mammoth combo and am smacked upside the head with a defeat. What do we do for this? Oh, I know. 4,000 halflings. It's simple, really. It's elementary. You can't beat the 4,000 halfling strat. Honestly, this is going a lot better than I thought it would. Oh my god, the halflings are actually doing it. Are they actually gonna win? Oh my god, the halflings. Holy crap, I can't believe I doubted you guys. I was doing this as a joke. They're carrying the corpse. Holy crap. It's over for you, ice archers. Oh my god, this is freaking insane. Oh my god, they're just dogpiling the Jarls. This is actually crazy. I can't believe that actually just worked. Another incredibly powerful unit I discover here is the dragon. This is from the Dynasty pack, and while it's not an actual dragon, just like one of those dragon floats they fly at festival, it breathes actual fire for some reason. This might be the best unit in the entire game, as the fire is really good at cleaning up units, and similar to the wheelbarrow, it has the benefit of even after the dragon goes down, the 4 guys holding it now can fight for themselves. Though this sometimes can have interesting effects. What are these guys doing? They're just like jumping for joy. What are they even doing? They fired off 1 puff of fire and now they're just like dead on the floor. The next few levels are pretty easy with obvious solutions, though I did have this pretty hilarious close call where my Wachaz just barely reloaded in time to kill off the final opposing unit. The first level in this pack to give me any real issue though is the 15th level Scythes and Potions. This features, well, Scythe users and Potion Sellers. 3 Harvesters and 5 Potion Sellers to be exact. And despite my usually foolproof strategy against Potion Sellers, the sheer amount of them just completely overwhelms my Wachaz and it goes down. Next, I try sending in a king, but despite Harvesters being a relatively weak unit, they've actually got a fair bit of health, so it takes my king a good long while to take them all out. And in that time, the potion sellers can just chuck endless potions at me, leading to the king dying before he's even gotten close to those Geneva Convention violating freaks. Okay, what about the dragon, who can hit the potion sellers from far away, allowing them to kill both harvesters and the potion sellers at the same time? Okay, what about a wheelbarrow? Musketeers? Okay, why have I been beating around the bush? I just need to send in the Jarl and end this. Jarl, get back up, come on! Okay, create a wall, come on, you need to make a wall. You need to make your wall. Okay. Oh, Jarl. I don't know what your lifespan's at, but I feel like you could maybe tank this. Oh, nope. You went ahead. Oh. Guess he didn't really like being out there. And you know, while I could easily send in that Jarl again, and probably most likely succeed, as he was pretty close to taking them out, I think we need to listen to Jarl himself here. He told us how he felt about this battle, and I think it would be disrespectful not to listen. Okay, how about this? Since the potion sellers have been weakening our frontmost units, making them prime for the kill by the harvester, why don't I use like actual military formation and place some shield users in the front, and then put spear users in the back, giving them protection until we reach the potion sellers. It's a foolproof plan. You know, I just realized that formation wasn't from the military. It was from the Battle of Wakanda in Avengers Infinity War. After about 10 minutes of just throwing random crap to the wind and praying, the game rewards me by giving me a super special achievement. Lose at the same battle 10 times in a row. Thanks, game! Thanks for that one. These freaking potion sellers are gonna be the death of me! I'm trying everything at this point, man. Sure, let's just try catapult. Could anything possibly go worse than it's been going? And this strategy actually works good at first, as the catapult's AI tends to try and stay as far behind as possible, leaving it out of the line of fire. And then after all the harvesters die, the potion sellers actually start approaching us. This could be our chance. Hold on. Hold. Come on, catapult. You're killing me, catapult. Okay, instead of these guys, we just need an army of halflings. Yes. This is it. I think this is the one. I really, truly believe this. Okay. This is not going as well as it did last time, I don't feel like. But wait, hold on. No, it is. Wait, no, it's going better. Yes, please hit the potion sellers. Come on, catapult. Yes! Holy crap! We killed the potion sellers, finally! We just have to take out one scythe user! Just a single harvester left. All we have to do is hit him with a single catapult shot. But no matter how many we fire, we just can't. The harvester is using evasive movements that allow him to dodge every last one of the catapult shots. It's all over. Unless... Who's that hiding in that bush over there?
Give up, harvester! It's over for you!
A halfling?
Halfling, don't! It's not worth it. We lost.
And if someone was gonna stop me, it certainly wouldn't be some puny halfling.
I may be but half a man. But I will never stop fighting with my whole heart!
Halfling!
Oh, that was cute, kid.
But it's about time.
I cut you down to a quarterly!
Catapulter, now!
How could I be defeated by some stupid halfling?
That's your problem, Harvester. You may be a half-man, with a heart as corrupt as yours. You are no man at all.
Oh my god, that halfling was the GOAT! Holy crap. The next struggle would be in the 19th level in the challenge pack, Zeus. Here, the blue army's got a Zeus and just a buttload of Roman soldiers. Like, seriously, this is so many. My thought was that since, you know, every time I try and use a Zeus against a mammoth, I just get completely owned, I would use my own mammoth here, but I guess for them, it just works out. After many failed attempts, the combo that ended up working for me was 2 dragons, a jarl, and a wachon. That was simply a warm-up for our next problem level, as the 24th level in this pack was by far the hardest level we had gone up against so far, and probably one of the most infuriating levels in all of tabs, all in. Now on the surface, this level honestly doesn't look too hard. It's just 12 headbutters and 11 Valkyries. So what's the issue? What beats Valkyrie? Jarl, kind of. And what if I just did a mammoth, honestly? Yeah, that felt really good. I'm not gonna... Oh no, my mammoth's dead? Oh, never mind. That felt terrible. Yeah, while these units aren't particularly the hardest hitting or most durable, they are some of the quickest units in the entire game. They all dive straight at you at once, which just completely smothers any other units you've placed down. Is this a Reaper situation? No, it's not, actually. Alright, so my plans to overpower the enemy with one gigantic unit seem to keep failing. So why don't we get a bunch of tiny units? I placed down a bunch of skeleton warriors. But before they even get a chance to swing, the Valkyries have gone around and swept up every single one of my units. Alright, well, if you can't beat them, join them. Except while the blue side gets 11 Valkyries and 12 headbutters, the most I can put out is 5 Valkyries. Yes, seriously. That's how bad the wealth disparity is here. While I have access to 2,500 gold, the blue team gets 6,490. How is that even close to fair? I tried dragons and pirate queens and scarecrows and knights and Zeus and ballistas and even headbutters of my own, but none of it works. In fact, none of it even comes close to working till I try a jarl and a catapult. And right away, it's looking very promising. Come on, hit some of these freaking Valkyries. Okay, you died, and then now my jarl's getting absolutely mogged. Hold on. Hold on, jarl may be the GOAT! He may be! Hold on, just kill, come on. Are you okay. but I had the right spirit. It's definitely Jarl related, I think. With Jarl's amazing performance in that last fight, it's clear I need to use him in some capacity. Okay, what if we try Jarl and 2 Harvesters? This seems to actually go pretty well until, oh my god, they're nearly all dead.
Hold on, Jarl! Yes! Wait, Jarl's the GOAT!
Oh, come on. After far too many Jarl combinations, I can feel myself starting to lose my mind. I just start acting in weird, unexplainable ways. Like this fight where I surround my Jarl with a potion seller, a Valkyrie, and a Nice Archer.
I mean, seriously, what kind of random assortment of units is this?
But somehow, I was just convinced that this would work. Holy crap, I think we got it. I think we cooked them, lads. The potions, the Valkyries, the Carl, the dog pile, the wall, the potions, the Ice Arch, the potions! Oh, Carl, I need you to lock in. Okay, Carl's dead. Now we just need anybody to hit any of these Valkyries. Please, anybody. All right, you guys freaking suck, but finally, I do what I should have just done from the start. You see, it seemed like you absolutely needed a Jarl. After purchasing him, that leaves you with just 1,000 gold, which is the exact price as one of the other best units in the game, the Dragon. These two actually synergize together quite well here, as Dragon is amazing at taking out big groups, while it's nearly impossible for Jarl to lose a one-on-one. This, after like 40 attempts, finally gives me the win, and brings us to the final level of this challenge pack, Big Brawl. Now, your first thought seeing this is probably, wow, that's a lot of units. And you'd be absolutely right. There's 6 Headbutters, 6 Ice Archers, 11 Brawlers, 8 Berserkers, 4 Valkyries, and 1 Longship. Now, that, in of itself, would be a really tough pack. I mean, that's just a lot of really strong units to take on, each with wildly different solutions to defeat them. But as if that wasn't enough, they also added in 3 Jarls in the middle. 3 of the best units in the entire game. Just throw them on top without a second thought. Are you joking? After many failed attempts, the main thing I realized is that even if I manage to kill all the other units, by the time I'm done, I've only got one thing remaining, and they've still got all 3 Jarls standing. So I realized there was only one way I was gonna win this, and that was by going in there and doing it myself. Oh, I'm dodging! Oh, they can't hit me! Oh, I'm unstoppable. Oh no, they're actually hitting me a lot. Oh, I'm weaving! Die! Oh, you know what? Carl did the work for me. Nice! Whew. That was tough. And with that, we had successfully finished the challenge campaign. So what could possibly be next after challenge? Dynasty. Yes, from my understanding, originally the game only included those 5 base units we learned to play within the tutorial levels. The other tabs we've seen glimpses of when I've accidentally stumbled into them looking for ways to not bash my head in were additional unit packs that were added in later updates. As such, with each update, they added a new unit pack in. They also added a campaign to go along with it. So first up is the Dynasty campaign, which focuses on Japanese, Chinese, and Korean style warriors from around the Middle Ages. For each of these unit introduction campaigns, they first want you to beat a couple levels where your opponents are all of the new pack, and you're forced to use the old units. Luckily for me, I have mastered the old units by now, and by mastered the old units, I of course mean I know how to just absolutely spam the battlefield with as many Jarls as my gold will allow. And ZEUS too, let's not forget about them. That is, until we reach the 3rd level, as here the opposition has just got a boatload of fire archers and 2 dragons, which as we know are some of the most devastating units in the entire game. The 2 ranged units just absolutely mog my Jarl, so I decided to switch over to a ZEUS instead. Oh no. What the hell's going on to ZEUS? To avoid further disaster, I decide to take control of ZEUS myself and clear out the rest, giving me the win. In general, the Dynasty pack is one of the weaker packs in terms of units, with the only particularly strong units being the Dragon and the Wacha. Hence why they throw an entire level at me just called Wacha. I start shivering in my boots, and while Wacha famously has really poor defenses, they protect them out with an army of disposable samurai standing in the way to block any ranged attacks I see. So the obvious solution? I just put all my ZEUSes directly next to the Wacha spawn, which actually goes quite well until I realize a second Wacha has hit the Wacha level. Come on, you can dodge that. You didn't really dodge it. Let's put a ballista here to kill that Wacha. Let's put a ballista here to kill that Wacha. And then I'll spend the rest of my money on 2 ZEUSes. This honestly feels good. Come on. Okay, the ballista instantly died. Okay, that was a... Oh, wait, no, the ballista's still alive? Oh, no. I think he's dead. Yeah, he was dead. He was dead the whole time. Of course, the true solution to this one, like always, is just Jarl and a bunch of halfling human shields. I blow through the first half of the rest of the Dynasty levels with my same strategies until about halfway through, everything changes. After fighting against them for a while, eventually you're tasked with becoming what the campaign's unit pack is, fighting against a various assortment of the game's other units. This half of the pack is obviously much harder, as your options are way more limited. Like in this pack, we've only got 7 units to use. But would this teach me about the unique uses of every single unit in the Dynasty pack? To learn about its strengths and its weaknesses, cases, and each use case of when they're the best, to become the true master of one of Totally Accurate Simulator's weaker packs? No, absolutely not. It's dragon time, baby. Yes, forgo strategy, forgo battle planning, spam dragon every single level, smolder those blue soldiers no matter the circumstance, burn the flesh off their skin, let the flames consume you as we drag our opponent straight to hell. And with that, we had finished off the Dynasty campaign, and now was on to the Renaissance campaign, which should be a nice change of pace where we can use some new strategies. Just kidding, bucko! It's more dragons, flames upon flames upon flames, burning the opposition, leaving no survivors, just the charred remains of your enemies. Reduce them to ash, never to be remembered or seen by their families again. But then on level 15, we're forced to switch over to the Renaissance team, which is probably for the best because I think I was enjoying that a little too much. The Renaissance pack has a couple interesting units that I'd like to take note of. First up is the Musketeer. This is a decently cheap unit, only costing 250 gold, but its shots do a pretty sizable amount of damage. However, this comes with the downside of the fact that it takes them a very long time to reload their shots. Next up, we've got the Jouster. These cost 1,000 gold, so they're decently expensive, but use their horse and long range to move through units pretty fast. They're good for now with our limited options, but for that value compared to other packs, he falls a little bit short. And that's kind of what I would say about this whole pack. Pretty much all of the units here are significantly weaker than ones in other packs. But where I can't say that is one of the most significant units in this pack at all, the Da Vinci tank. This is the most expensive unit we've unlocked this far, coming in at 4,000 gold. And while it's pretty frail compared to other units around that price point, it has the massive benefit of just an absolutely terrifying damage output, with both ranged attacks in its cannonball and these little blades that stick out and tear through anything that tries to get close. It's definitely not as universal as something like the Mammoth or the Jarl, but it's an interesting unit with some fun specific use cases. But after a few relatively easy introduction levels to get a good handle on the new units, the first level that starts giving me issues is Renaissance versus Tribal 3. Yes, they kinda gave up on the names with this update. This level features a bunch of protectors, as well as 8 bone mages and 10 chieftains, which as we learned from the intro pack is actually a pretty hefty lineup. First, I try out a bunch of jousters, thinking that since all of the enemies are so spread out, they could easily gallop around, speedily taking down every single one of the opposition before they even had a chance to get up and group attack me. However, this ends up not going as well as I hoped, because like I said earlier, jousters have a really low defense. Next up, I try a bunch of musketeers in 2 lines. The second the battle starts, they all fire and kill a good chunk of the chieftains. Only problem is now they need to take like 45 minutes to flick every switch on their gun to reload, which gives the mages plenty of time to walk up and approach me. Oh no, oh no, 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 no! Guys, they saw the whites of their eyes have been seen hours ago. Come on, we gotta start firing. Oh no, 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 no. Reload! Reload! Oh god, we're getting mauled out here. Oh no. This one's kind of kicking my booty. Well, since range failed, I tried a more melee-focused build, using an army of halberd users instead. Let's go, halberds together. Halberd squadron! I gotta get in here. I gotta get in here. We gotta stop. Let go of me. Let go of me! Please. Okay. Oh my god, when you die, you won't survive. We're over, y'all. With another failure on my back, I decided to try out this pack's other ranged unit, the Balloon Archer. This is one of the strangest units in any pack. He only costs 200 gold, but instead of firing arrows that do damage like other units would, he instead has these arrows with like little suction cups on the end and balloons on the other. When they land into the opposition, it rises them high into the sky, eventually popping and letting gravity do the rest of the work. This is great for units like Protectors who have shields that these suction cups can easily grip onto. But for things like the Bone Mage, you just shoot a balloon at him and he's like briefly mildly inconvenienced. I tried combining this with Jousters to clean up the rest, but the poor performance of the Ballooners combined with whatever the actual hell this Jouster is doing here leads to another failure. Now the Balloon Archers can actually deal with other units, you just need to increase the number of balloons on them and they'll fly into the sky. So I decided to pilot an archer myself and use the expert aim I learned in my Garden Warfare playthrough to launch all these chieftains into space. So because of my notoriously terrible aim, I end up hitting like all of them in the shins, which raises their buttholes up to the sun. So just go ahead and add that to my list of Geneva Convention violations in this video. But sunned holes aside, this strategy actually works pretty well, as just the sheer number of balloon archers I'm able to place completely overwhelms the enemy. And eventually, we've risen every single enemy on the other side, and we've just got to wait for them to all fall down to earth. He's done. He's done. We got this. Done and freaking dusted. Oh, he's going to the moon. You're cooked. Oh, he suffocated. In the next level, you're actually required to use a jouster and only get 500 gold in addition to that. All that really gives me is enough money for 2 balloon archers, so I just slap those down and pray. We gotta make sure we hit the harvester, y'all. Okay. Yo, okay, Eagle Eye. Holy crap. Look, come on. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Yes. Get him again.
Get the harvester! Get the harvester, for God's sakes! It's me. I don't know who I'm yelling at. No halfling heroes today.
But as I stare down this halfling and jouster, I knew I had to help somehow. I need to bring this win home for the red team. But as I aim down my shot, I get nervous. Should I shoot at all? Should I just put my trust into jouster? Is it worth it to risk my entire nation's destiny on my terrible aim? No. I need to trust in myself. I've been working on my aim this whole time. I know this is it. My moment to give it everything I've got and fight for this red nation of mine. Ah, crap. But thankfully, despite my horrible aim, the jouster's able to survive and kill the halfling himself. Though, strangely enough, after he's gone, the match doesn't end, despite it seeming like there's not a single person in sight here.
There must be a halfling stuck somewhere or something. Oh, this guy. I see. No, guys. We cannot lose this. Not like this. Let's be patient here. Okay, balloon archer, don't just fall in the river. Okay, whatever you do, don't just fall in the river, all right? I'll even back up to give you some space to get that guy under the bridge. Okay, hold on. Let me become the balloon archer. Okay, hold on. No, just get out of here. Get out of here! Jouster! No, you're gonna frick this up for all of us! Okay, I'll be the jouster then. Screw this. I don't care if the balloon archer dies. Get in there. For God's sakes. Oh my God! Please, get the halfling! Okay, I'm gonna take you all the way over here. That way you can't possibly mess things up. Because then I'm gonna use the balloon archer, because I'm not a freaking moron unlike him. We gotta go over here, become the balloon archer. Okay? The balloon archer's dead. Alright, don't know how that happened. Oh, no, he's not dead. He was just fainted. Please, get out of the way! Are you kidding me? You're gone, kid. Just get out of here. Go away, jouster! Oh my God! You're the worst unit in this entire game! Get out of here! I'm trying to shoot this halfling with my bow, and all you're doing is being a freaking brat! Oh my God, I'm just gonna kill him. I have to kill this guy. Okay. You suck so much! Oh my God. Oh no, the balloon guy can't die. Great. The balloon man died, so now I have to be the jouster. Are you joking? Okay, come on. Yes! Oh my God, redeem jouster. Best unit to ever do it. Similar to this level, the next gives us a set group of other troops that are already on the battlefield that you have to work with. I suspect they did this because every single unit in this pack is absolute dog. Also, while going up against these catapults, I get the achievement for killing 10 units with a single catapult ball, which I guess that still counts if you're on the receiving end of that one. Though the craziest part about this is that even though I just got absolutely annihilated, I still somehow ended up winning this level. Level after level goes by without any real issue, blasting through them all. Despite being given not the best units, I'm still able to get through without breaking a sweat. But if only it stayed that simple. I finish out the 23rd level with complete ease, happily loading into the next one. How innocent I was there. How unassuming. The loading screen passes, and I'm subjected to a sight that would strike the fear of God into even the strongest men. A lineup that even the most twisted psychopath should never have been able to think up. 14 kings. 14. Is this a joke? Most levels I can slash through entire armies with just 1 or 2 kings, and they're putting us up against 14 of them? How is that even possible? That's an army value of 21,000 gold. I send in troops again and again and again, and they all fall to the kings. Entire armies desecrated, and I haven't even made a single dent into them. I try every single formation under the sun. Double circle, front line, back line with some distractions. The world's most powerful number. Kidney. Loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. Until eventually, I realized if they're gonna cheat and give the blue team just a completely unfair amount of the best units in the game, you know what? I was gonna cheat too. You see, while the kings are absurdly powerful, they only have melee attacks. So if I was able to keep them away somehow, I could fire down at them completely unimpeded, picking them off one by one. Only problem with that is that whenever you try and put units up high, they immediately fling themselves off in service of getting closer to the enemy. However, this can be circumvented if the one who's placed up in the tree is, well, me. They'll never be able to get me up here, right? Unless they make some sort of like king's ladder. Okay, am I gonna be able to kill them down here? Alright, I'm just gonna stay up here no matter what. All of the other tree people fell down, but they'll never be able to get me up here, right? Can't I just sit up here and farm forever? Am I crazy? There's no timeout feature, I don't think. Okay, I'm not even like close to shooting them. I need to figure out how this works. Okay. What? Where is my bullet going? It's not near the reticle, I'll tell you that. What? That scared the crap out of me. Okay. All right. Hold on. What if I aim like this? I have no idea how this... Can this not, like, fire on an angle? Honestly, maybe we just wait it out. Yeah, see, look how it's, like, so straight? I can't seem to, like, lower my gun. So that's, like, kind of bad, actually. Because then I'll never be able to shoot them if I can only shoot vertically. You know what? I'm just gonna hope and pray that they fall off. No. Why am I falling off? Hold on. You know, you're supposed to be the ones falling off. Okay, not me. No. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? You got this. Look, there's only one left. You got this. You made it. You got this, buddy. Don't get nervous.
Don't fall off the tree. Just hold your ground up here. He's just gonna keep walking around over and over and over again. Then I'm gonna shoot him when he comes right here. Shoot him in the back of the head. Do what you have to do, Johnson. Think about the little Johnsonettes at home. And Janina. Come on. Just wait it out. Watch the king go down and down the circle over and over again. Like Sisyphus rolling the boulder up the hill, knowing that no matter how many times he runs around this circle, you'll never be able to catch me! I've have you outsmarted, king! You can't climb! We have the high ground and I'm never going to relent! So you can keep walking around here over and over and over again until you starve, die of thirst, or really just boredom, because I'm starting to get bored too myself, honestly. Yes, fall! Fall before your god! And I killed him. This strategy ended up working out so well that I decided to immediately run it back in the very next level versus Ancient 1. Okay. Did I hit the ballista? I can't really tell. Oh no! It jumped me! Oh no! Oh god! I'm so scared. Okay, we gotta hit this ballista. Oh, okay, I was just a little bit to the right. They're approaching, but they don't have anything to hit me with. It's just this ballista I need to hit. Okay, I missed again, damn. Okay, these guys are hopeless. As long as we can hit this ballista. As long as we can hit the ballista. As long as we can hit the ballista. Okay, I would just relinquish control, but I really have this fear that you're never going to be able to hit them. Okay, what if we do this? Shoot like that. That didn't even seem like it was close. Johnson! Johnson! Hold on to your guns, or if you fall off this wall, all the king's horses and all the king's men. Oh! Perfect accuracy! Exactly as predicted. You have to shoot just like nowhere even close to your target, and then just hopefully it'll hit. I make it out of this. Please. Let me be the one on the receiving end of the bayonet next time, because I can't do this anymore! I watch countless men fall to the ground. I sit up here on this roof, firing my musket over and over and over again, staring at the carnage. You know, I think the difference between the red and the blue really isn't all that different after all. No, come on, can you shoot a gun? Isn't this your job? I'd get it if you were like pistoler and I gave you a musket, but come on. You're supposed to be the musketeer, man. I really think if I jump off this, I will die, and I've come too far. How does this gun work? I need like closure on that. I probably should have become the balloon archer. I can aim that gun a lot better. Okay, I got this. Watch, aim like this. Okay, somehow that felt closer. To make progress, you can't just sit and hide. You must be in front of the action yourself. So I'm gonna make the most death-defying dive in history, knowing I will survive. For Red Country! Oh my god, I survived. Holy crap. Come on. Come on. Okay, I still didn't kill. They're stuck on the stairs. Come on. I hate to shoot a man while he's down, but I love to watch him burn. How did that not hit? Okay, I think I can get pretty close because these guys kind of seem stuck. I just realized once I kill one of these guys, then... Oh, I think it's only one guy left. And he's just stuck on a body. How did that aim there? Okay, I'm just gonna aim like over here. I bet you it hits. Come on. No. This is kind of sad if you think about it. He's just stuck on the body of his... No! No, no. We didn't come this far to fail. Musketeer! Okay, I've thought of a plan. Jump onto the cactus. Over here. Yes, yes, this is my shot! Oh, crap, 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 crap. Okay, now you need to run for 10 seconds. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Do you think he's gonna be able to... Oh, there was 3 of them there? Oh, God, I was way too comfortable doing this. Wait, somebody else is alive? Really? Who? Who? Oh, they're not alive anymore. I tried this out a few more times with a bunch of different units hiding up on the hill until I eventually realized, wait, why the heck am I even doing this? Why don't I just play the level normally? And then proceed to beat the level on my first try. The next level that brings me some trouble would be Ancient 3. And on the surface, you know, you wouldn't really think so. I mean, it just looks like a bunch of melee units, so I just throw in a bunch of my own.
This has got to be a shoo-in, right? Alright, we lost in 1 single second.
The real limiting factor in this level is just how few resources you get. Only being able to afford like 6 or 7 troops compared to their 20. Melee builds don't really work because the blue army just has like so much more range than we do. But then musketeers are basically impossible to make work because you get so few, each of them would have to shoot 4 shots by the time their army reaches you. So after attempt after attempt after attempt, I decided to just throw out my hands and do random armies where I happen to throw together a jouster and a sea of painters. I haven't mentioned them yet, but painters might just be one of the worst units in the entire game. They cost 50 gold but do abysmal damage. But they do have one purpose, and that's to distract the enemy. They distract the first group of Sarissa, while the jouster can gallop up and take them all out in one fell swoop. From there, just remains the other group of hoplites.
I don't know about your odds, jouster, if I'm being frank. Okay, they're knocking themselves over. Please, please, please. Been stuck on this level for so long. Please, for the love of God, please, for the love of God, please. Come on, yeah, okay. Come on, jouster. Just 2 more guys. All right, let's run that back. Let's run that back, but let's put the jouster on this side. Okay, hold on. Maybe we got this now. Holy crap. Okay, we took out all of them. All right, jouster, come on. Come on. Oh. Yes, finally!
I failed this next level a good number of times, but as I learn more and more with this game, the best route is the coward's way. As such, I stick a bunch of musketeers back here in the forest, and I've basically become invincible. And with that, we had finished up the Renaissance campaign.
Life will be better if we never have to use those guys again.
But now it was time to move on to the pirate campaign, and oh my god, it feels so good to use whatever units I want now. Yes, place down a dragon again. It's so simple. Oh my god, it feels so good. Ecstasy flows through my veins and pure elation through my brain. This is the way that life was supposed to be. The crackle of the burning corpses music to my ear. One thing I like about this pack is that they limit the areas you're allowed to build in per level. Like sometimes you can build anywhere on the left, sometimes you're limited to just the ship, but then comes along harpoons everywhere where you're limited to just this inner circle.
How are they gonna beat a mammoth, really? Oh, they have harpoons. That's actually like the exact tool you would want to use against a mammoth. That's actually like the exact counter. Like they actually found the scissors to my rock. Wow.
Of course, my mistake in that level was not just using an army of pure headbutters, because harpoon beat mammoth, but big head beat harpoon. And what beats big head? That'd be male pattern baldness. Please don't show a picture of me. The next two levels are pretty interesting, as for the first one, you only have access to place units on your ship, and for the next one, you have access to placing units anywhere on your opponent's ship. Cool concept, buddy, but the solution to both is just 5 dragons. Kinda hard to beat that. But then in the next one, they do one where you're surrounded in a circle, and the solution is 5 dragons. The level after this is called Defend the Captain, and this one actually takes me a few attempts because the solution is not 5 dragons. This level features the pirates using a completely new unit, the cannon. This unit is of course very similar to the Wachan catapult in that it's a stationary unit that fires off really strong projectiles. Only difference here is that unlike those two units, cannons reload a lot faster and have almost double the hit points. So you can't just use Valkyries like you normally can with units like this.
Okay, come on, hit the cannon, hit the cannon, hit the cannon. We gotta hit the cannon before it's too late. It's too late now? Yarr! I'm a pirate. Holy crap. Oh my god. Walk the sushi plank. Sushi plank? Poop day. What the hell? Walk the sushi plank. What the hell am I on about? Who is even alive? Oh, that guy was, I guess. I have an idea. I'm still thinking of it, but it's like formulating. 2 Zeus and a dragon. And let's hit this side first, y'all. And then we can like go to the other side. My dragons are all dead and my Zeus died. Oh, both of my Zeus died. Okay, let's go ahead and run that one back. You know what? It might be time for the tank. Might be time for the tank, y'all. A tank and a jouster. This might be what we've needed this whole time. And the jouster can go and get the cannons. It's perfect. Okay, my jouster died. But I still think that the tank could... Okay, you know... Well, right. Well, all right then. Hold on. I think we could do this if I was the jouster. Let me be the jouster. Oh... I was like literally like one of those guys that was like, but if I was on the plane on 9/11, it would have gone down so like that. And you know what? It would have. It did. It did, and it would have. Maybe we do this. Bunch of ballistas. Then maybe we get the Scarecrow's Union on this one. And then the Halfling Brigade. Okay. Seems like Cannonball kind of owned Ballista. I think the real key is that we need a outer circle of halflings to tank these cannon shots so that our actual guys can go to work. In this case, maybe the Scarecrows. All right, meat shields, go! Summon the crows! Oh, God. I summoned a whole army of meat shields only for them to not do anything. Kill them! Kill them! Kill them! We have the numbers! We are half men, but there's many! Oh, this guy's stuck. All right. Only I could get you unstuck. Come on, help me! Help me! Help me! No! Help me! I'm stuck under this guy's body! Okay. I'm coming. Who we killing now? Oh, wow. I can't believe the Halfling Squad was the path to victory.
After we beat 10 levels, yes, this campaign is a lot shorter for whatever reason, we switch over and get to play as the pirates ourselves.
Cannons seemed kind of good. Blunderbuss! Well, that's easy for me. I want an army of blunderbusses. The blunderbussy. Blunderbuss! Get inside me, blunderbuss! I'll show you a thing or three. Oh, I got blunderbust. Oh, I'm about to blunderbust. God damn. Oh no, I'm the only surviving blunderbuss and they've got stones. Oh god, that actually did kind of own me. All right, let's just do the Pirate Queen. See how that goes. Pirate Queen is apparently unstoppable. Let's go hit these bone people. Okay, Pirate Queen kind of rules. Pirate Queen kind of rules. I see why she's so expensive. Oh, no, she sucks. She's terrible. She's awful. You know what? Let's see how it goes when it's run by the AI, because I doubt you could do any better than I did. Oh, my... Oh, you know what? I was right. Holy crap, she's getting ragdolled. Oh, wait, no, hold on. She might actually own. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I should never... Oh, What the hell? Okay, I should just never take control of these guys ever again. I should just let the AI do their thing.
Pirates are overall kind of an interesting pack. They're situational as opposed to things like the Jarl that you can just mindlessly throw down every level. Pirate Queen specifically costs almost double the price of a ZEUS, and while she doesn't have quite as much crowd control, she's significantly more bulky. The Harpooners are quite unique as well, with their ability to completely incapacitate a unit that they stick their harpoon into, even larger ones like we saw before with the Mammoth. Though in contrast, their damage is quite poor, so they struggle to finish things off a lot of the time. Not the weakest pack, well that's definitely the Renaissance, but not even close to the power of something like the Ancients or the Vikings. Despite this, the campaign mode itself is far and away one of the easiest so far. In fact, most of my time here isn't even formulation plans for levels, it's mostly just doing my incredibly grating pirate voice.
The Harpoonies rise again. Beware the Poonie Squad. For once you've been squeezed by the Poonie, you may never feel love again.
Oh my god, that was... that poor guy!
But I won't yar me last bar. They tried to take me with the scurvy. You're not gonna get me, you thieving kings.
Oh, yeah, you know what they did.
Though I did find it hilarious in this level where they had like 14 balloon archers shooting at my pirate queen, and it still didn't even lift her off the ground. Just goes to show you how just absolutely awful all those units are. And just like that, we had finished out the pirate campaign.
Which meant it was time to tackle the spooky campaign. Like all the other packs, this one is based off of world history, with this one revolving around that period in the early 2000s when all the skeletons came to life and the Grim Reaper was evaluating the souls of the damned. Unfortunately, these damned souls were brought back to life just to see this same dragon pop up again and again and again. I did particularly love this level that's essentially set up for the exact purpose of using the Da Vinci tank, and it still just crashes and burns hardcore. Had to whip out the 3 kings for this one. Part of that though is because compared to the previous campaigns, the overall power level of the spooky units is on average a lot higher. The regular skeletons that we've seen before are pretty underwhelming, and the pumpkin catapult is just a slightly better version of the catapult, which I guess is like saying it's a slightly better version of oatmeal. Like, if that's all you've ever had, it's fine, but have you ever had a hot Cheeto Man? But on the 7th level of the campaign, we're introduced to 2 extremely high quality units, the Swordcaster and the Vampire. The Swordcaster is like this freak mage who's had his mouth and hands completely locked up, which is the punishment they should be doling out to kick streamers. Onto his combat abilities, he floats these swords around himself and fires them out at a surprisingly quick rate, like much faster than most other ranged units. The swords don't do a ton of damage, but he can fire them off so quickly that usually your units ended up getting pushed back and are unable to attack, or in the case of this level, pushed back into this endless hole. Despite the sheer power of Swordcaster though, he pales in comparison to our next unit, the Vampire. The Vampire can fly across the map at insane speeds and goes to start sucking the blood of a specific unit. Now, one of the things that's so dangerous about vampires is that instead of like spreading out like most AI units do, instead they just group up and maul on the same unit to the ground. Not only does this do an astronomical amount of damage, it also topples the unit over, completely incapacitating them. This is absolutely devastating. And the craziest part of all this is these freaks only cost 200 gold. What? How is this even fair? But these units are definitely not just as stupid easy to use as something like the Jarl, despite their power. For example, level 10 has me finally take control of the spooky units myself, to which I of course placed down the pack's most powerful unit, the Reaper. Now the Reaper can be insanely powerful. Like, its ability to take out so many units at the same time without breaking a sweat is stupid good. However, he's incredibly fragile for a unit of his cost, so just going up against the 8 spear throwers in this level can easily take him down. I end up winning the level with primarily swordcasters and vampires, but they need some other units to act as support, like skeleton archers and warriors. The 11th level is called Cave, and oh, I guess I just see a few guys hiding in there, no big deal. I just throw down some units and Jesus Christ, there's so many guys in there, how? But it's here where I discover the power of one of the most underrated units in all of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. You see, there are plenty of units that people will make countless noise about. The Mammoth, the King, the Jarl, the Pirate Queen. But few will beat the drum of the underrated goat of this game, Candlehead. My Candlehead, my Candlehead, he's got wax on his head and arms, till toss a flame right at you, you'll die, and you will feel the pain inside. My little Candlehead, you lit a fire inside of your foes, and my heart and soul, you are the one who was meant to light up my way. I think I may have found the one whose wick burns just as bright as mine does. Why are his toes out, oh Candlehead? You'll burn the White House down.
Candlehead's fire quickly sets ablaze all the blue army men as they slowly stumble out of the cave. Candlehead laughs as he watches them all burn in the fires of his wax. Candlehead can cause mass destruction with his fire, so long as he never gets hit, as his health is effectively straight zero. They function really well as a layered unit, in which you put some dummies in front and then have a horde of Candleheads come through as the second round unit. The campaign's 14th level is actually quite interesting, in that they give you the entire map to place down your units. This lets me use a pretty interesting strategy where I can put a bunch of vampires way up front, and then this Reaper all the way on the other side of the battlefield. By the time the vampires have died out, there's only a few units left, letting the Reaper just come in and sweep up the remaining ones. The next level I really struggle on would be Temple, as this level features a whole army of ancient units, 2 ballistas, and dear lord 4 Zeuses! First I try out a combination of both Reapers and Swordcasters, which actually goes pretty well until the ZEUS decide to come down from their golden throne and end the match in 4 seconds. I keep thinking that I can counter their big units, the ZEUS, with my big unit, the Reaper. However, the Reaper is just not good in 1v1s. He consistently just gets shredded. So instead, I try out a unit that can do both crowd control and single target damage, the Pumpkin Catapult. And this actually seems to go quite well. I successfully take out every single ZEUS with the 3 catapults remaining. Unfortunately though, my catapults don't really have the range to take out these ballistas, and the fact that they're lined up means that one ballista bullet can just kill every single one of them. Well, let me run that back, and I'm sure that this time I can successfully take them down. I mean, look, I already knocked a ZEUS down. Okay, hold on. Oh no, they got back up. It got back up! Yeah, seriously, I have no clue how I took out all those ZEUS with just my catapults last time, because I tried that strat like way too many times to repeat it, and it doesn't even come close to sticking. What if I just do this? What then if I have 4 Reapers? What then? Then we can just clear off the other guys later. Can 4 Reapers get through all these ZEUSes? It doesn't really look like it. I fear for getting these ballistas, but I feel like we're gonna beat the ZEUSes at least. Okay, can we just kill these ZEUSes, guys? Okay, that seemed good. Oh no, it's over. It's over. There's a ZEUS still alive. Jesus Christ. Screw this. 50 vampires. Vampire army. 50 vampires. How are you gonna beat that? Dude, this is impossible. Look how many ZEUSes there are! They've got 4 ZEUSes! How am I supposed to counter that? Maybe we do like protective layers. Like this. Oh, I don't have any more. Okay. Maybe this will work. We got like protective layers on each of our catapults. So isn't this kind of like just aiding in what the ZEUS want, right? Okay, hold on! Nice! Okay, it was all about the protection. But after a few more easy levels, it was time to drop into one of the most difficult levels we've gone up against thus far. Okay, they have a ton. Holy hell! What the hell is that? How are they gonna have 3 Jarls? And the Berserkers are no joking either. Oh, I don't know about you. 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 I don't know. Please, Reaper, win this one. Take out the coral like it's fun. You're supposed to be the one to kill. Oh, we lost. Even though the Jarls were my initial concern, the Berserkers are no joke either. As no matter your formation, because we're forced to build inside of this little circle, we start off every match just getting dogpiled by them, which kills off any smaller units and takes a huge chunk out of the larger ones. These guys all like immediately like rush in, so I do think you're gonna want to use Candleheads. Look, they all jump in, then we're gonna start this huge fire with all the Candleheads, right? Okay, now we just have to take out 3 Jarls with a single like half health Reaper. Stranger things have happened. Holy crap. Okay, I thought he was gonna clutch up. He wasn't. How are you supposed to beat 3 Jarls? Like, that's crazy to me. But I see what my problem here was now. I didn't fully commit to the Candlehead and tried to pad out the army with this Reaper. No, how foolish I was then to not go all in on you, Candlehead. Your fire, your passion. It shouldn't be diluted with other stupid units. Send out my Candlehead army. The chieftains jump, but candles evade, and set them ablaze across the jaw. Holy shit, he's killing them all! But make it stop! Oh, the humanity! The humanity! But don't worry, amongst all this loss, I stay perfectly calm. We got the freaking god of death on our side! See, that's the thing, we barely even get through all the freaking Berserkers, and then they're like, oh yeah, we just threw 3 Jarls in there. Like, what? After much experimentation, I discovered that the best way to take out the Jarls is definitely the Swordcasters. They're able to fire from so far and do such persistent knockback, so the Jarls don't even have a chance to approach them. And eventually I managed to get a good number of them to outlast the Berserker dogpile, and the Swordmasters are clutching up, and there's only 2 Jarls left. Come on, Swordmasters, you can do it. Oh, no way, no way! Holy crap! The next level I want to show wasn't particularly hard, but it does show the raw power that the vampires hold. This level has these 4 boats and just an onslaught of ice archers. And yeah, the amount of raw power does end up taking out like nearly all my little vamps. But a select few manage to transform to their bat mode and fly towards the army of archers. Yes, this could be it! Yes, Edward Cullen army was the way! Oh no, 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 not like this! Come on, yes, get back up. Oh no.
Oh no, just one left. Just one left. Suck him. Suck him. Suck squad always clears. After this, I proceed to run the suck squad for every other battle in this pack and immediately win all my fights. Also, this is not in any way relevant to the video, but while trying to think of jokes about vampires, I realized that they should probably make a gender-affirming surgery charity based out of Pennsylvania called Transylvania, right? Like, I couldn't find anywhere to fit that, but somebody should take that. Wait, and actually now that I think about it, both vampires and trans people transform, they glitter, they're both part of secret societies. Quick, someone ask Dracula how he feels about the IKEA shark. With all that taken care of, we had finished the spooky campaign, and we're on to the next one, which is by far the most unique one in the entire selection. This one is called Simulation, and doesn't feature any particular faction, just fights on the simulation maps that allow you to use any unit from the previous packs. Oh, Mammoth, how I missed you so. Wait, where are you going? You know, this one might be on me for using the game's fattest unit on the one featuring its tiniest pack. Now, while this campaign starts out pretty easy, allowing me to just rely on my old reliable strategies, it would quickly contort into the hardest campaign thus far, and all that starts with the third level in this pack, Maze. While the units on the blue side aren't particularly devastating, the limited budget you're given combined with the map makes it really easy for all the halberds and blunderbusses to surround you. But what if we didn't use the map at all, and instead spam down a bunch of Valkyries who could completely fly over and get some hits in? That is a terrible idea, and I die instantly. Okay, well, what if I throw out the entire concept of this level altogether and let the units come to me? I throw down a Mammoth and a couple Harpooners to keep her company. The only problem is I can't see how things are going out there. So I'm just gonna hope well. Are we winning? Are we winning, Harpooners? Are we winning? Did we do it? Okay, here's a halberd, people. Going for the kill. Okay, bodied. Oh, no, we didn't kill anybody. Oh, yes. Come on. This one. Oh, no. Oh, we were close, though. Okay, maybe it just wasn't Harpooners weren't the solution. I like the Mammoth, though. I think the Mammoth was actually chill. We just need them to clear out a little bit more. Maybe some Knights? What if we just got some healers, actually, in here? Okay, hold on. And then I'm just gonna have infinite health from all these healers. You guys just have to survive. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, yes. Come on. No, heal. Oh, no more heals. Okay. Minotaur in the Labyrinth! Oh my god, why didn't I think of that earlier? Oh my god, Minotaur in the Labyrinth. Okay, you know what? Alright, maybe we shouldn't base all of our battle strategy off of fake made-up legends by a civilization that got wiped out. You're probably thinking at this point, why not just try something like a Jarl, who excels at close quarters combat for this? And that's because this idiot can't even correctly rotate his axe. So he gets stuck on one of the pegs of the maze and ends up getting absolutely mauled. So instead, I whip out the other old reliable, Zeus and a king. Oh, okay. Come on, king. Yes. Okay, this is looking good, Wentworth. Yes, Zeus is hitting the halberders. Yes, king is stalling them. The king's down, but it's okay. We got Zeus. Zeus is throwing lightning bolts like crazy. None of them can really confront him in big groups because the hallways are so small. No, they're coming with the back shots. Oh, they didn't even need the back squad. Let's do it numbers. We need numbers. Dude, let's just send in as many halflings as we can. It almost never fails. I'd like to be a halfling, though. We represent. All right, let's go. Come on, squad. Roll through. We got this. How are they going to kill 4,000 halflings? Oh, he shot me in the knee. That didn't feel good. Get him in the knees! Bite his kneecaps! Let's go! Come on! We'll show what halflings are all about! Oh, but Zeus is in the back, right? Where's Zeus? Yes. Okay, Zeus is kind of cleaning up. Hold up! This might be the moment we've been waiting for. Just keep throwing lightning bolts. Keep throwing them. Come on. Oh, the wood counters the lightning. No! The insulators! No, we got this. Oh no, the insulators are the only ones that remain. Still taking a lightning bolt to the face doesn't feel freaking good. Zeus, you got this. Come on, clutch up. Come on. Yes. Please. Oh, I'm so close. Oh my god. Will this guy die? Please. Holy crap. Die already. How many bolts did he throw at you? Oh my god, die. If I lose, what the hell? Oh my god, thank god. We blow through a few more levels with Miss Mammoth until reaching Jump, which obviously gets its name from the ledge gap they slapped down here in the middle. And to be honest with you guys, when I spawned in this level, I did not have the faintest idea what I was looking at. Like, up front, they got all these chieftains who can leap across the gap. But if your thought is to try and counter them with some sort of big, burly unit, well, guess what? They're wheeling a giant arrow bomb in a spot that there's no way you could possibly reach without ranged attacks. My thought was to bait out the chiefs with some halflings, and then rip them apart with 2 Zeuses. And in addition to not working, it just felt like so cruel, like, look at how they're tearing apart the halflings here. Please forgive me for my sins in Valhalla. But I do get a run going where my Zeus is able to take a good chunk out of their units, and if I'm quick, I think I got a good chance of taking out the Wacha as well. But you didn't see that coming, baby!
Oh, shoot, they got their own Zeus! That was quite the shock. I didn't even see they had a Zeus. After many more failures, I come up with an actually pretty complex plan to take this down, and most of it involves planning around the chieftain's AI. You see, your first thought to take down those chieftains is probably to just not put anybody up on the ledge here. That way, when they jump across, you can have some ranged unit waiting far away to ambush them. But if you do that, the chieftains will realize their chance of success is basically zero and bail, opting to go down the normal path with the rest of the unit. This is actually quite bad, as then when you're trying to take out every other unit, the chieftains will overwhelm you, eventually letting the Wacha take you out. But you can actually bait them down, placing a unit under the bridge's gap. So to exploit that, I place a bunch of halflings in this center pit here, hoping that they'll bait the chieftains, then my Wacha will fire and kill them all. And it's important the Wacha survives and takes out their Wacha, which will allow my king that I've placed far enough back to give my Wacha time to do that. But anyone can make a plan. It all comes down to if it would actually work or not. Did the chieftains jump? Okay, yes, and the Wacha got them? Wait, it like kinda got them, I think? Wait, oh no, okay, some of them are still alive. Oh crap. Oh no, come on, reload. Oh crap. Okay, if the king can kill them. Oh crap, I forgot about the Wacha. Okay. Frick, I forgot they have that in the back. But we have 2 kings. Okay, we can get this. Oh no. No, oh no. Crap, the king. No, I thought he was dead, but the king got back up. Okay. Oh my god, he can take them. I think the other Wacha's gone. Yes, come on. 2 kings. They can take. Oh. Nope, he wasn't gone. Oh no, okay, it's King versus Zeus. Come on, you at least take this Zeus. Come on, King. Oh god, it's all over. Okay, so the main problem there was the Wacha, so I slapped down a jouster, where I'll take control of him and attempt a sneak heist to take it out before it even has a chance to attack us. Tonight, I get the Wacha for myself. Yes! Oh my god, I can't believe we actually got it. Route secured. Pony out. Oh, he really was that. They exploded him. All right, lightning's taking over for the rest of this one. Yeah, get him. Come on. You don't stand a chance. Oh, crap. I forgot they had their own Zeus. I forgot about that. Ah, crap. I've been training for this. Zeus against Zeus. 2 perfectly matched gods. But I'll... Oh, crap. No. Shoot. Oh, yeah. Get back up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Okay, hit him. No. Why are you slowing down? I'm losing it. No, I've lost my composure. And once you lost that, you've basically lost the battle. That's the blue Zeus.
I've got you now, Zeus. I'll show you what it really means to be a god.
I don't know how many more of these I can take. I've learned your patterns, though. You barely even caught me off guard. We may be the same amount of power, same amount of strength, but I got something you don't. Rubber insoles. Yes. Oh my god, I can't believe we actually did that. I feel so good. What the hell is this? Thankfully for this level, we can fall back on the Suck Squad to finish this one up for us. Sucking on my foes till they drop. Got the sucker freaking squad in the house. We're sucking on blue till it's red. Suck, and then we transform back. We got the pirate captain, but can we get the ballistas too? Get those ballistas. I'll be this guy. He seems like he's having a stellar time. God, we owned! Now, this level is the hardest so far. And if you don't believe me, look, even this Joe Bartolizzo video agrees. Oh my god, dude, how did he miss that? Is this what it's like watching my videos, guys? But why is this level so dang hard? Standing in front, we've got 9 brawlers. Sitting atop a nearby pedestal, 8 musketeers shine their deadly guns. Sitting atop a post you could never reach. Forced to dodge their shots that will one-hit nearly every low-value unit. Standing behind the brawlers are 3 Jarls. 3 of arguably the most deadly unit in the entire game. But there's more. Behind them, 8 more fencers. And if that wasn't all enough, behind them, 2 more kings. Due to how the train is set up, the blue team has complete control of the high ground, with the ability to either pick off your units with their range attacks or send in 5 of the heaviest hitters in the entire game. All the while, you sit there from the bottom of the hill trying desperately to climb up. And believe me, you will become desperate. Reapers slain. The Suck Squad turned to ash. Miss Mammoth defeated. Zeus murdered. I didn't even want to send them in because I couldn't bear to watch them fail. But I get so desperate that I'm forced to. I throw down a bunch of dragons and watch as they tear them apart limb from limb without even a scratch on the king's back. Failure after failure after failure passes me by until I'm struck with a bout of inspiration. I'll place an equal number of musketeers in the exact same positions as the blue team's musketeers. This will ensure that they will always take each other out, and I won't even need to consider the musketeers in my plan. In fact, I'll even place an additional musketeer on both sides. This will ensure that even if a musketeer misses their shot, we'll still kill them all. Now that I have a bit until the troops actually approach me, I can place the Da Vinci tank all the way in the back of the level. This will give me the terrifying damage output I need to get past this. But then there's another problem. Even while I've eliminated the musketeers, soon enough, the enemy army will approach me and exploit the fragile defenses of my tank. That's why, out in front, I'll be placing down a king. As one of the bulkiest units in the game, he'll distract the enemy army for long enough that the Da Vinci tank can shred through him. Now, all that was left was to execute the plan. Okay, the musketeers took each other out. Oh, and look, the ones on the left survived. All right, King, all you have to do is distract them now. You just have to distract them. Oh, tank, you're scaring me, tank. Tank, pull yourself up. What are you doing? You're really scaring me. Yeah, and I'm getting more scared every minute. Okay, can we take on all these things? Probably not. This is actually a lot of things. This is a lot of guys, honestly. This is so many guys. Oh my god, this is so many. Yes, wait, hold on. The tank's clutching up, and he's knocking people off, which is even better than killing. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, hold on. Just get the draw. Oh, wait, I think we won. It's just this one, I don't know what it is, but just get him. Yeah! The next chunk of levels are decently difficult, but they don't even hold a candle to what we just went through. I did want to point out this level, though, as this has got to be the most complicated map I've ever seen in this game, and I beat the whole dang thing by just, like, spamming down some skeleton archers. Also, this level with all the catapults, but they weren't placed quite right, so they all end up crashing down into the floor, just completely shattering everywhere. Come on, oh my god, we're owning them! And finally, this one ends off with me hitting the sickest clip of my life. Are you seeing this? Where's the noise for this? There's 1 million comments of people telling me I have skill issue, and yet failed to commend me for my accomplishment here.
Acknowledge me.
With that, we finish out the simulation campaign and move on to this game's final campaign, Wild West. And dear lord, I guess they heard the complaints about the lack of levels in the last campaign, as this one's coming in at 40. Anyway, not sure what was going on in that last pack, but for this one, we're right back to introducing a new faction all themed around the Wild West. And for the first level, we're dropped into an army of miners. I mean, yeah, I guess they do a lot of mining in cowboy movies, but, you know, not the first thing that my mind goes to. I mean, for me personally, it's Rob Schneider in Brownface. These guys are actually decently powerful, as their pickaxes have long arcs that can sweep up tons of units at once. But if they're gonna use their cheap spammable unit, that means I have to use my very own favorite equivalent. Oh, Candlehead, nobody quite brutally murders like you do. In the next level, we're introduced to the Wild West's second unit, the Cactus. This unit is similar to something like the Blunderbuss or Hay Baler, where they're a slow unit with armor on that lets them soak up a ton of damage. Only difference here is that the Cactus is so much more bulky. Seriously, compared to something like the Hay Baler, which I could just knock out with a catapult shot to the face, these guys seem to take like 100 hits. Not to mention they are perhaps the most sadistic unit in the entire game. Oh, no. No, they're carrying the dead corpse of my fellow spear thrower just to rub it in my face. The cacti are a cruel people. They kill not to follow orders, not for the love of their country, but for the pure satisfaction of murder. But I do end up smashing through the level with my old reliable here. Next up is bullets and cacti, and we're surrounded by 6 cacti and a new unit called the Gunslinger. I don't care how many bullets they have. What the heck? Where is it going? Okay, it's okay. I think that my mammoth clears here, honestly. Oh, these are blue. Oh, these are on their side, not on my side. Oh, that makes sense. Stop digging in his butt. And if you didn't believe me before about how bulky the cacti were, just look at how long it takes my mammoth to kill these 2 already weakened cacti. Though he is eventually able to take them out. What the hell is that? Safes? They got crooks in this game? Criminals just dropped? Oh my god, they throw a safe at you. Oh no. No. My dragons! Who is alive still? Oh no. We gotta get the final dragon over here. Kill these cacti. I think we clear this, yeah. The next level seems to be going completely fine. I'm taking out nearly all of the units in sight. But then I noticed that this horse unit is not attacking like anything else I've ever seen before. What the heck? I got hogtied! No! Mammoth! I don't think you guys realize how much health a mammoth has. Imagine if these things still roamed the earth. They do. It's called your freaking mom, bro. The next level introduces another completely new unit, Ball and Chain. But don't get too used to them, as my dragon just absolutely pulverizes him into the ground. But the real scary unit is the one we're introduced to on the next level, the Quick Draw. And I'm gonna send a bunch of skeleton archers at you. No way you can kill us all. Go. What the hell? What the hell? How is that a skill he has? What the frick? He can dodge? That doesn't seem very fair. Alright. Let's just send some vampires at the guy then. I don't really think he's going to be able to do much about that. You can try and shoot all you want. Oh my god! Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go too well for you. The following level, 3 Bandit Gangs, is decently tough, as it combines the bulk of the cacti with the absurd damage potential of the gunslinger, letting them rain down bullets on me while stalling me with the godforsaken cacti. Oh my god, the cacti are so annoying! I hate them so much. I mean, just look at the way the combination of the gunslinger gunslinger in the cacti just completely mogs my poor Jarl. And so I decided to go with a Sea of Dragons, as the gunslinger's slow defense should be easily abused by using a unit with such incredible range. But it doesn't go nearly as well as I'd hope, as the cacti pretty much immediately weighs down my dragons, getting rid of most of them. But you have to remember, just because the dragon is gone, doesn't mean you can count out the ones who lift him up.
If we could get... Oh my god, the monk went crazy on him! Holy crap. This guy was alive? There's a dynamite thrower over here? Okay, she has her toe stuck. I don't think we can take out these cacti. They're pretty brutal. I don't know, my crew's trying their damnedest. Come on, how many shurikens can one cactus take? What? What? Who do I have that's still alive? He's alive! Then get up! What are you doing? What are you doing? Get up! Get up! What are you doing? Oh, yes. Get up. Okay, we just have to kill this dynamite thrower. Well, first things first, let's make sure to, like, juke her out. So maybe she throws her dynamite. Nope, she seems fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Nice!
All the Bullet features another completely new unit, the Gatling gun, and holy crap does this thing eviscerate. These guys fire at such a rate that anything it hits will be constantly blown backwards from knockback, which gives the levels 4 gunslingers the perfect amount of time to just unload fire into you. And if you're thinking of striking down these weak defense units with some sort of ranged units, too bad, as there are cacti sitting up front that just completely soak up everything.
Oh my god, these things are unstoppable! Oh my god, how many bullets? They got Gatling guns! Alright. 69 halfling formation, go! Run! Yes, kill the cacti. Okay, we got completely
Maybe we need minotaurs.
Yes. Then they can just burst through the cactus, hit the gattlers, hit the gattlers, hit the gattlers. How am I supposed to hit the gattlers? Come on, go. Get up! Get up! Alright. Firework archers, that's a good idea. Come on, firework archers. Shoot. Oh my god, how many of you can possibly miss bullets? Oh my god. Wait. Oh no, we're gonna win. Never mind. We're goated. Firework archers are the goat. Oh. Defeat! But I have to beat you immediately. Oh my god, these things are insane!
Then I'm struck with a bout of inspiration. What if we use their own men against them? I'll place down harpooners. That way we can hook into the gunslingers. Then the Gatling guns will take out their own men. Then, finally in the back, we've got a sea of dragons to kill off anyone else remaining. And immediately my harpooners fail and grab all the cacti, dying to the cloud of bullets. But then, when I thought it was over, the second line of harpooners in the back, they latch onto the remaining gunslingers. And while that all works out, it didn't really account for any way to kill the Gatling guns, and my dragons are swiftly targeted and riddled with bullets.
How do they have perfect aim? Meanwhile, my freakazoids can only shoot at the same goddamn cacti no matter what I do. Alright, I'm going around the long way, y'all. They're never gonna catch me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't know where I'm going. They're not gonna see me coming. Oh, no. It's just these two things. Feels like it's gonna take a really long time. Waka! Sneak attack! Sneak attack! Get him! Get him! You'll never take me alive! Oh, and yet he took... Okay, well, I got him at least, so I feel good about that, at the very least.
Seriously, no matter what I try, these cacti just soak up so much damage, completely blocking me out from reaching the back ranged units. And even if I manage to move them with harpooners, my units are just obsessed with them for some reason.
Come on, Zeus. I'm gonna need you to clutch up for this one. Just hit the guns. Hit the gunman. Hit the gunman. Hit the gun... No, turn the flip around! Look at these guys, they have Gatling guns. You're focusing on the one dude who's wearing plant skin. You're driving me crazy. You're done. You're done. You're out. You're out. All right, I'm starting to get annoyed, y'all. You're probably thinking, you seemed annoyed like an hour ago. All right, what now? Catapults. Hold on. Hold. Distract with the boards. Catapults into our own men. Lose everything. But then there's only one cacti left. There's no cacti left. We get... No, don't turn around. Are you crazy? Oh my god. The cacti are destroying my freaking troops' AI. I'm hitting my limit, y'all. I am hitting my freaking limit, y'all. I'm hitting my limit. I'm hitting it right now, and I'm hitting it all today. Pirate captain. Yes. Yes. It's all happening. Finally. Please. Didn't even get a chance. This is awesome, honestly. Hold on, what about some jousters? Then maybe the jousters could get behind enemy lines. Okay, I gotta take control of one of these jousters, though. Let me do it. I don't want to be the freaking painter! Let me be the jouster. Yes. Oh, okay. Let me be this one. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm the musketeer, and I'm dead. Oh, and come on. Oh, please. Yeah. Oh my god!
That was torture. Yeah, if you hadn't realized by now, the units in the Wild West pack are really strong. But more than that, they're just intensely frustrating to play against, with them either having like a million health or just completely debilitating your units. And those goddamn cacti are far and away the most frustrating to fight. Come on. Okay, this is looking good. I'm sick of the cactuses! I'm actually gonna crash out! Stop focusing on the cactus! It's not crazy! Stop! What are you doing? They're literally shooting lead into your behind! And you're freaking throwing bullets at the ground! You're so stupid! What are you doing? The cacti are sick, twisted, demented beings, sitting there soaking up any and all bullets thrown. And if you try to avert your gaze, cacti use their powers of mind control to ensure your focus is never broken. They strike any and all units into a hypnotic trance that has them block out any other units, even if they're being blasted to bit by their bullets. As you die, the cactus is all you can see. And he laughs. It's the last and only thing you'll be able to see as your mind fades off, sent to hell, where you know one day you'll be forced to meet the cacti again. So once we switch over to playing as the Wild West units ourselves in the 17th level, I of course immediately spam as many of these sick demented cacti that I can. And in the back, I want to back them up with one of those Gatling guns. But as I search through my new unit list, I realize there's a ton of units we saw back there and I'm completely unable to use. But I also noticed there's a second additional tab added here this time. Secret? What? I don't have any secret units. I want the Gatling thing! Where's that? Where's my Gatling thing? I want the Gatler guy! Confused for now as why I'm unable to use those missing units, I decided to just throw down a dead eye behind all my cacti. Now I am the one to harness this sadistic power! Oh, I've seen what happens when you focus too much on the cacti. Let me tell you, you're not getting through that. You ain't getting through these cacti. Let me tell you. All my cacti are not dead. You're joking. What the? This is a joke. Is it a farce? What the hell? When they use it, it's like 4 billion HP people. When I have a cacti, he just gets mogged by a freaking clubber and a bone chief. Are you joking? Oh my god, are you joking? How is that fair? Show me what the you may start to realize that I'm kind of annoyed. I'm sort of starting to get annoyed. What the hell? If this cacti can't take a single freaking clubber, okay. What the hell? This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay, yes, come on, gunslinger. Come on, gunslingers. Come on, gunslingers. Yes. Oh my god. What the frick? There's freaking dinosaurs in this game? The hell? The frick's going on here? Well, my cacti massively underperformed in the last level. This time they do a great job at holding off this mammoth. I think that's why I struggled so much with them. They're much better at holding off big units as opposed to small armies, which you know is my preference to use in situations like this. This is why they pair so well with the gunslinger, who can just rip through armies with their spread damage. One of my other favorite units to use in this pack has to be the dynamite thrower. Like, they're not very good, but they only cost 100 gold, and it is kind of funny to just see them spam across the whole battlefield and watch as they explode everything in sight. More often than not, your very own units. But if you weren't convinced on the power of the Wild West units, look at the way I just tear through this king. I mean, I can't think of another unit who could so easily rip through one. Because of this, I tear through the first chunk of levels before approaching the 26th level in the pack, Ullr's Army. Who is this? I'm not familiar with him. Who the heck is that? Is this Thor? He's like throwing axes. I didn't have access to a Thor unit. I would have liked that. I don't know who that man is, but I mean, the level is called Ullr's Army, so I guess he's Ullr. What I do know is that this level must be a doozy, as I'm given a budget of 10,000 gold, which makes sense as Ullr's being guarded by 2 Jarls. But most of the time, you don't even get to them as the aerial strike from the 4 Valkyries stalls off most of your units, while the Ullr can slowly pick them off. But it's then that I get an idea. A twisted plan that will ensure there are no survivors on either side. Dynamite throwers. All dynamite throwers. With so much gold, I can afford 100 dynamite throwers. In order to succeed, I will turn this icy ridge into a crater. Yes! Yes! Go, my dynamite throwers! Explosions enrapture the battlefield. Bodies fling into the air, lifeless and cold. I see corpses red and blue alike fly up into the air. The dynamite does not discriminate. It does what it was meant to do. Explode. The smoke clears and I see the wreckage of what was caused. Bodies thrown across the battlefield. Their lives taken from them in an instant. Of course there are! No man could possibly survive that onslaught of bombs. Oh, and both Charles and the scary Axeman survived. Okay, dynamite plan is a failure. No, it wasn't a failure. It just needs reformatting. I'll put a gunslinger in the back. Then he can keep safe and fire down any survivors from our dynamite explosion. Oh, and that plan failed too. There are just like way too many of them survive. Okay, screw this. I'm going with the Minecraft YouTuber plan of attack. I placed down an army of miners. These miners serve to protect my gunslingers in the back, and I placed down some cacti as further damage sponges. This actually ends up working far better, and I'm able to take out everyone but Ullr, who gets stun locked by my 2 remaining gunslingers. In the very next level, those miners seem to work out well for me, so I placed down another horde. But us in the opposition position are perfectly matched, so it all comes down to our miner versus one of their ranged units. But we've already closed in, and he has to reload. This is my perfect victory. That's right. I win. Just kill this crossbow user. We got it. We got it. The hell was that? What are you doing? Come on. No, what? I gotta take over. What the hell is your problem? Oh my god, what was that? I seriously cannot wrap my brain around the AI in this game sometimes. Our miner was literally approaching him, had him cornered, and all of a sudden he decides to turn around. Why? This time I play as the miner and do the job that the AI was supposed to do, but 10 times better. Oh my god, art does really mirror real life. Using my evasive gamer maneuvers, I'm able to distract the opposition for long enough that my gunslingers in the back can clean up the rest. Also, I just realized these guys are holding 2 guns in each hand, so 4 guns total, and as a true blood American, I just gotta say I appreciate the representation. Next up is a level called Shogun Samurai, and oh boy, it's a toughie. It revolves around using a unit that I've never seen before, the Shogun, who happens to be one of the most devastating units in the entire game. I go with the strategy of cacti up front, with miners behind them to take out the first waves while those demented green freaks soak up bullets. Then in the back, of course, we've got gunslingers to clean up the rest. Get the Shogun, y'all. Get the Shogun. Oh, we're gonna clean house. We got this one. Who's that? Who the hell's that? Oh, crap. Guys, look. He's right behind me, isn't he? Oh, he was right behind me, and it wasn't he. Oh, God. What the hell? He just did a kickflip. Oh, no. I did not realize that they were going to have guys in the back like that. Okay, if they're going to put a giant samurai in the back like that, I guess we need to protect both sides of our gunslingers. And so I place cactus shields on both sides. And you know what? Why not throw some dynamite throwers in the back as well? There's a good chance they could clear the giant, letting the slingers focus on the Shogun. Okay, that did not go to plan. He's doing like tricks and crap over here. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Okay, well, if we can at least kill... Oh, okay, so we have like 2 cacti left, and he's got a whole ball. We can't even kill this guy. Yeah, we didn't even get to fight the boss. We didn't even get to that point. The chance of us being able to take out 2 bosses on opposite ends with the famously pretty frail Wild West units are low. So instead, I formulate a plan to use the level to our advantage. Firstly, I was going to place just an army of miners in the back. That way they could hopefully push the giant samurai off the cliff. Then I'll take control of a dynamite thrower out front, and if I throw it well enough, I should be able to launch the opposition into this hole in the middle. And then when the time is right, I'll strike. Time still isn't right. Time's right. Yes! Oh, it actually worked! Did we kill this guy back here? We did! Miners, let's go to work. Yes. Push him off. Push them all off. Where's the last blue guy? Who's still alive? Who's still alive? Who do you have to deal with? What the hell's going on over here? What the hell? Oh, that seems bad. I'm seeing some sort of like ancient witchcraft. Oh no. What's going on? What's going on over here? Who is still alive? What? Defeat! Okay, well, whatever that was, it seemed like it worked, so I decided to just run it back again. The problem is, though, that most of the time, their units don't line up so beautifully like they did the first time, and I can only send a few spiraling down the hole to their death. Or, in the worst case, this is perfect, that's perfect. Hit them all into the hole! Okay, I needed a little bit earlier, I think. Okay, we killed the samurai. We just managed to push him off, it seems like. That's a valid strategy. Who is this guy using ancient magic? What are these yellow things? Oh, this guy. Like, all these, like, swirls and crap. Who's still alive? Oh no, I'm sorry, buddy. It's better this way. To be gone does not mean to be forgotten. For those who pass on the battlefield forever live on, inside the minds they serve to save. Memento Mori, Miner 33. Memento Mori. Why was he digging in his butt the whole time he was falling? Okay, I want to see exactly what happened down here. Honestly, it was barely even the miners. Seems like the cacti mostly got him. All right, so it seems like we don't need nearly as much over here. So can these guys still solo this? Come on, push. Come on, y'all. Yes, we got him. No, he's coming back! You're joking! It's over, guys. Yeah, being able to push off the samurai giant feels wildly inconsistent. I just keep running it back over and over again with slight alterations until these miners can push the giant off the island. But miraculously, one of the times I'm trying this, my 3 gunslingers on the right just like magically cleaned out all the troops, including the Shogun on the other side. To this day, I have absolutely no clue how they're able to do that, but I've been stuck on this level for 40 minutes now, so I'm not going to question this in the slightest. No rest for the wicked, though, as the very next level is an absolute toughie. This one featuring just a ton ton of musketeers and balloon archers and a whole host of other Renaissance troops. After losing a good number of times, I realized I must be missing something. You see, you may have noticed a ton of units that seem to blend with the themes of past packs, but I had just never seen before. Things like the Shogun, who matches with the Dynasty pack, the Uller, who matches with the Viking pack, the Gatling gun, who matches with the Wild West pack. This is because all of these units are not unlocked from the start. In fact, despite generally fitting in with these packs, they're all part of a new hidden faction called the Secret Faction. There are 39 different units in the Secret Faction, and in order to unlock them, you need to head to custom mode and use this free roam mode. Once in the map, you may find some out of place set pieces, like this axe sitting inside a tree. If you hold your camera there for 5 seconds, the item will start to glow and disappear, which unlocks you a new unit, in this case giving me the Executioner. These items are usually hidden in pretty unique locations, and give you a real cool sense of just how large and meticulously planned out these maps are. Like, I love this one on the Viking map where you gotta fly in through this window of this little castle, and then you find Uller's hat in there. Or on the Renaissance map, where if you look up at the sky, you can see this little balloon man has just always been hanging up in the air. This in total doesn't take me too long, only about 20 or 30 minutes to go through the map, because I was obviously using a guide. I can't even imagine trying to do this without one, and just looking at every single random object that happens to be placed on the map. Not all of these secrets unlock units though. Like this one on the Farmer map unlocks a completely separate map called Farmer Snow. And then on that map, there are even more secrets for you to unlock. But perhaps the strangest secret is hidden on the Medieval 1 map. If you head under this stone bridge, you'll see a little door with an insignia on it. And if you stare at it for long enough, the sigil will start to glow and the door opens up. And if you head inside...
Whoa! What's going on? Ah! What the hell? Huh? Oh. Do I go through? What? Whoa. Protected advance.
Yes, we're transported to a full-on level? Huh? You might be thinking to yourself, a secret level? I thought Wild West was the last campaign. Isn't that what YouTubers said? If only it was that simple, feeble viewer. You see, I was doing this thing that I learned from my dad called lying. No, this game doesn't have 9 campaigns and 282 levels. It's actually got 12 campaigns and 379 levels. Meaning we've still got over 100 more levels to go. Dear Lord, why have I done this to myself? After flying around every single map in the game, I had finally unlocked every campaign as well as grabbed the achievement for finding every hidden unit around the map. Since I unlocked all those, once I plop back into the Wild West campaign, I'm able to use all of the secret units associated with the faction, including the one I have been waiting this entire campaign to use, the Gatling gun. My god, what a beauty. And was it everything I ever hoped it to be? Absolutely not. They immediately get destroyed by just a few jousters. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this to a bunch of gunslingers instead.
Oh my god, it's raining bullets! Oh shoot, they gotta reload. Oh crap, oh crap. Come on guys, reload quickly, please! Okay, the solution is... to win.
The campaign continues on like you'd expect, facing off against the pirate and then spooky factions. But after that, the campaign just keeps going. Now we're not even playing as the Wild West faction, but we can play as any faction we want and have to beat a few levels with unique win conditions. These levels are actually super cool, though I have no idea why they were slapped into the back of this campaign. First up is this level where they've placed down just 4 billion units. But instead of needing to kill them all, you only need to break through enough to kill the king. The point is supposed to be that all of the front units block him, but they can't really block fire, so bye. Next up, we've got a level featuring a bunch of berserkers and some Valkyries. And by some, I mean 30. Luckily though, we don't need to win the level, just survive for 15 seconds. But even that's gonna be a struggle, as we're only given 1,500 gold for this one.
15 seconds? Is 15 seconds a long time? I don't think so. I just put down a crap ton of halflings. I need to be one of the halflings. Run. We gotta run. We gotta run, dude. Dude, okay. Let me be a halfling. Let me become a halfling. Okay, we almost won on that one. Okay, let me become this one. Let me become this one. They'll never find me. They'll never find me. All you have to do is survive. It's like Hunger Games. Come on. Uh-oh. Oh no. They got all my friends. Oh no. Oh no, there's nowhere really to hide on this map. 3, 2, 1. Jump off the cliff. He can't get us off the cliff. Oh, nice. Choose your poison. I have to defeat either a shogun surrounded by 4 ninjas or a shogun surrounded by a bunch of monks.
For this level, I decided to just scroll through some of the new units I've unlocked and find one just called Raptor, which seems awesome and actually is just awesome. They only cost 200 gold and just look at how fast they are. You beat this level in literally 3 seconds, which makes them the perfect fit for the following level as well, where we need to win within 25 seconds. I just let loose as many raptors as God will allow, and boom, victory. The level after this calls for us to beat Zeus in 30 seconds, which means I can call upon the raptor army for a 3rd time, and they all got distracted by their units, completely neglect Zeus, and die. But you know what's even better than 1 Zeus? 3 Zeuses, but that also fails, as they successfully kill every other unit on the map, but Blue Zeus just has too much health for them. I got it now. Oh, a chomp. Literally, I would just need to fire a single shot at the Zeus, and boom, it would be instantly dead.
Now you just have to hit Zeus. No, don't turn! Are you joking? You must be stupid. In what world would you ever want to turn in a situation like this? Hit the Zeus!
psychopath. Okay, whatever. What ends up working for me is a completely new unit, the Artemis. She's got this like ultra powerful bow with quad shots. If I just immediately run to the right, all of the knights guarding Zeus will follow me, which gives me the perfect clear shot to nail Zeus in the head, putting an end to the Wild West campaign. Next up is the Legacy campaign. This campaign's actually kind of unique. You see, in the pre-alpha stages, Tabs was a lot different. And back then, there were no factions of any kind, just like 30 or so units with no theme around them bundled together. As the game evolved, these units were effectively sunsetted and removed from most of the content of the game. However, the devs didn't want to remove them altogether, so they slapped them into this big old pack called Legacy, and now it's got its own campaign mode. The first thing you'll notice is, Jesus Christ, this map is big. According to the devs, they decided to make this map this big in case they ever decide to add your mother to the game. But since the level is just so dang big, you need to use units that move fast, otherwise the opponent's range units will just have so much time to whittle you down. Hence why in this first level here, I throw in some jousters who can swiftly poke or decapitate all of the blue army. But if you don't want to try this and use a swift unit, just throw down a Zeus like normal. This plan never fails. Like always, these levels start off pretty simple, but don't be fooled. This is only to lull you into a false sense of security, as this is without a doubt the hardest campaign in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And all this starts with the 6th level in the pack, Siege. Holy hell! What the hell? They got so many guys! This is insane. They have so many ranged people too. I don't even know what to do here. Because this level is so spread out, I can't even whip out the whole reliable for this one, as they just get shattered to bits by the ballistas. I'm sorry, dragons. You failed me. I'm leaving you behind. I'm sorry. I'm going on ahead. I go through all the typically reliable units, but lose time and time again. The problem here is that the firepower of the ballistas and catapults is so high, and they're so far away that most range units can't even reach them. And no matter how fast your melee units move, they don't even stand a chance of making it over. So I start scrolling through all the selection pages, desperately looking for something to magically fix my problem. But what about the Deadeye? I kind of forgot about him since they didn't really utilize him much in the Wild West campaign. But he should be able to nail the ballistas and catapults from far away, right? Alright, come here, Deadeye. I need you to hit this ballista. Oh, nice. Oh, I should have been the Deadeye years ago. Oh my god, I'm taking out everything I ever wanted. Holy crap, Deadeye kind of busted. Oh my god! Holy crap, this unit is so good. Oh my god, we might win. Holy crap, being the Deadeye is sick. Freaking nice. Deadeye rocks. Is this a Pharaoh? Pharaoh of Poison. Alright, how about Dragon of Killing? Yep, sounds about right. And with that easy victory in our back pocket, it was on to the 8th level of this pack, Flag and Banner. On the surface, this one looked like a complete joke. I mean, there was only 5 units to take on here, and 3 of them don't even attack. So how could this pose me any difficulty at all? But these attacking units are no ordinary units. You could not be more wrong. For those wizards are ungodly creatures born straight from the depths of hell. What's that? We're not doing the Mozart music thing again? Cut the music! Why not? Oh, because this level's actually really simple. You just need to plop a Deadeye way in the back corner and you can finish in 3 seconds. So we're just gonna skip over it, even though it took me 40 minutes to complete. Okay, yeah, no sweat. I guess I'll just save the suffering for my therapist then. Since I was so rudely interrupted on the last level, I'd like to take the time to explain 2 units that we're going to be seeing a lot going forward. The Flag Bearer and the Banner Bearer. Both of these units are completely unable to attack themselves, but give buffs to units in the little circle that surrounds them. For the Flag Bearer, all units around him will get a little speed boost. And for the Banner Bearer, all units around him are stuck in place and won't move. While that seems like it would be pretty much entirely useless, I can assure you he is definitely the more useful of the 2 for reasons you'll see later on. The next noteworthy level is called the Tank, and it's tricky because, well, they have a tank. And this thing is much better than the frail old Plagiarism Brothers tank. If you don't believe me, watch this clip where it just absorbs 2 full Wacha shots. I have never seen another unit in this game be able to perform such a feat. I try lighting it on fire, running it over with a mammoth. I even try using the much stinkier and worse tank, but none of it worked. But even though I didn't know the solution to this level, luckily for me, someone on my team did. Someone I believed in, someone smarter than me figured it out. I'm possessing a ballista and get absolutely blown to bits by a tank, and soon falls down one of our mammoths as well. Captain Mammoth looks around.
How many times will we go through this stupid game, watching all my friends die again and again? When will we know the only thing that can take out a tank is another tank?
It was then that Captain Mammoth knew what he had to do. A tear rolls down his face. He preps his front legs and walks his body straight on top of the tank. The ballista user calls out,
No, Captain Mammoth, what are you doing?
Everybody's time comes eventually. Just looks like mine's today.
In the heat of the moment, the tank fires a round straight into Captain Mammoth.
Goodbye, Ballista Man. I'll never forget you.
The tank round slams into Captain Mammoth, but his absurd girth absorbs the hit and bounces the round straight back to the tank. As the explosion clears, you see the carnage. Captain Mammoth had sacrificed himself in order to take out the tank. Ballista seizes her chance and fires an arrow straight into the remaining troops. She looks up to the sky. Captain Mammoth is watching over us now. The only thing left to do is make him proud. Well, at the very least, we hopefully won't be seeing any more tanks for a while. Four tanks? I was not even gonna try and attempt this one myself, so shout out to the Tabs Wiki for giving me this awesome plan. Basically, you just spam the battlefield with as many ballistas and Wachas as you can, and then throw down some tactically placed halflings. These guys need to be spread as far apart as possible. Tanks are really good at crowd control when units are grouped together, but not so good at casting a super wide net. It takes them a good long while to track down all the halflings, and since our real artillery is in the back, the enemy AI will prioritize all of the halflings first, giving us ample time to unload arrows into them and win the match. The next level is called Thor's Battle, and obviously centrally features Thor as the leader of the enemy's army. So of course we had to see who the true god of lightning was as I slapped down a Zeus. Who will come out on top? The old king or the modern celebrity? Of course, like all political figures, I wasn't gonna actually just wait to find out. I was going to cheat. Hence why I placed down 2 Zeuses that easily overwhelmed the Thor. This actually gives me the achievement Superior God, which I did not even intend and gave me genuine joy when I accomplished. But the level's not over just yet, as even though we've taken out Thor, they've still got a whole army of showers left. And both my Zeuses had been taken out. All that remains against their 10-member holders is my single Wachella, which of course is a completely unfair fight.
For them? Oh, no. Wait, hold on. Watch out, you might clutch up. Okay, hold on. How big is this map? Oh, no, we didn't hit the guy right in front of us. Come on. No. Reload. Oh my god, one single arrow. No, not like this. My next attempt, though, I cut the bolt measuring contest short and have the Wachas actually take out the Thor, which lets my Zeus take out all of the remaining units. With that taken care of, it was on to the end, the final level of the Legacy Pack. And they went all out for this one. In front, peasants to distract us. This exploding barrel guy. A whole host of vampires. A regular tank. 2 Da Vinci tanks. A bunch of musketeers. And to top it all off was a wizard protected by his crew of boxers. This would stand to be one of, if not the most difficult fight in the entire game. Unfortunately for the devs though, the map is so astronomically big that I can just use the same halfling ballista strat that I used on the other tank level and come out on top. And with that, we had completed a random level in the pack and still have 15 more levels left. Oh yeah, I guess we never played as the legacy units ourselves. Well, in my defense, calling the previous level the end really threw me off. The legacy faction has far and away the most units at its disposal. All the other ones get along with like 6 or 7. This one contains 16. Now with that many units at our disposal, that many alternative options for every fight, that huge range of choices to go into battle with, you'd expect the rest of this pack to be an absolute breeze, right? Yeah, actually. I mean, there are certain standout levels that gave me a bit of trouble, but for the most part, yeah, this is a lot easier than the front half. So let's go through some of these units which we use, and see which we'll be carrying with us, and which will probably be never mentioned again in this video, you know, like the Stoner. Wait, has anybody checked in on that guy? Oh no, he's lighting up, but it's the middle of the day, and he's in front of a church! Stoner, you gotta get out of there! Oh no! The altar boys are coming in for service, and the priest sees him stoking up! Oh, okay, just sneak away, Stoner, and maybe you can— Oh my god, he threw the bong at them! Why would you do that? Yep, they called the police, that makes sense. Oh my god, he's getting 25 to life. Was it worth it, Stoner? Was it worth it? The first unit I'd like to mention is Thor. Thor costs a whopping 2,200 gold, but boy is he worth it. Not only is he very capable in hand-to-hand combat, but he's got this Thunder Strike attack that not only has unlimited range, since it doesn't fire directly from him, and instead comes down from the sky, he can fire it at units of any height or distance. He'll end up being perhaps the most important unit in the entire game later on in this playthrough. Then we've got this barrel roller who, he rolls on a barrel, and that barrel explodes on the very first enemy he runs into. I do not know why he chooses to do this, but it is extremely effective at clearing small groups of units and doing good damage to longer ones, especially if you combine them with the other ones. Then there's the poachers, who are basically just like little archers with these teeny tiny bows. They fire much quicker than other ranged units, which can make them really good dummy units to push back the enemy and demolish low value units. We've got the tank, who I've already covered, and finally the wizard. I didn't talk about this unit much since I was so rudely interrupted, but he's absolutely insane. Any unit that he strikes with a blast will be fine for like 5 more seconds, and then he'll just rise into the air, limbs flailing everywhere, and then they explode. This has got to be the cruelest way that any unit has to kill someone. Like, let me tell you, they sure as heck weren't doing that in Harry Potter. They were probably spending too much time with some handicapped character that J.K. Rowling decided to name Rampy McWheelie. This character follows the same trend as the previous one and has some levels with unique win conditions. Like this one, where you have to defeat the entire blue team, but we're also given a pharaoh that we can't let die. For this one, I make sure to slap down a banner bearer to ensure that pharaoh doesn't run off and get himself killed. Then I slap down some poachers to protect him and Thors to do the heavy lifting, which all get the job done. Level 23 is a toughie though, with 14 headbutters, 10 ice archers, and 4 jarls. I struggle with this level again and again and again until I discover something that would crack this game wide open. I mean, seriously, discovering this next strat is how I felt in Slay the Spire when I realized how good Snecko I was. You just see everything a little bit differently, and it completely recontextualizes
initializes the game. Okay, so for this strategy, we're gonna need to take a Thor and place him in some sort of unreachable location. Like here, we can place him in the middle of the trees where no unit could ever get to him. Then next to him, we place a banner bearer, and that's literally all we need. You see, the Thor's infinite range lightning strikes mean he can kill any unit that tries to approach him. And since he's obscure behind these trees, no one could ever get to him. The banner bearer ensures that the Thor never leaves the safe position and only focuses on firing his shot. This is truly just a broken strategy that we can make work on almost every map, as most of them have areas that are safe to place down a Thor, meaning that you can literally not lose. This is actually the main reason I'm able to blow through the Legacy campaign so easily. I mean, this strategy is like brainless and unbeatable. Now, there are some maps that this doesn't work on, like when you need to place inside of a circle. That's why the 32nd level of this campaign ends up giving me so much trouble. Roll your way out. For this level, not only are you limited to just this circle, but you also have to protect this boxer. How good is the boxer? Well, the Totally Accurate Battle Simulator wiki says that he should be considered the worst and least cost-efficient frontline unit in the game. And on their side, they get 4 gunslingers. You might be starting to get a sense of why exactly this level is so dang difficult. You need to like immediately gun for these gunslingers, as they'll just shoot the boxer the second the level starts otherwise. Only problem is that they are like all the way over here halfway to Mars. Are you joking? Like, look at this attempt. I tried to slap down a bunch of peasants as far as I possibly could from the boxer, and yet the second the level starts, boom, one of their fire ranges happens to overlap with him, and he's dead. Okay, maybe I should try and be the boxer and just bolt as quickly as I possibly can to get the heck out of dodge. Nope, they still snipe me. But don't worry, I'm taking this all really well. This is torture. This is torture. How am I gonna ever do this in one attempt? Eventually, I figured that my best attempt is probably going to be using wizards. Since they can kill units in a single hit, so long as I'm quick enough, I can kill all the gunslingers before they even have a chance to fire. And of course, the AI would just get distracted by all the miners and gun for them, so I need to be the one to hit this. Get the gunslinger, get the gunslinger, get the gunslinger. Where's the boxer? Okay, hold on. We can do this. Oh, I fired that really badly. Damn. Okay, I think this could actually work, though. Okay, less sure now. Come on, come on, come on. Boxer! What are you doing, brother, man? Like, what? Dude, man, this is terrible. Okay? No! Dude, this is torture! Get up, get up. Hit this. Okay, sick. Give it our all. This wizard. Come on, hit this guy. No. Okay, we have a shot. All the gunslingers are dead. They weren't all dead. What have you been doing this whole time? You didn't kill a single one of the gunslingers! Are you kidding me? What are you doing? Oh my god, that's insane. Stop firing at the miners! Do you have rocks for brains? Oh my god. Please, just hit this. Hit that. Yes. Hit this guy. Sick. Okay, we can slay him with our sword. Then hit the gunslinger. Just hit the gunslinger. Come on. Yes. Ah! Come on. Okay, wizard. Hit this. Okay, flung him. Get him. We're sick. We gotta go to him. Okay. This could be it. Come on. Go. Just hit him. Okay. Who's the... Okay, I gotta be the boxer. Oh, this wizard's still alive? Oh my god, that sucked. And with that, we had finished the Legacy campaign, and we can move on to our second to last, Fantasy Good. The great thing about this map is it's got this little water bridge on it, high above where the other units couldn't possibly reach it. So you know what that means.
I can't stop winning.
Oh, and they made us place into a circle, which is why I whip out the dragons. Nope, that didn't work at all. Okay, I haven't really been paying attention since I've been in like lightning go brrr mode, but when I killed this guy, he went into like a chrysalis, and then he emerged as like a time god. What's happening? Well, now it's my turn to figure it out as I progress to the second half of the campaign, where I now get to play as the fantasy unit. And that guy I saw before is actually the Chronomancer. And he, yeah, I don't have the faintest clue what this guy does. I mean, I know he like flies around and like does time things. I really don't know. He costs 3,000 gold though, so he must be kind of good. The next level, I try out the Solar Architects who, they make like a spinning ring of light magic, I think. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. I do not understand a single thing about any of the units in this pack. Like, we started off with like Clubber. He's a guy who holds a club. Now you're slapping Arbiters of the Holy Land that have the power to control the air's energy into plutonic force, and you're losing me, brother. Like, these guys have like magic shields around themselves, but they can die with the shield still active. Y'all, I could not figure out Deer Simulator. Simulator. It's a game where you play as a deer. You expect me to figure out what any of this means? Were these seriously the units everyone was begging you guys to add? There's no T-Rex in this game, but people wanted Divine Arbiter. But I'm forced to at least attempt to learn these units, as level 15 is here to whip me into shape. This one features 8 archers and 4 kings, and I do not know how many units who could take out 4 kings, much less combinations from this nonsensical pack. I mean, just look at how the kings just effortlessly stroll past our magic circles and dispose of my architect. Like she was a speck of dust that they just need to sweep away. I try out the Chronomancer because big unit mean kill many enemies, but he doesn't even take out a single king. And if you were hoping to maybe place units in a way that gives you a terrain advantage, that is just simply not possible. Because as if this level wasn't hard enough already, they limit you to only placing units inside this teeny tiny circle. Alright, if there's no way I could possibly kill these guys, maybe there's another way. I slapped down a bunch of righteous paladins. I also love that they had to call this unit the righteous paladin. Like, why can't they just be paladins? In case they were gonna maybe add another additional type of paladin, the non-righteous paladin. And why even label them as righteous? They're paladins. Obviously they're gonna be righteous. That's like kind of their whole thing. It'd be like calling them intelligent professors or misogynistic street interviewers. Like, we get it. I placed down a bunch of paladins as they use the attack where they like to call down a hammer from the sky, like that one Hearthstone card that I can't seem to remember. My hope is that this will strike down on the king and push him off over the edge to his death. And you know, while this does actually do an excellent job of toppling the kings over, the knockback is not nearly enough to push them off. Alright, well, let's try the Sacred Elephant, which they kill in literally 2 seconds. How is that even possible? The best luck I'm having is with this Divine Arbiter and the Glaive Throwers. The Arbiters have this like yellow swirling magic that like hits from far away, and then I think summons down some sort of sky attack, like from the heavens. I feel like an insane person reading this script. What is this? What is this magic? Let's go back to guns. Okay, all that's important is that it's good. The glaive throwers just throw these giant boomerang looking things, but they have the ability to bounce from enemy to enemy, which can rack up tons of damage. I tried just about every combination of these 2 units you can think of. Arbiters with the shield guys, no luck. Arbiter and a Chronomancer, no luck. I tried them with Architect, still no luck. It's then that I realized that if I wanted to beat this level, I was gonna have to get a little creative. And so I decided to possess a glaive thrower myself and hide like the little coward I am. Come on, run. Just keep running. Gotta get behind the trees where it's safe. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. No! Ah, crap. We're so boned. Okay, now we're behind the trees. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. This is awesome. I love this. See, look, I'm firing. This seems good. Guys, if we can just get that last guy over back there. Okay, nailed. Nailed him. Okay. Oh, crap. Now it's me against 3 kings. Oh, this is really bad. Got the archers at least. Oh, run! Run! Get out of here! Okay, we did something, right? Because we got rid of all the archers. Okay, I gotta run. Because I think if I can, like, get behind a tree or something, maybe, like, this could honestly go pretty okay. Oh, no, we didn't get rid of any of the archers this time. Ah, run! Oh, no. It's over. Like, is there any way I could, like, just hide behind a tree? Does this work at all? Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. They're coming back this way. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah! I forgot to get rid of the archers. Oh, shoot. Problem is these kings are freaking tough, man. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Great, I'm just going Chronomancer, Arbiter, and a Glaiver. Okay, I sniped all the Arbiters, all the archers. Can the Chronomancer clutch up? Can one Chronomancer take on 4 kings? I am very doubtful of that. Oh, no, he died. Now I have to take on 3 kings myself from just my Glaive. This seems bad. This seems bad. This seems really bad. Oh, oh, no, wait. Hold on. Oh, my God, I might be the goat. Oh, my God, I might be the goat. Aw, dang it. We didn't even get through 2 kings. Like, this is such, like, it's just so BS. I just don't even understand how we could ever get through 4 kings with the amount of money they give us. Like, okay, yeah, I take out the archers. Now what? Look, there's 4 kings here. God, this is such a stupid level. I think becoming a Glaiver is the only way to take out those archers. Okay, we took out all the archers. Okay, I don't know where I'm going, but I'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll figure it out. What the hell? Oh my God, hold on! Look, they jumped down the cliff to follow me. I didn't even know that was in their programming. Oh my God, they're kicking each other. Oh no, it's over. 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 Oh! I do eventually end up winning, but I could barely explain to you at all how I did it. I had like a paladin up front. I'm possessing a glaive thrower in the middle with 3 arbiters way in the back. I guess the paladin is able to stall the kings off for long enough that 2 of them go down. In the meantime, I hit 2 of the sickest glaive snipes I've ever hit in my life. Oh my God, onto the archers. Like, look at this. The kings take me out, but by then there's only 1 remaining somehow. So then the 3 arbiters are able to clutch up, take out the king, and finally finish this one out. My biggest critique for that level would be that when I get to use the dummy overpowered units, that means fun. But when the enemy gets to use the dummy overpowered units, well, now you've just gone too far. I breezed through the next chunk of levels just spamming down Chronomancers, despite not having the faintest clue what exactly he does. I spawned into this level called Decisive Maneuver, and I can already tell this one's gonna be a real toughie, as they've got the ever-powerful Shogun on their side. I placed down a couple of the usual suspects, and...
Oh, the Shogun fell! The Shogun fell in the hole! Holy crap, that is so lucky. Insane levels of luck that have never been seen before. Holy crap, we did not deserve that.
All right, what's next?
I wanted to kill myself. What is this? What are you joking? 4,000, 8,000, 1, so 12,000. You're freaking joking, man. Give me a freaking break, bro. If I learned anything from this, you can do a lot with a bunch of Devour gauntlets, like all over the place, a Chronomancer, and 2 Glaivists. Don't know how good the Glaivists are here. All right, so we didn't manage to get through a single one of the tanks. Wait, but can't the tank not? Nope, the tanks, they can aim. They learned aiming. All right, I don't care what you do, Chronomancer, just target one of them at a time. That much I know you have to do. Okay. Chronomancer, hold up. Oh, hold on. Seems like we gotta hit this thing with like one more bullet. Oh no, Chronomancer, come on, lock in. But you know, perhaps I was too harsh on you, Mr. Mancer. I shall give you one more shot, one opportunity. Will you capture it, or will you just let it slip? Oh, we could have this. Come on. Oh, that seemed good. That seems like a win. Come on. Nice! Yes, it was I who was wrong about Chronomancer. Even if I'll never know what the ever-living heck you do, I know it's good. And I know that it must be the key to our victory. No, come for me! Don't go for the Chronomancer! Come for me! Please, I'll sacrifice myself for you, Chronomancer. Yes, please, Papa, survive! I don't know where the dad thing came in. I gotta look into that. I'll bring that up later. Come on, Queen! No, Chronomancer, get out of there! Daddy, please! Yes. Oh, please. I'm punching her for you, Daddy. Okay, come on, you got this. Come on, Pops, please. Please, for the love of God, you got this. Yes! The worst part about that is I now have to include that take in the video. 2 Grim Reapers! Well, how about 2 Chronomancers? All right, Chronomancer, do your thing. Okay, you got one of the Reapers? Okay, you got this one. Come on, Chronomancer. I trust in you. If you die to a Candlehead after killing 2 Reapers, I am going to be upset. Is there anybody I can be besides the Chronomancer? Because I'm no good at that. You died to the Skeleton Archers! And as much as I'd love to give some more applause to the ever-mystical Chronomancer, the goat of this one is definitely the Glaive Thrower, who literally took out every single skeleton from halfway across the map. But here to undo us once again is none other than the Cactus Gunslinger combo. 2 demented souls whose putrid desires feed into each other to create a ball of hate and destruction. So if I was gonna beat them, I was gonna have to get a little creative. What if we put a Chrono here, and then I'm just gonna have to like lock in as a secret Glaive user. Secret Glaive user, go. Who discovered me? I don't hear a lot of action going on out there, I'm gonna be honest. Which, you know, that could be good. That could be really good. It just doesn't exactly inspire confidence when I was the only one who was hiding. I mean, I had a Chronomancer out there. Okay. It looks like a lot of the Cactus users got taken out. Ah! Wait! Maybe it's just the Gunslingers! If that's the case... Oh, no! I got tricked! No, you tricked me! I didn't even know that was possible. They had strategy. They hit me from both ends. I was like, oh, I'm safe. They're all coming that way. And the Cactus was in my behind. You know, gotta respect the game. You know, I can't hate the player. Can't hate the game. Wow, that was pretty good, honestly. Next time, instead of hiding, I just sacrifice myself early, but bring down some gunslingers along with me, which lets the rest of my units clean the rest up. And with that, we had now finished the Fantasy Good campaign, and it was finally on to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator's last campaign, Fantasy Evil, which, you know, on the surface sounds exactly the same as the Spooky Pack, but I'm willing to give them a chance. This campaign is overall kind of easy, though I'm not sure if that's more because of the content, or that by this point I actually know what I'm doing. Or maybe it's because of Thor and a banner guy, and some peasants distract. Thor and a banner guy, distracting peasants. Thor and a banner guy, eat on my nuts. Thor and his banner guy, they're 2 guys who've got the same goal. They don't wanna go nowhere. Why don't we stay shoulder to shoulder? I gotta be the Thor. The disaster strikes as we get further in. There's a unit on the evil side called the Tempest Lich, who can use a ranged attack to summon in a giant thundercloud that then rains lightning bolts down on you. And the craziest part is, this guy doesn't even need to be anywhere near you. Wait, they're doing the exact same strategy that I'm doing. Hey, that's not fair. How
dare you? That is my cheese strat. And don't you ever put your grubby little paws on it ever again. I walk up there with my king and smack the lich upside the head to make sure he learned his lesson. And in my rage, I failed to realize that an army of evildoers still haunted these halls, and I quickly become outnumbered when they manage to take out my first Thor.
Come on, you've got one job over here. No, hide. Hide. Don't go towards them. Use your lightning strike attack.
Oh, I won. If you say so. He doesn't seem so sure. He's like, holy crap, I barely won. Having shown the disgusting blue army what it really means to cheese, they never try and steal my strategy again, and I frolic through the rest of the levels in this pack without an issue. That is until it was my turn to play as the evil unit. And of course, I lock in as the unit I've been waiting to try the whole time, the Lich King, so that I can hopefully evolve my cheapo strategy to a whole other level. But unfortunately, this is not the case. The Lich is not nearly as powerful as Thor. Firstly, his range is much more limited, meaning you just can't hide on Mars and fire off blasts until all the enemies are gone. Secondly, unlike Thor, that's really the only thing that the Lich King can do. One of the great things about the Thor camping strategy is that when the plan fails, which it frequently does, he's still a super bulky and adept physical unit. The same cannot be said for the Lich, who can only fire his thundercloud and folds like a sack of potatoes when the tiniest speck of dust brushes past his shoulder. He still has a lot of niche use, but don't get me wrong, he's not nearly as universally strong as Thor. The unit that is pretty dang strong though, and I'm glad I unlocked before starting this campaign, is the Infernal Whip. These guys are technically secret units, but we're allowed to use them in every level of this campaign, so I'm not really sure the difference. These guys have these two whips in each hand, which gives them insane range for a physical unit, and the whips do a lot of damage and can easily clean up big crowds. They're not as durable as you would expect for something to be of its cost, but its damage and range are too good to pass up. I mean, just look at the way he tears through this mammoth. The big old boy of this pack costs 3,000 gold and is called a Void Monarch. He's pretty similar to the Chronomancer in that at some point he transforms into a much more powerful version of himself, but he does it a lot better. First of all, he doesn't transform into some lame freaking butterfly. He calls upon Satan himself, who engulfs him in flames and turns him into a claymore-wielding demon. He can launch units with his massive sword, has an insane amount of health, and he's got this teleport move that I don't understand at all, but I know it's freaking cool, man. But despite his strength, it's still not enough to get through 2 kings and a bunch of healers. I mean, that would just be insane. And it's this level that would teach me about the value of our absolutely next goated unit, Shadow Walkers. Shadow Walkers are another cheap spammable unit, coming in at the low cost of only 200. But compared to other units around that cost, he's got insanely low defense with pretty good damage output. Now, this is usually the exact opposite of what you want in a spammable non-ranged unit, as they're supposed to really just take bullets and protect your more valuable units. But Shadow Walker has this absolutely overpowered quirk of being able to teleport huge distances. Like for this fight, I placed them all the way on my side, and they're able to instantly zap over and take out all their healers on the opponent's side, letting my other units come in and clear out the kings. Or at least that's how I wanted it to go down. Instead, the kings end up being too much, and the walkers get backhanded by the king. So instead, I try sending in 3 whippers.
Whoa, did we actually kill one of the kings? No, he just fell. Oh my god, he actually died. Okay, hold on. Hey, maybe we could tank this. I don't know how, but just maybe there's a way to knock him off the cliff. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, we've got the ranged advantage. Oh my god, we're shooing. Oh no, yeah, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. What do you do? Oh, he can't hit us. He's getting stuck on the tree. And if we just, oh no, the healers. Oh, we have the low ground is actually the advantage in this situation. Who would have ever thought I would say that? Oh my god, we're owning him. But the healing, he's healing too quickly. Oh god, we got him? Oh. Gotta give credit to the whip users.
The next level features a buttload of units, including 2 ZEUS, making any formation we send out them just get absolutely rolled. So I formulate what I view as a foolproof plan. I'll place a Tempest Lich on top of this Parthenon-looking thing. That way I can just rain clouds on the enemy army. Except there's one problem with that.
What's hitting me? Snakes! Oh my god! Okay, wait, hold on. I think, though, we could have bodied that. We can just get the ballistas. I'm gonna feel really good. Come on. Did it work? Oh my lord, I got deleted. Holy crap.
Yeah, there's just absolutely no way I can reach the ballistas with my Tempest Lich. His range is much shorter than you might expect, which is where my Shadow Walkers can finally come in. It takes a few attempts, and also me not possessing them and leaving it to the professionals, while I take control of the Void Monarch to make sure he targets the ZEUS as opposed to all the other meaningless units.
Yes! Unlimited power! This was the key to success. Oh, I think I got one of the ZEUSes, actually. Oh my god, there's so many guys still. Who's even getting me? This is freaking ZEUS, right? And the snakes. I think I got the ZEUS. Oh, it's just these guys, right? Oh. Who's even shooting at me? Oh my god, he's executing him. Who's even still alive? What's going on? Oh my god, he got back up. He's letting him do it the honorable style. That was awesome. What the freak is that? I'm not familiar with you, buddy. Who are you? 2 Jarls. This giant... Well, giant...
Bunch of ice archers. How much money do I have? Oh, 10,000. Jeez, he must be a mother flipper, man. Yes, this is an ice giant, and he is absolutely no joke as he just freaking crushes my poor Void Monarch in 2 seconds flat. These guys are by far the most expensive unit we've ever seen, clocking in at 6,000 gold. And so I need to send in a whopping 3 Void Monarchs to even attempt this. Still let me explode. Okay, I went demon form. Kill him. You got him. We just thrown the giant. Oh, nope. We just fell down. Well, that's not great. Yes, focus on the giant. We got him. Oh, we're stronger together. Yes. Yes, we got this. We got this. Okay. I need to lock in as the Tempest Lich. The Tempest Lich is... No, he's not dead. Okay. Yes! I've learned a lot. After blasting through a couple more easy, mostly forgettable levels, we had made it. The final campaign level. Just one more barrier and we were out of here. One last hurdle to jump over and I would finally be freed. And they did not hold back on this one, as we would have to go up against a horde of tricky units and most notably a Thor. I slapped down 2 Void Monarchs and a bunch of Shadow Walkers and pray. And things start off really good, as my Void Monarch is able to kill Thor and all the giant spearmen. It's seeming like a victory for old Shawnee here, but a single chariot still flies across the map, taunting me, and my Void Monarch desperately tries to keep up. Can we catch him? Like, can he even hurt us? Like, how long are we gonna be standing here? All right, can we get a move on? What's going on here, guys? Dude, I never even heard this part of the song, man. He's just roaming around. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh my God, this is still going on? This is still happening? Oh, we won. Okay, nice. And we finished every campaign. Oh my God. Yes, and just like that, I had finally done it. I had completed the tutorial part of my 100% journey. Wait, tutorial part? What does that mean? Yes, everything you've seen so far. All the battles, the fights, the wins, the losses. It was all simply just to prepare me for the real challenge that now stood before me. Far and away one of the lengthiest single achievements I've ever tackled on my channel. A war that would force me to go through battle upon battle on end. Watching my troops be wiped out, losing hours of progress. A gauntlet that even with all this strategy in the world, hundreds of hours of planning, it would all come down to random chance. For totally accurate battle simulator refuses to go out with a whimper and would now task me with the burden of completing every single campaign mode in the game without dying a single time. Oh, no. No, where are you going? Go to the mail, please. What's going on? What are you doing? Why would you post up there? No! Oh, come on, bro. You're shooting at the roof. I hate this game. It's over. Please! No! No, please! No! I'm so sick of this game. This is by far one of the most insane achievements I've ever tackled on my channel, and took this game from a nice 30-hour romp with some fun levels and gameplay mechanics to a miserable slog that would push me to my very limits. So yes, you do need to actually beat every individual campaign without dying a single time. Now you're probably thinking, well, Shawnee, you've beaten every single level in the game. Can't you just reuse the same strategies that you did in your winning run again? And you could not be more wrong there, buddy. And you'll see exactly why later. But for now, let's head back to the game's very first campaign, the introduction. This campaign starts out pretty easily, as you may recall, with a few levels where you have the financial advantage and can easily overwhelm the enemy. Not to mention, I've got a much greater knowledge of how this game works now, like which units are good and which are bad, and the importance of proper unit placement. I can blow through all of the tribal and farmer levels straight to the medieval ones. This is a tutorial level of sorts, where the enemy units lie on the other side of these thin corridors, spaced into these big groups. Obviously, you're just supposed to use the catapult here on each corridor. In fact, you have exactly enough gold for 2 catapults. It's the perfect level for these two, and this is the obvious solution, right? Oh, that did not feel like it hit a lot. Okay, I think this is still doable. We need them to get distracted by the squire there. Oh crap, there's one left! Oh, no, it's over. No, man! What? I did it with 2 catapults before. Let me try running it back exactly this same setup, and I want to see if I win. Bro, it was just RNG. Do you see how easily I won that time? Yeah, you might have realized this already, but Totally Accurate Battle Simulator has just so much variance. But not in the obvious things like the AI of your unit. Since there are so many factors in a battle, little things that just happen to change can have huge effects on your battle. Let's take this fight, for example. This is the second level of the introduction campaign, Spears. The level just features 2 sets of spear throwers that are placed pretty far back on the enemy line. Due to it being such an early level, you only have access access to protectors, clubbers, and spear throwers. The obvious solution here is to throw up some protectors in front to tank as many spears as they can, and then have clubbers behind them to come up and kill the spear throwers before they reload. And well, yeah, most of the time, this works out perfectly. And even though you've got a limited amount of clubbers, the spear throwers don't have time to reload, and you can kill them while they're still defenseless. What if you load into level, and all the spear throwers happen to throw their spears at perfect angles, completely incapacitating all your protectors? As such, your clubbers spend extra time stepping over their dead corpses. Because they did that, the spear throwers now have time to reload by the time your clubbers arrive. And since every single protector on both sides is now dead, there's no one to protect your dear little clubbers, and they are swiftly wiped out without taking out a single unit. Oh great! I used the same setup that I always do, and I still lost, like terribly. Like watch, I'm just gonna run it back. I'm just gonna run it exactly back, same exact team. Oh, yep, and I completely owned. And I just completely owned. Isn't that just awesome? Isn't that just so awesome that can happen? Just like, it wasn't even, like, before, I got completely owned. And this time, I didn't have a single troop die. Not one single of my units died. I didn't even change a single thing. I just ran it back with the same exact team. Like, isn't that just so, dude, isn't that just so awesome? Isn't it just great? I'm gonna throw myself into the freaking sun. During the introduction campaign, I tested this across my first 16 deaths. After each of these losses, I would run back the exact same setup, not changing one thing, just immediately running it back. In 80% of those runbacks, I would go on to win, meaning that whether you win or lose is completely out of your hands most of the time. Even the most consistent strategies would sometimes fail due to factors completely out of your control, like your chieftains deciding to go towards the enemy unit, making it 100 times easier to take them out, or your bone mage deciding to summon his projectile in the middle of nowhere, or your stupid harvester getting her sights stuck on this tower while everyone else around you dies. This achievement makes no sense in a game like this. Let's look at a game like Hollow Knight. That game has a hard as nails achievement where you must achieve 100% completion without dying a single time. Now, don't get it twisted. That achievement is mind-bogglingly difficult, and it's not for the faint of heart. But this achievement is one that rewards knowledge and skill. What enemies do you need to look out for in this room? What rooms should you avoid until you can get certain power-ups? What's the best boss fight to get the most power going into the other ones? There can be wonky moments with the AI, of course, and even moments where you head into a room and you just get cornered in a way that seems unwinnable because of the way the 3 primal asphids just keep shooting at you. I wish you would go away. But for the most part, all of this is completely in your control, as long as you have enough knowledge and skill on the game, as you are one character fighting against a whole horde of enemies. Tabs could not be more different to that. Each battle features tens of different units, each with their own independent AIs that you have little to no control over. One little thing, like a single unit turning 5 degrees to the left, could have catastrophic consequences towards you winning the fight or not. You remember the very first level of the game? You know, the one that only serves to introduce you to the mechanics of tabs, where you're given enough money to buy an additional 2 clubbers, meaning you have 8 clubbers and the blue team only has 6. Remember that level? Well, guess what? That level is losable. And I don't mean like if you place all the units on the edge where they fall off, you're gonna lose. I mean that you could put all 8 clubbers right where you always put them, and due to the way the blue clubbers swing and the way your clubbers group up, you could consistently lose this level. And because you have to reset the entire campaign every time you lose a fight, you have to risk every single fight each time. Oh, and looks like we're gonna lose this one too, guys. Don't worry, because this 2 shield bearers are stuck on each other. Great. I lost. Watch me run it back. Watch me run it back again. And this time I won. Isn't that just so awesome, man? I love that. Because the game has wonky physics, I get to spend 200 more hours of my life doing this. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, for putting in these dope achievements. Okay, he died. Oh, come on, Catapult. You can hit this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you put up the... Why would you post up there? What were you doing? I was trying to distract at the freaking... Why would you go over there? Why wouldn't you just shoot straight ahead at the 3... Why would you go over to the diagonal? Why? But despite all my crash outs here, few levels in this pack reached my rage during this attempt of the introduction's 3rd level, Stick and Bone. This level is fairly standard, just requiring you to dodge some projectile attackers by spreading out your units. But as we thin out the opposing units, for whatever reason, the battle just doesn't end. I mean, I see no other blue units around, but we're still here. I then notice all my red clubbers grouping up in this pile here. And so I figure there's a blue unit somewhere in this flesh puddle, but they're all stuck on each other and no one can fight. So I try possessing some of the units and slowly moving them away from the circle. But no matter how many I free from the clasps of this oval of magnetism, the clubbers just immediately shoot back in.
Who is still alive? I don't understand. Who are we fighting? Guys, what are we doing? Who is still alive? There's no one blue in there. Why is this still going on?
What's going on?
Is someone alive here? I don't know.
Guys, please. I don't know what the flip you guys are doing.
I don't know what's going on. There's no blue guys there. There's nobody blue. There's nobody blue left.
I fly around the entire level and under it and don't see a single blue unit. And so I decide to kill off every single one of my red clubbers until there's only a couple left to see if I can gather any clue about what's happening here. With so few around, I can see that my clubbers are still circling around, almost searching for something. It's then that I realize the only possible explanation. Somehow, one of the blue units has glitched into the floor, making him completely unkillable.
There he is. Yep, there's a clubber stuck in the floor. So that means my guys can never win. Isn't that awesome? And now I get to restart the entire campaign again.
Now, luckily for me, this only meant redoing 3 levels. But the fact that this can even happen in the first place just goes to show you how this achievement was not meant for this game. After 3 hours in a row of losing, I finally snapped after losing this run that was just oh so close to the end. So it's then that I get a twisted, demented idea in my head. For so many hours I had watched the perverse, cruel actions of the Blue Army pummel me time and time again, punishing me endlessly. But what if I was the perverse one this time? What if I was the one inflicting suffering on the red team? What if I was blue?
Yes, this time I will be the evil blue side, and I'll show you what it really means to be a demented individual. No longer will I play the nice guy. I will torture you, red soldiers, for years and years to come. I'll kill my own men, all in service of making you suffer. Yes, I can feel the blue power rushing towards me. I don't know why I said I can feel the blue power throbbing inside me. You get the point. I'm gonna do some evil stuff. Evil stuff. Come on, please, don't bring me to tears. I just did my makeup so nice. Please. Get up! Hurry up and beat it. Oh no. Oh my god. You know what? It's honestly harder being on the blue team than I thought, guys. Oh wait, no! I forgot. They had that Neo quality. No, they really didn't. They really did not.
Well, that was a complete failure. I'm going back to the red team. After another hour of attempts, I finally managed to get all the way to the final section of this campaign, the Viking levels. In fact, I make it all the way to what I consider the hardest level in this pack, Medium Army. Remember the one with the 3 Jarls, a ton of archers, and the brawlers? Since you've only got access to the ancient units here, you're basically forced to use a ZEUS and some ballistas, and hope to god the ballistas clutch up and take out the Jarls.
Let's become a ballista. Kill this Jarl. No, I missed! Oh, crap.
Look, I know I'm no expert in aiming. I mean, you should see my toilet seat. I think those splash marks may have made permanent stains on the porcelain. But watch this frame by frame. Do you see that? It just barely misses his leg. Like, do you see the jump he's doing? How is that even a possible coding option for him? Anyway, this miss cost me everything and I lose. On my next run, though, I discover a setting that would monumentally help me get through this gauntlet. As if you go into the settings, you can turn on health bars for every single unit. This is extremely helpful, as it makes it easier to know which units you should be targeting first, as opposed to just randomly whacking whoever. It does unfortunately kind of clutter the UI, but just like the time I ate meatballs at an IKEA until I physically threw up, sometimes a little bit of pain is worth it in the pursuit of knowledge.
33 meatballs, by the way.
That is my meatball limit.
I don't know why I phrased it like it was some sort of like anime power scale.
I'm going beyond my meatball limit. Pass me a hot dog and meet me in the Ottomans.
We enter my 6th hour and everything seems to be going right.
No one's gonna notice me here. Yes! I've got you from behind, you fools! Oh shoot, that harvester's about to die. No, she's not! Yes! Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, Catapult City, baby. Catapult City, we in Catapult City.
Nice!
Okay, we're in the final stretch now. That's another spectacular victory, it sounds like! Get into the ZEUS, get into the ZEUS, get into the ZEUS, get into the ZEUS. Okay, I'm possessing the ZEUS. Get all the little guys, all the stupid ads. Just distract him long enough so that maybe the ballistas can get him. Okay, or we we could just kill him, maybe. Okay, wait. It seems possible. Come on. Yes. Okay, now here's the one. Here's the one we've all heard about. This is gonna be tense. Come on, this is really the last level. After this, it's so easy. After this, it's so easy. Okay, we got all of our guys. Nice. We got all the other Jarls. It's just his last Jarl. Yes, it's just one left. It's just one left. It just is left. One of the ballistas locked in. Yes, there's just one level left. There's just one level left. Yes. Please. We're so close. Throw your stupid boats. Yeah. Throw them, please. Yes, that's the last guy over there. Yes, kill him. Slaughter them. Let their remains rot in hell. Yes, no one will remember you. Your parents will forget you. Your family will never have even loved you. Please, erase them from existence. Please. Let go of the boat. Your time. Yes. Oh, yes. And the crazy part is, as happy as I am about that, it's only the freaking tutorial, man. It's only introduction. Look at how many. Oh my god, it's 6 pages. I forgot about that. It's 6 pages. 6 pages. 6. Oh, I can use whoever I want now. I forgot I could do that in this campaign. Yes, luckily for me, unlike most of the other packs, the Adventure, Challenge, and Simulation packs all allow you to use whatever units you like for most levels. And you know what that means. Time to spam our Banner and Thor strategy, baby. Except, bad news. This strategy actually kinda sucks. Despite it, in theory, being invincible, there are a lot of little things that can go wrong. Firstly, Thor's other attack has him take a little step forward, which over time can have him burst out of range of the Bannerman and either die or end up stuck here like me. Secondly, there are tons of situations where Thor actually won't be able to hit a unit. Like in this very level where the enemies manage to slip under this ledge guarded by a tree, meaning that no matter how many shots I fire, I can just never hit them. And so I would embark on a journey to find the new best broken strategy, trying out all the secret units I never had the chance to use, until I found it. A unit so powerful, so terrifying that it cracks totally accurate battle simulator in half. I'm of course talking about the almighty cheerleader. Now this might have you a little confused. Really? A cheerleader? How could this thing be broken? Well, let me show you. Okay, so this is how fast a ZEUS normally throws. You know, pretty good. If you throw them at the same time, it goes like... You know, pretty fast, right? Okay, here it is with a single cheerleader. That is significantly faster. Look how fast I'm throwing. Okay, now look what happens when I add 2 cheerleaders. Just freaking annihilating everything in sight. Look how fast this is going. I can like barely click. But now, look what happens when I add 3 cheerleaders, which only cost 1,500 by the way. Like, that's as fast as I can click. I'm just throwing every single second. Look at how many clubbers I'm throwing down here. This is like $20,000 worth of clubbers, okay? Look at how I could just annihilate them all. $20,000 worth of clubbers. Done. They're dead. Every single one. I did that in 3 seconds. Let's see that go down without the cheerleaders. Look, we're making okay progress, but it's not even close. Look, they just like completely mogged me. It's not even close. Like, we killed them all before any of them even got close to me. There's no way I could win this now. I am not exaggerating when I say that Cheerleader is without a doubt the best unit in the game. And it only costs 500 gold. The bonus attack speed you receive from it is mind-boggling. Your initial thought might be that it's basically as good as having 2 of a unit. For only 500 gold, that's pretty good if you're duping something like a ZEUS. You're saving 1,500 gold. But the Cheerleader, under most circumstances, is actually way better than having 2 or even 3 of that unit. And I know I've only been showing this in reference to ZEUS, but you can apply this to any other unit in the game, especially ones with projectiles. With Cheerleader support, the 2 new gods of tabs levels become ZEUS and Ballista. ZEUS can fire his lightning so rapidly that it just blows through any level with a ton of filler units. Ballista, on the other hand, is excellent at taking on levels with really big units like Jarls, Kings, or Mammoths. If you're not given enough gold for a ZEUS, Gunslinger is a great budget option, though he's much more frail. This will cover a good amount of the units in these packs, like probably 65 to 70%. But there's a decent amount of levels that these can't cover, like levels with limited budgets, levels with really fast units, and of course levels where your unit choice is restricted. And speaking of that, let's talk about the levels that take this campaign into one of the most annoying in the entire game to do Deathless, Final Destination. The adventure campaign features 16 different Final Destination levels. And as you know from earlier in the video, the intent of these levels is just to have an epic showdown, a fight for the ages. And putting my general disdain of these levels aside, these completely ruin any fun that you could possibly have at attempting this. Now, some of them are consistently easy to win, like against the Hoppite, where he's got no range, and a stone thrower will always take him out before he reaches you. Or Jarl, where you've got 1500 gold to use, allowing you to make a complex setup that can consistently win. The trouble is actually in these earlier and mid-game levels. Let's take a look at Final Destination Clubber, for example. A clubber costs 70 gold, and as such, you are given 70 gold. There are only 5 combinations in the entire game that you could possibly spend 70 gold on. 3 of those options are just placing down a single unit that's inferior in every way to the clubber, being the halfling, bard, and painter, meaning your only 2 viable options are 2 peasants or using a clubber yourself. And peasants suck, believe me, I tried using them, so really your only option is to also use a clubber. Now you might be thinking, Shawnee, I mean, if you just possess the unit, you should be able to take out the stupid AI with your superior human intellect. And as much as I'd like to agree with you, the problem, like I said earlier, the physics in this game are so wonky is that actions are incredibly inconsistent.
Get him, get him, get him, get him!
No! Come on, I did it perfectly! And I lose in these stupid Final Destination levels where you have no options, no choices, it's just a freaking coin flip.
Come on. Because it's basically just a 50-50. Come on. Yes, get him! Get him, get him! No, 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 you missed, you missed. No, 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 no.
No! See? So in order to prevent this from just being a straight club swinging match, I try and find a consistent setup that can win every time I load into this level. I try baiting him off the cliff, waiting for him to take the first strike, making the first strike myself, none of them find to be consistent. And so I come up with a new plan to make it so I don't have to restart the entire campaign every time I lose here. I just start with this level. You see, the order you tackle the campaign doesn't matter, as long as you win every single level in a row without dying. And so by starting with this level, you can limit the amount of times you can redo the levels before this. However, this trick of course only works once, which of course is an issue when all the other Final Destination levels in this pack are only like a hair less frustrating. So I decided to go through every single Final Destination level, do extensive testing as to the best methods, and then, dear God, take notes on them. What is this game pushing me to? Studying? Like Final Destination Halfling. You use a squire, continue backing them up until halflings jump at you, then slice them down as they stand up. Final Destination Farmer, you're best off using a peasant and a halfling, possessing the peasant, and while the halfling holds down the farmer, smacking him upside the head. And levels like this are actually really fun to come up with creative solutions with, though they're not always super successful.
Guys, what are you doing? Guys, I don't understand what you guys are doing. Please just stop. You're just killing each other. I don't, oh, I hate when this happens. Like, I don't even quite understand what's happening.
Still pumping the wall.
Oh my God. Get out of this loop! What are you doing?
But it's still a blast to think of plans for most of them. It's just a few apples that spoil the bunch. Like Final Destination Valkyrie, for example. This challenge would push Valkyries to become my most dreaded unit in the entire game. The true harbinger of loss. Their ability to fly and bolt down just extremely fast is nearly unstoppable by any other unit, especially when you're only given 500 gold to fight with. The solution I find with the most consistency is using 2 musketeers, but you have to pray the AI doesn't miss their first shots. Otherwise, there's absolutely no way you could ever reload in time, which would be a shame if that ever happened. After 4 hours straight of testing, I can finally actually hop into some attempts. I blast through most of the levels with my cheerleader ZEUS, and then spend minutes at a time praying to God I can pull out a win on the dreaded Final Destination gauntlets. I get a good run going and get past some of the notable toughies, like Final Destination Bone Mage and Chieftain. In fact, I make it all the way to the campaign's 40th level without a loss, which meant I was on to 1 at a time, a level with 11 Berserkers, which I slap in the same category of god-awfully annoying right next to Valkyries and Xenoblade fans. You only get enough money for a single ZEUS with a few distractions, so it was time to lock in.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. This doesn't seem to be going well at all. Oh, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. Why did I use ZEUS? Oh no 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 please no 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 I don't want to lose everything. Please 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 please. Oh yeah, exactly as planned. Exactly as planned. I make it through this Valkyrie ambush that I hate, and it was on to a level I usually find pretty easy. It's a total wreck. This one features a bunch of boat throwers, so the best method I found is to just slap down 2 gunslingers and some distractions, which usually works like an absolute charm. But of course, this is totally accurate battle simulator, and even the most consistent of setups can be undone with just a few mishaps. Crap, 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 crap. No, 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 no. Oh, thank God. Holy crap, they were so close. Oh my God.
But then it was on to the 50th level of this pack. We were in the final stretch now. Just 10 levels left. 45 minutes into this run. All the musketeers have to do is hit their shots. Okay, hold on. He's going for that one, it looks like. So I want to make sure I'm going to be this one. You know what? I trust him. I trust him to do this. Nope. I was wrong. I was way wrong. This is really bad. Oh, no. Okay. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, 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 no. No, no. 7 seconds. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No! Damn it! Oh, no. Ugh. Oh, these musketeers cannot hit their shots. Okay, I should not have trusted the musketeers. That was so stupid, okay. So, back to the drawing board, I guess. After 40 minutes of testing about every which way I could possibly send my 500 gold, the solution I land on is 5 headbutters and a halfling in a circle. Because surely she can't take them all out before one of them charges in. While I'm doing my retry, I'd love to touch on another level that I'm pretty proud of my solution for. Final Destination Berserker. Like I said earlier, Berserkers are quite annoying, and they're kind of just like a smaller version of the Valkyrie, which means you get half as much money to deal with them. And to consistently defeat him, I had to go into the depths of the secret units and found one I had never heard of, the Ballooner. This unit picks up ones around him and then drops them straight to the ground. While normally not super useful, this is great for taking out the usually far too speedy Berserker, not to mention that they don't take fall damage when the stupid Viking inevitably pushes them around the arena. After 7 more hours of attempts of this campaign, I had finally made it back to Final Destination Valkyrie. This moment meant everything. Come on, you got this, guys. I've already used one headbutt. Now's the time. Yes, you're gonna hit. No, you missed. You all missed. No, no halfling. Grab onto her or something. No, you're all doing damage to each other too, and you haven't even harmed the Valkyrie. Please, come on, halfling. This is your moment. Grab onto the Valkyrie. Yes, you evaded the sword. Yes, you could do this, halfling. Please, come on, buddy. Come on. No, 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 no. One headbutter's already down. Come on, halfling. What? Did you see that? He dodged it. Oh, a punch to the Valkyrie? Okay. No, another headbutter goes down. And the halfling's still up. No, no. He lived. He lived. Yes. Come on. Come on, headbutters. Please. Please. Come on. You got this. You got this, guys. Is the halfling down? No. He's still up and at him. No. No. Oh, it's over. Guys. Oh, no. We only have one head. Oh, no. We have 2. Okay, this one's still on the ground. You got to get up, buddy. Okay, who's he going for? Who's he going for? No. Yeah. Yes! I want to emphasize how insanely lucky I got there. I mean, if you watch the slowdown video, the Valkyrie literally flies into the headbutter's head spike. If he hadn't made that single foolish error, we wouldn't have stood a chance out there. This propels us to one of my other least favorite levels, Rushdown, filled with both Valkyries and Berserkers. But I'm just barely able to squeeze past it with like 50% of my health left. And with that, I had made it to the end of the campaign. But of course, I'm not done yet. Since I started on the 8th level of this pack, it was time to wrap back around through the first 7 levels. While most I could just blaze through, there was one ultimate Final Destination level standing in my way. Final Destination Halfling. Here we either win or it all goes astray. This is pretty much the most tense that this could possibly be. And it's against 2 halflings. Alright, starting. Okay, that one got hurt. Okay, wait for him to get up. First one down. Nice. Yes, wait for him to get up. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. What's he doing? Yes, yes, yes! I blazed through the final few levels with my patented ZEUS leader combo, and... Yes! Yes! I did it! Yes! Yes! After 8 straight hours of attempts and research, we had put the adventure pack to rest. Now, thankfully, despite what you might think, the first 2 packs were the hardest and longest that we would see for a while. I know that seems backwards. You'd think the further on they go, the more difficult they'd get. But like I said earlier, the first pack gives you extremely limited options in each level, and the second has those horrid Final Destination levels. So next up, we've got the Challenge Pack. And despite its name, this is by far the easiest pack to complete, taking me only 2.5 hours to knock out. This is for a few reasons. Firstly, I had my system down pat now. I would load into a level, and if it couldn't consistently be taken out with a cheerleader and a ZEUS or ballista, I would do a bunch of tests to find the most optimal way to defeat it. And thankfully for me, there were only 7 total levels in this pack that couldn't be defeated by ZEUS cheerleader or ballista cheerleader. 2 of these levels just have limited budgets and can be pretty consistently tackled by gunslinger and cheerleader, which just leaves us with 5 levels to find consistent plans to. First up is sights and potions, but this time we don't have any more budget to spend on animations, so you're gonna have to listen to my grating teenager voice for this one instead of the sexy halfling we casted. I tried for about 25 minutes to come up with some strategies that I actually thought were pretty cool, like Deadeye in the house with a cheerleader, but I come up with nothing that's consistent. And so I decided to check out the Totally Accurate Battle Simulator wiki. Now, I bet some of the real Tabs heads had been screaming at me to do this the entire video, but no offense to the Tabs community, all both of you, but this is not a very good wiki. On the wiki scale of like cat goes fishing to Terraria, this one's on the cat goes fishing side. Most of the level solutions they give are rapidly inconsistent, or sometimes don't even work at all. But even a stop clock is right twice a day, a blind squirrel sometimes finds a nut, and even AJR sometimes spits out a weed. The wiki turns me onto a secret unit that I had never heard of before, the Necromancer, costing only 1,200 gold. The Necromancer has got this little lantern, and when fired against an enemy, it will slowly drain their health. Once they die, they will instead be brought back to life as a skeleton warrior that now fights on your side. This is excellent for levels where you're given a limited budget and need additional adds to tank hits. Like here, where the converted Harvester skeleton warriors can tank all the potion throws from the sellers in the backline. Our new friend Harvester can also help with the next level Priests, where we can convert all these squires and turn them on their own healers. This leaves just 3 more troubling levels, and who would have guessed it, they all have Valkyries.
No. Oh, it's over.
Damn! I struggled through these 3 levels so many times, trying out a bunch of different combinations with ZEUS, gunslingers, ballistas, and none of them seemed to work. But once again, the wiki comes to my rescue and turns me onto a strat that I would end up adding to one of my most consistent mix of strategies, right next to ZEUS leader and sheer ballista. For this one, all you need to do is place down a few rows of dummy units, and then some dragons behind them. While this sounds really simple, it is incredibly adaptable, especially in these levels with fast-moving units. You can put a good amount of space between the adds and your dragons, and while the swift enemies are stuck there in the mix, the dragon can breathe fire on them from far away. And since they use fire, there's no limit to the amount of units they can target at a single time, just anything and everything that's in its area of effect. This method not only carries me through the struggle levels in the challenge pack, but also through the back half of the Dynasty campaign where you're forced to use Dynasty units.
Perhaps I treated you too harshly, Tabs Wiki.
And speaking of the Dynasty pack, it was onto that after my relatively quick romp through the challenge pack. But as I load in, I make a pretty harrowing realization.
Oh, what? You can't use freaking secret units in this pack? Damn it. Oh, crap. That really sucks.
Yes, with the exception of the simulation campaign, the next 7 campaigns would completely outlaw the usage of secret units. I mean, I obviously remember that on the back half of all of them, you're restricted to only using the campaign's titular units, but at the very least, I thought we'd be able to use them on the front half. So yes, it's here that I must say goodbye to our ever-valuable cheerleader. Oh, cheerleader, I could have never gone here without you. All the ZEUS you supported, the ballistas you fired, the gunslingers you applauded. Without you, I'm just a lost soul. In fact, my cheerleader, my cheerleader. You know, it didn't sound right. It didn't sound right coming out. Like, that's really his song. So without the lovely cheerleader, we're gonna have to go back to the basics for this pack. But here's the interesting thing about the Dynasty pack. It has probably some of the strongest units in the entire game. Dragon, Monk, Firework Archer, Ninja, Hwacha. All these units are extremely good. But they're also super situational and can only really work in certain layouts. Dragons and Hwachas are incredibly frail, and Ninja only works up close. Firework Archers work best near some sort of cliff. This is actually the best case scenario for us, as it means during the levels where we fight against the pack's units, it's easy to exploit their vulnerable weaknesses. However, in the back half of the pack, where we get to use the units, we can set up formations in order to cover their weaknesses. Probably the biggest weakness of the Dynasty pack, though, is their complete lack of long-distance ranged units. The best you got is the Firework Archer, who's not really good at doing damage to larger units. This becomes a particular problem on any level with low HP, high damage units like Catapult. As such, the problem child of this pack is definitely Notes and Arrows Revenge. After a ton of testing and tens of different combinations, I found there was only a single unit that gave me any chance of victory at this level, and it all revolved around a single unit. A unit that I had been trying to ignore this entire playthrough. A unit rife with so much variance that it either takes out the entire enemy squad or dies right there on the start of the fight. One that I hoped I would never have to rely on. I must be truly desperate to come to you for help, Monkey King. Like I said earlier, Monkey King has the power to create duplicates of himself and jump around the arena attacking the enemy. Though attacking the enemy might be a bit of wishful thinking, as like 90% of the time he just zip-zaps around the battlefield, and sometimes enemies happen to die in their wake. He will frequently jump off cliffs, corner himself, fail to attack the right unit, and possessing him is even more difficult. But here, he's all we've got, as every other unit in this pack is just incredibly frail and can't make it past the archers to smack down the catapults. And we can't even start with this level, as there's another level stretch that's even less consistent in this one. And I actually lost the footage for the rest of the Dynasty campaign, so that kinda stinks. But all you really miss is that the AI and the Hwachas suck. I failed the Monkey King level a bunch, play the Mega Man 2 music, pull through, yada yada yada, ZEUS, and more ZEUS. This campaign was relatively easy. But unfortunately, our streak of pretty easy campaigns would end there, as now it was time to head into the pure horror that was the Renaissance campaign. Despite now having over 70 hours in this meme physics game, nothing could have prepared me for the horrors that awaited me here.
Are you joking?
Oh, I hate this level.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Awesome.
Good. Unstuck.
What happened over here? Yay, I get to start from the beginning again.
Damn it. What the hell?
Damn it! Great, I gotta start over again.
Oh, I hate this one.
All right, I lost.
No! Oh, no. Oh, it's over. It's over.
Again? Now, what is it that makes this campaign so difficult to complete without losing? Well, it's a variety of factors, but the most notable is, like I said earlier, Renaissance units are just so bad. I mean, I kinda touched on this before, but this problem is just emphasized tenfold when you're not able to lose even a single fight. Most packs have like 1 or 2 really good units, like Ancient has Zeus and Ballista, Dynasty has Dragon and Witchon, Tribal has Mammoth and Chieftain, and then some decently good support units. Units that I wouldn't really use under normal circumstances, but with a limited selection, they get the job done. Things like miners, ninjas, harvesters, etc. Renaissance doesn't have anything even close to either of those categories. All the units are just weaker versions of units that exist in other packs, and they all just kind of like suck. Units like the Jouster, Fenster, and the Da Vinci tank just do not have the health or firepower to finish out these levels. The best unit, I guess, would be the Musketeer, as his insane firepower can be really good in certain situations, but his incredibly long reload time makes him hard to consistently use. But let's just get into those juicy problem levels, which of course are all in the back half of the pack, as these horrible units can all just be sliced through with Zeuses and Dragons. Starting off, we've got the least consistent levels in any pack in the game, and a pick for one of my least favorites, versus Medieval 1. This level has you pitted against 3 catapults and a bunch of archers behind them, and they're positioned way back. While this would normally be the perfect level for the Jouster, for whatever reason, you're only given access to Musketeers. Now, this level wasn't really notable in my initial playthrough, as well, since you only have access to Musketeers, there's not much strategy here. Just throw in your Musketeers, and yeah, they might lose a couple times, but eventually they hit the catapults and you can move on. It is not the case in a Deathless run. There is no just hoping. We need to find consistent strats that can be repeated and win most of the time. But no matter what I try, I cannot find a consistent setup. Horizontal lines, vertical lines, in the trees. The biggest problem here is once again the unit AI. See, the AI in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator will always target whatever unit is closest to them, and use their abilities the second they're available. This actually works out great for most melee units, but for ranged units, it's a death sentence. And even more so for slow ones like Musketeers. You see, since the second you load into a level, all your Musketeers have their ability up, they all instantly go to shoot the closest unit, which are these stupid bards here located on the sides. Now, while any one of these Musketeers targeting the bards would be annoying enough on its own, since they're absolutely harmless, the even bigger problem is that since every Musketeer has the same priority, they all go for the bard. All 15 of them. There's no inter-unit communication here, even though the entire specialty of the Musketeers is high damage single unit targeting, and if they were to all aim at different units, we could wipe out the entire squad in less than 3 reloads. Instead, every last one of them wastes their bullets on these stupid bards and lets the catapults wipe them out. This is probably my biggest problem with this game in general. If there was a way to pause and control what a unit should be targeting, it would make so many of these levels just way easier. And you're probably gonna go, alright, low bro, this ain't XCOM, this is funny meme game with wacky physics. You're taking this too seriously. Then don't add a freaking achievement that makes you beat every level without dying? I spent weeks of my life on this game. The best solution I found here is the patent jar strat, and that's because, well, it looks like a jar. Now, what is it about this strategy that makes it better than anything else? Well, with the way I've placed the units, different ones will be in range of the enemies at different times, which means that, yes, this is all just a complex ploy to take this out of the hands of the AI. I'll start the level, pause it, possess a Musketeer in the front line, shoot at a catapult, pause, find another Musketeer who hasn't fired his gun yet, possess him, shoot the catapult, and then finally, with a little bit of luck, there will only be one final Musketeer for me to possess and shoot the last catapult. However, this not only takes luck, but quick skill, as I've got like milliseconds to successfully hit each of these shots. But once we've done all that, the level's not even over, as now we've got to get through all of these archers, which are basically like a whole other level in and of itself, which, if you couldn't tell by now, is obviously the level I'm starting on. Of course, you've got the King Army level, where I'm forced to just sit and wait in a tree, which can very rarely actually blow up in your face. We're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting for him to die. We're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting for him to die. Where's the last king? I don't see him. Where the heck is he? Oh, he's stuck over there. Alright, well, let's see if we can make this jump. Please tell me I can make this. Okay, yeah, that worked. Okay. Down, 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 jump. No, oh, awesome. Awesome, because the king got stuck on the other side. Now I lose. I get to lose. I get the honor of losing. And then we've got another level where you can only use Musketeers. Seriously, what was their fixation with using Musketeers in this pack? I don't understand. They've got 7 Valkyries, and we get 7 Musketeers. This level is just complete luck. Sometimes the Musketeers will hit, sometimes they won't. No matter what my formation, don't even and try and big brain this one, just slap down your musketeers and pray. I actually took a few days off from grinding this to write earlier parts of this script. So when I come back, I do really study my notes to figure out what my formation was supposed to be on each level, which definitely hits me the hardest on this one.
See, attached picture. Jesus, I forgot. That's never freaking good.
What?
This is the picture. What does this mean?
Versus Ancient comes back to haunt me again, but after a straight hour of formulating, I look on the wiki and realize if you just slap down a bunch of musketeers on these stairs, you will win 100% of the time because neither your troops nor the enemy can get over all the dead blue bodies that end up at the foot of the stairs. But despite all those levels, the vast majority of the time in this pack is just spent trying to get past levels I put as the first 4, all of which either involve catapults, ballistas, or some other hefty unit. I lock in and shoot down the 3 catapults. None of my kings get stuck on the king level, and I was finally back to the Valkyrie level. It felt like years since I had been here, so now I needed more than anything for these stupid musketeers to just hit their shots.
Oof, that's a bad miss. Oh no. Come on. Somebody shoot him. Okay. Oh, frick, there's 2 left. Okay, can we get him, guys? There's just 1 left. Okay. I think we have a good shot at this. Oh, it's over.
Oh, it's not. Yes, we're back in it. And with that, we had wrapped back around to the levels where we're versus the Renaissance units, which we breeze through. Once we get through all of those, we've still got a good amount of remaining Renaissance levels. These aren't guaranteed by any means like the versus ones are, and the only reason I've left them until last is because I seriously had to reset the catapult level so many times. I think if I started with anything else, I would have never been freed from this pack.
All right, 3 levels left. 2 musketeers fair distance behind the jouster. You got it past me. See if we can get these harvesters. Nah, I missed. Okay. Okay, I heard him once. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yes! Okay. Almost close.
Painters in front to tank the crows. 2 musketeers on both sides. Pause and possess musketeer to kill Scarecrow. Okay. I think I missed my musketeer shot. Yep, I did. Okay. Come on. Oh, God. We need to hit the Scarecrow shot. This could be everything. This is literally everything. Okay, we hit...
Okay, this is the last level.
Line of fencers and 2 musketeers. I don't know why that phrase scares me. Okay, if you say so past me. Want to make sure to get these scarecrows though. Okay, nice. Got him. Just gotta get the other one. Nice. Okay. Why are there so many units alive still? Why is it like so many units still alive? Like so insanely many.
Okay, I popped off. Holy crap. That was sick. Oh my god, the snipe of my life. We had no right winning this level.
Holy crap. Oh my god. Who's this guy?
You're done. Yes. Oh my god, that one was really hard and it really sucked and I really did not enjoy that at all. Wow. And now I wish I could say the suffering was over, but next up we've got another historically weak pack, Pirates. Now, Pirates definitely aren't as bad as the Renaissance levels were, but certainly not much better. Pirates do have the advantage of having the Pirate Queen, who is at least pretty good, but besides that, there's not much here. Once again, the front half is just the normal combination of dragons and Zeus, with the exception of this stupid level with these protected harpooners, and you're given like 6 cents to get through this level. I hate this one. But with that exception, I can breeze through the rest of these. On to the back half of the pack here, and the first of these I really struggle with is snakes and horns. The main problem here is the snake archers. For whatever reason, the snakes they fire just like break the AI, and they have no idea what to do. Like, while they could easily just shoot them down or just focus on the unit in front of them, they never do either and just end up tripping over themselves. So after a good amount of failed attempts, I decided to check back in on the wiki.
Guys, I couldn't figure out how to beat this level, so I went on the wiki. Great stuff we got going on here. Great stuff, guys.
Eventually, I do figure it out on my own by placing down some harpooners for the Minotaur and just nuke the snake archers with a horde of bomb throwers. Our next level is the one that I end up starting on, and it is of course against those damn Vikings. Just throw down a Jarl Berserker and a Valkyrie and congratulations, you've ruined. The real problem here is that the pirate pack has no spread damage units. No dragon, no Zeus, not even a catapult. Though I guess I don't even know what kind of massive unit I would have even put in for pirates. Maybe like a Kraken or something. Wait, hold on, actually that's a really good idea. Wait, please give us a Kraken landfall. After a full 40 minutes of testing, I land on just spamming pirate queens and praying. I finish up all my testing and it was time to pop into my first attempt. I trudge through the first 2 levels and make it onto the monkey's path. I tested this level quite a few times, and once again, your best bet was just throw down 2 pirate queens and a bunch of blunderbusses. But fighting on the Dynasty map can always be quite a bit tricky due to the way that it's set up.
Don't fall into the hole, pirate queens.
Oh, no!
Oh, well, a lot went down with her, actually, so, you know, we could still pull this one out, I think. Ooh, oh, no.
No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. That pirate queen going under was pretty catastrophic. Well, how about I try it where I'm the one piloting the pirate queen, and you know what? I don't know why I thought that would work. I am god-awful at this game. So clearly this strategy needs some work. And for this pack, I've basically got two solutions to every level. Either put down as many pirate queens as you can afford and hope that Jesus smiles upon you, or put down a bunch of blunderbusses. Looks like it was the blunderbusses. But all of that pales in comparison to the hardest level in this pack. Boom, and the units go down. And go down they did many times. So what is it that makes this level so hard? You know, I don't actually know. All it is just 7 fencers, 7 musketeers, and 5 halberd users. But for whatever reason, this is just impossible to get through. I think it's because of the insane firepower of the musketeers, combined with the rather bulky halberds just not being a good fit to go against the pirate units. Pirate pack is not really good with single target damage to take out those musketeers. Now you're probably thinking, wait, Shawnee, didn't you just say that the pirate pack isn't good at spread damage? How could it also be bad at single target damage? And the answer is, I don't know. Why did they not balance this pack at all? It would probably be easier if I could just control some of the blunderbusses and make sure the musketeers get targeted first, so they can't pick us all off while we fight the halberd users. Problem with that is that I just don't have the faintest clue how to possess these barrel-wearing weirdos. Like, every time I shoot, it just flies me back 40,000 meters for whatever reason, and I completely miss my target. I tried doing that same strategy with harpooners, but you know, they are just way too expensive, and your firepower is just so limited here. But thankfully, after trying everything I can do to make this work, I find an exploit. If you just slap a pirate queen and king up here on the ledge, similar to the musketeers on the stairs, the opponent is unable to get you. Though this time they do have ranged units, so it's not brainless, and you do need to possess the king and lock in to keep your precious queen safe. Though, this doesn't always work out as cleanly as you'd like. Oh no, come on, we're stuck in the wall, are you joking? Come on! Oh, that's just stupid, come on. Oh my god. I can't lose over this, come on, that's so stupid. Oh, come on, man. Oh, now you're making me mad. Okay, thank God. But after 3.5 hours, I had a run get to the final level of this pack. 1 level left. Holy crap. This is a complex write-up. That's never good. We have to hit this Zeus. This is a very crucial hit here. Oh, I missed. Oh, no. No. Not like this. Hit the Zeus. Okay, we hit him once. Hit the Zeus. Okay, just 1 ballista left, I think. Yes! Oh my god. I should not have saved that one for last. Holy crap. Okay. And with that, it was on to the spooky pack. Now, this pack was the first one to suffer more from real-life factors than in-game ones. You see, after a few hours of doing all the testing for these levels and completely filling out my notes document, I got caught up with a few days of other work. You know, like writing this script, working on that beautiful animation you saw earlier, recording videos for my second channel, which you should totally subscribe to, by the way. So despite having fully thought through meticulous notes for each and every level in this pack, I hadn't the faintest idea what I was doing here. 6 dragons in a line. 6? Alright, whatever you say, boss. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit 6 dragons in a line. Best I got is 4. I said 6 dragons in a line. What the heck did I mean by that? Oh. Alright, that's literally what I meant. You know, I wasn't gonna let that stop me. As opposed to every other campaign where it felt like I was following a strict, heavily researched guidebook, this one felt like that music genre that Persona 5 invented. I had a general plan, but really I was flying by the seat of my pants, making it up on the spot. Now, the first level of note is this one called War, because 20 minutes ago, oh, no. Come on, get the catapult. Come on, get these warriors. Okay, they're not a big deal. Okay, just get them. Alright. Oh, damn it. But this time, I wasn't gonna let that happen. I hit the sickest Zeus shots of my life, taking out the catapults and skeletons. Oh, yeah. This one is feeling good. I had made it to that fabled 6 dragons levels from earlier. I knew what I had to do. The dragons go down, spreading their flames, and... What the heck just happened? What was that? Well, that's kind of important. It almost cost me everything. Does that stop my dragons? No. Because once we get a beat flowing, we just can't stop. Win after win after win. I didn't remember the notes, but I knew the rhythm. Something like that you don't just forget, like riding a bike. But then we come to it. The meat grinder. 22 harvesters and 1 scarecrow behind them all. It wasn't much, but when you start with peanuts, crackers seem like a delicacy. Try weaving my way through to get to the scarecrow before it's too late. Pow! Scythe in the face takes me out. I grab a new sword caster. Bang! Bang! Right in the face. The wheels come off for a second, but we got that car right back on track. The next level was an ensemble piece, and I couldn't just rely on myself to take it through here. We were an army of vampires. We could only pull this off if we all worked together. Through these rogue knights and into the archers first and foremost. If we could land that, the rest of the level is pancakes. But as I fly over, I realize my pals had opted to go to the other side and attack the squires first. That never worked. It'd give the archers all the time in the world to weaken us. I tried taking out the archers with my 3 compatriots who decided to follow me. The boys out back stood no chance. By the time we finish up with the archers, they had all gone down. 3 squires, 3 vampires. I don't like those odds, but I never go to bed until your mother starts screaming. We fly over and take out the sword-wielding harlots and just barely barely make it out with slivers of our health bar left. Maybe our plan was getting a little too loose here. Everyone knew the next level. 3 kings, 12 knights, 12 squires, 6 healers, and, well, 3 kings. The Spooky Pack doesn't have a ton of options when it comes to single target damage, and pitting a Reaper against a king would be like putting a bear in a rowboat. And I don't feel like going swimming today. No, all we'd have here is 3 vampire gangs and 3 sword casters. They'd ride on the back to target the king. But anyone can make a plan. Our vampires fly in, sacrificing themselves exactly like we planned. Seems like everything is going exactly the way it did in rehearsal. All that remains is a single king. But then standing behind him, oh no! 2 more kings. 3 kings, 3 sword masters. I don't like those odds. But in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, you always jump for the beef. I try to focus on the king, but the knight's shield keeps tanking blows. My swordcaster gone. Just 2 remain. Both hanging on by the skin of their teeth. We just can't break through that knight's shield. Time for me to step back in. I take the reins on the more healthy swordcaster, knowing full well that the other one will die soon. We just need to break that healer. Then I could handle the rest. I turn my back to the king, praying to Saint Mary that he won't strike me. The healer goes down. I turn around and wouldn't you know it, my friend is still kicking. Now the 2 of us can easily take out the last remaining king. We're seconds away from collapse, but pulling it together. Just 3 levels remaining. The first one, we've got no chance of winning. So I gotta put some grease on it. I place a bunch of swordcasters on the roof, and they cover each other like a pack of rats. While they do that, my job is simple. Be really annoying with all the other troops to give the swordcasters time. Everything sits sticky and goes exactly as written. All the ballistas gone, all that remained were a few shield bearers. With our pack's range and knockback, they can hold back these soldiers forever. But a new fear enters my mind. Not one of victory, but one of logistics. As our casters fire blade after blade after blade into these shields, the game starts slowing down. The amount of projectiles accumulated on the sword was actually starting to break the game at the seams. I'm not sure how much more she could take of this before bursting, putting me right back at page 1. I had to get creative, piloting my own swordcaster and impaling the Greek straight in the skull. 2 levels left, and this was the one I was most nervous for. You see, Reapers are famously one of the most fragile players in the whole game. One breeze in the wrong direction, they fall over like a daisy in the thunderstorm. I watched through the tape 10 times to make sure I'm sticking to the plan. If this went sour, I'm not so sure we'd get so lucky in the encore. I take control of the Reaper, let the vampires run in first. I need to focus on the back line. 4 ZEUSes. I have a Beatles idea how to control the Reaper, so once I get him back there, I leave it to the AI. Surely I've got some time. I need to make sure the vampires took out our attackers on the side, and they did. Now, let's go see how our Reapers on the stairs are doing. Oh, we just have the 1 Reaper left! Come on, come on, come on, come on! No, 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 no! Oh my god, bro! Another clutch possession. Look at that! We have 1 sliver left! Holy crap. Oh my freaking lord. That was seconds away from disaster. Seconds away from a waffle fart. I pilot this baby back on track. Just 1 level left. Breakout. They had us surrounded in a circle, but if we could just break through, we'd be a shoo-in. I possess a swordcaster. Bam! Slap! Pow! I'd broken through. This was it. Just a few more stragglers and... Yes! And luckily for us, after all that excitement, we had perhaps the easiest campaign in the entire game. Simulation. Not only was this by far the shortest pack in the game, with only 17 levels, we could once again use any unit of our choice, which meant that our star-crossed lovers could be together once again. I can't do this anymore. Miss me? Cheerleader? You came back. I thought you hated me. I could never hate you, Zeus. We could pretend airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. And yep, that's the end of the simulation campaign. Now it was on to Wild West, which is one of the most interesting campaigns in the entire game. After playing around with the units for so long, I realized that Wild West has some of the best and most broadly useful units in the game. Gunslinger is like top 5. Deadeye is extremely useful for picking off weaker ranged units. Cactus is one of the tankiest units in the game. Just don't ask about that Demented Freak's January 6 plans. However, a lot of these units also have really exploitable weaknesses, and with the right planning can be easily taken out. So because of that, you'd think this campaign would be really easy to go deathless, right? With the correct setups, it should be easy to both utilize these broken units and undermine them. And for the most part, that is actually true. A lot of these levels have almost 100% win rates. In addition to this, by this point in the journey, I had gotten meticulous in the testing phase. I would test the win rate on each of these time and time again to make sure there was not even a chance of failure. But like I said earlier, since these campaigns were getting periodically trickled down, they ended up getting harder and harder with each one. And while most of these levels are just a complete joke, there are 6 levels that you might remember that make getting through this pack just absolutely pure torture. 6 levels that after 100 hours of pure resetting would finally break my psyche, crack me wide open like an egg, just leaving a putrid mass of my disgusting brain throbbing on the sidewalk. This level is awful. Just shoot the cannons, for God's sake. I hate this game. Now, where are you going? Go to the mail, please. That's never happened to me before. What the hell? Can't even beat this level once, man. I'm so sick of this game. And you're shooting at the roof. No! No, 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 no! This is so frustrating. Why would you not go to where everybody is instead of where there's 2 arrows? Dude, I'm so tired of this game, man. This is pushing me past my limit. This is one of the most frustrated I've ever been with anything I've ever done. I'm at my wit's end now. This is such a stupid freaking achievement. Why are you going that way? There's 2 guys over there. There's 10 over here. I'm done with this game. I'm so sick of this, man. You're shooting at nothing. Ready? Oh, no. No. Please. No. I can't with this pack. This is so stupid. I hate this game. This is genuinely the angriest I've gotten completing a game in quite some time. And the reason comes down to 2 main factors. The first is because the Wild West pack doesn't have a high damage, high durability unit like most do. Think Jarl, King, Pirate Queen, Void Monarch. All of Wild West's units' most expensive units, despite having destructive range damage output, are extremely squishy. Because of this, you end up opting to instead use a huge mix of mid-cost units. Things like Deadeye, Gunslinger, Gatling Gun. Problem here is that these units aren't disposable like on a unit where you need to place a bunch of vampires. The jobs that each of these perform before they die is actually extremely important. However, because there's so many of them, you can't just possess them like you can with other crucial units like ZEUS. That means for these 6 difficult levels, you're just at the whims of the AI, which, as I've discussed at length by this point, is not a place you want to be. And nowhere is this on greater display than in the most frustrating level in this pack, Picks and Bolts. These Shukuno with their rapid-fire guns can just decimate through anything in sight. And because they've placed these 2 distraction units on the side, it is almost impossible to get my team to go where the bulk of them are placed in the center of the level. This one is truly hopeless, so of course I start with it. But I had to have runs where I'd lose upwards of 15 times in a row. Now, for the second reason, it has to do with a pretty debilitating glitch that exists in this game. You see, for many of these end-of-campaign infuriating levels, the best way to avoid the perils of the completely stupid AI and actually target dangerous units is to use the Deadeye. He is absolutely crucial in this pirate level here, where bomb throwers guard several cannons. Of course, though, if you don't possess the Deadeye, they'll just go for these stupid ads up front, and the cannons will shred through your team. As such, you need to quickly possess the Deadeye, take out the cannons, and you're golden. But that can sometimes be easier said than done. What's wrong with my gun? Why can't I actually just shoot? Yes, for whatever reason, sometimes when you possess a Deadeye, his gun will get stuck to the side, making you completely unable to shoot at anything at all. Because for as Care to the Wind tabs is about physics, for whatever reason, the location of his actual gun matters. That means sometimes when you go to possess a Deadeye, he is completely useless, and you auto-lose the battle. This is something I handle very calmly and maturely. Why aren't you shooting your gun? Just shoot the freaking gun! Dude, how am I supposed to play this game? It doesn't even freaking work. I'm gonna crash out. I'm actually gonna crash out. Why are your guns keep messing up? You gotta be kidding me with this crap, bro. This is just stupid. Like, when is that ever something that you should be concerned about? So now what I have to do is when I load into the level, I have to check all of their stupid guns to make sure they just happen to spawn in holding them right. Once my gun is being held right, boom, I hit them all. Perfect accuracy. It's not even an issue. This is so moronic. And while the level I just showed you is infuriating for this, it gets worse, as Blackbeard's army has got to be one of the most precise levels in the game, as you need to take out 4 pirate captains and a Blackbeard. I've yet to really talk about Blackbeard, but he's an extremely bulky physical unit who can also summon gunslinger bullets from the sky. Then we've got this level that I've already talked about extensively, and that's Shogun Samurai. Remember the one with the 2 samurais for whatever reason? This is definitely the most consistent of the problem levels, as I found a pretty good strategy that allows these Gatling guns to attack the back Shogun first, and then bait the other Shogun to come through this specific house using 2 dynamite throwers and a cactus. The major reason this level can be so inconsistent is just who the Gatling guns choose to target once this huge mob approaches them. Obviously, they need to focus the Shogun, but if they instead just start shooting down all these minions, the Shogun can get through and just kill all your gunners. The main reason this level is so frustrating, though, is of course because every time you lose, you're sent back to Kicks and Bolts. Finally, we've got the 2 Renaissance levels in between, which completely walled me for a while. I mean, I could not find a single way to get through this one until I realized you could just cheese it by placing a gunslinger up here and waiting for all the units to fall in the water. Yes, as we get into the last of these 4 harder campaigns, cheesing levels became one of the most central mechanics we're using to get through. Just finding a place to drop a ranged unit and having him fire from somewhere he could never actually die. In total, this campaign took me 11 hours straight, and 90% of that time is just resetting the first 6 levels. Once I got past them, I only lost twice. Unfortunately, though, I can't show you any clips from this, as it is either all completely silent footage of me seething with rage, or a crash out so embarrassing that you would all lose any remaining respect you even have for me. But with my blood pressure now at 4 points higher, we had finished the Wild West campaign, and it was on to the Legacy campaign. And I could not believe it myself, but somehow, this is even harder than the Wild West campaign to do Deathless. In fact, this is by far the campaign I struggle with the most in the entire game. Now, what I said a few hours ago about Legacy still holds true. A good number of these levels are absurdly easy. Not only that, but even more of them can be easily cheesed, as the Legacy map is just so massive. But once again, we've got a few levels that spoil the pot here, most of which I've already talked about. First, we've got Saving Billy, which is the level where you need to protect the Pharaoh, and it's incredibly hard to do consistently. Same applies to what is by far the hardest level in the entire game, Brawl Your Way Out, where you need to save the boxer. I've already talked about these at length, so I won't go into them. But these two levels single-handedly push me to discover a new mechanic about the Deathless runs. Remember how I discovered earlier that you don't actually need to start with the first level in the pack to have a win considered? Well, it's here that I discovered that in addition to this, you don't even need to go in order of the campaign. As long as you do every single level in a row without dying, the order doesn't matter. This is absurdly helpful in these latter packs, as the 7 levels I struggled with here have got some rather lengthy AFK grinds in between. Instead, I can just bang out all the impossible levels first. And one that I skimmed over in my first playthrough is Hungry Ghouls and Vampires. This might be the single level that we spent the most time on for this entire achievement. I do not understand how they even thought this level was fair at all. You're surrounded on both sides by vampires, have a bunch of candle heads, and 2 sword masters. And to take all of that on, you're only given a budget of 3,200 gold. I spent 2 hours straight just trying out different ideas for this level, and even on the rare chances that I was able to secure a win, I would never be able to win back to back. Which is really important here, as every time you lose, you need to play Brawl Your Way Out again. Oh my god, please don't make me protect that stupid boxer. Of course, the only way I finally find out how to beat this level requires a little cheese. To beat this consistently, you need to place all your units here in this little path beneath the island. Then, as the game starts, pause and use your camera to open the door to the Fantasy Good campaign. This gives you a little safe section for you to possess a wizard and take on as many units that are coming at you one by one. Despite this honestly insane tech, this level is still not consistent at all, and I'd say has less than a 30% win rate. It takes me 7 hours straight to get a run that gets past these first 3 levels. If you include all my prep time, I had been grinding the Legacy pack for 13 hours. So I'm sure you can see why once I got past these infuriating 3 levels, all I wanted to do was win. I could not even fathom having to brawl my way out again. But unfortunately for me, the 4th level I needed to tackle was not only incredibly difficult, but required possession from me, meaning I couldn't mess this up. We had a Reaper, 2 pumpkin catapults, and a whole lot of skeleton archers to get through. I hadn't really touched on this much, but skeleton archers are one of the most infuriating units to go against in this entire game. The fire effect of their arrows means they can just shred through units in an instant, and if just one stray arrow hits you, you're screwed. So nervous as ever, I load in and possess my Thor. We manage to take out the Reaper, but get extremely low, and the other Thor is taken out by a pumpkin catapult. My Thor is weak and thriving on the ground, but with his dying breath, he's able to launch a lightning strike into one of the catapults, and one still remains. And not to mention, I don't even know how many of the other units are still alive. Please tell me the wizard's still alive. Oh no. Oh no, this is the end. This is the end of my run. No, he's still alive. Hold up. No. Okay, just this peasant has to take on a catapult. If that can somehow happen, we could win. You know, it's not over till it's over. Let's take out this catapult, peasant. Oh, there's a skeleton archer over there. Oh my god, my odds are looking worse by the second. Oh! Get up! What are you doing, peasant? Okay, our only hope is to bait him off the edge. There's no way I could win a 1v1, I don't think. It's our only hope. Oh, come on. No way. Oh, okay. Just run into the wall. Come on. Oh, no. I don't think he's gonna be able to get me at this angle. Oh, I can't really go back now. I've committed. Come on, fall. Oh, that looked really close, though. Yes. Yes! How did I do that? Holy crap. After that, I've got a pretty easy go at it for the rest of this, until I get to the penultimate level in this pack, where my units have just completely ignored this chariot, leaving me as a lowly Deadeye to deal with both him and the horse completely by myself. Hey, leading shot. Nice. That worked out beautifully. Oh, crud. Oh, the dodge!
See ya. Nice.
And with that, I proceed on to the campaign's final level and earn my Deathless achievement. Yes, you heard that right. My first run to win those 3 impossible levels went straight to the end. Just goes to show you how god-awful they are and how the creator of Brawl It Out should be punished as the true war criminal they are. Next up, we've got the Fantasy Good campaign, and I've got some crazy news for you. I actually understand these units now. Something I actually grew to appreciate about the good units is they all have really defined roles. Like you've got the Chronomancer as this huge flying tank, the Arbiter with its high-powered long-range attacks. Now, despite Fantasy Good being objectively one of the hardest campaigns in the entire game, this one only takes me 5 hours in total. And why is that? Well, after having now spent 120 hours in this game, I really want this to be over more than anything. Not only that, with all those hours of playtime, it also helped me master each and every map. And now I knew exactly where to place every single unit to, you know, not have to play the game at all. Oh yeah, call me the reason behind my IBS diagnosis, because it's all cheese. I find ways to AFK cheese like a good 50% of the levels in this campaign. The balcony in the farmer's map, the tunnel in the medieval map, behind this tree on the Dynasty map, this rooftop on the Renaissance map, the building on the Wild West map. If there was a way to completely not engage with the level, I was gonna take it. I do not care if you think this is cheap. I am tired, and I do not want to play this game anymore. Though I did accidentally leave this level called Farmer Uprising until last, then I completely forgot it has ranged units and a wheelbarrow, and that nearly cost me my entire run. But luckily, I make it through and knock another achievement off my list. Now, just one more campaign remains. One single campaign stood between me and greatness. And after playing through every single campaign again, I can confirm without a shadow of doubt that Fantasy Evil is the objectively hardest campaign. And a big part of that are Shadow Walkers. Since these guys can teleport anywhere across the map, that can heavily affect your setup, as they can easily take out really valuable but weak units like cheerleaders and ballistas. Now, allegedly, they're supposed to always teleport to whatever unit you place first. However, I can speak from experience that 80% of the time, yeah, that's true. However, the last 20% will just completely ruin your day. But like always, the real trouble comes in the second half, and I seriously cannot even understand how they approve some of these levels. Like, it's not even the fault of the evil units. They just pit you up against some impossible armies. As such, each level really just becomes a matter of finding the best way to cheese it. Because seriously, these aren't fair nor possible to succeed in. Farmer Uprising might be the single worst thing that God has ever created, as the Fantasy Evil pack has no cheap ad unit to block these crows. But they definitely thought ahead on this and forced you to place inside of the circle in most of the levels. But will we let that stop us? Of course not. Instead, we need to spend all of our energy starting each level with incredibly difficult to pull off heist runs, like scaling this long wall, to get into position where we can cheese the level. Usually I save the AFK cheeses for last, but some of these are so difficult to set up that I have to put them earlier in the order. So after a few hours of practice, I head into my attempt. I spend a total of 20 minutes even trying to get a single win on Farmer Uprising, which I eventually miraculously do. My second chosen level is the aforementioned Demonic Invasion, where I must scale this entire wall as a Tempest Lich just to get to a safe area. And if you fall off, there is no coming back, you just have to start over. I make it to the safe spot I'm supposed to fire my clouds off at, but due to the horrid physics in this game, I slip right off the side. Frustrated knowing this level is just as good as cooked, and I'll have to go back and redo Farmer's Uprising, I exit out of the level. Now, it's very important to note here that I exited out of the menu before I technically lost the level, okay? Because it's here that I made an insane discovery. I go back to the campaign menu to try the Farmer Uprising once again. Wait, hold on. Hold on. You guys seeing that? It still has a trophy, even though I had already started the match. So you can just like quit out in the middle of a round if you feel like you're gonna lose. Seriously? Is that real? Can you actually just do that? What? That can't be real. Nah, I don't feel like it. Main menu. What? It's still... Dude, I'm actually gonna crash out. Why didn't anybody tell me about this 150 hours ago? That's hilarious. That's so funny. That's so funny. The whole time, every time you thought you just lost level, you could just exit out of it. That's amazing. That's amazing. That makes this entire achievement process just a complete joke. It's so funny. But despite my reality warping discovery, I decided to just completely ignore it. I mean, I've gotten this far without save scumming, so might as well just go all the way. That way, no one can ever say I didn't do everything there is to do in this meme game from 10 years ago. I might be the only person to ever have done this legitimately in the world. So why don't you write that on my fucking tombstone? The first 7 levels I have to complete here are so hard and fixate me for so long that after I finally get through them, I realized that there were a ton of other insanely hard levels that I left for the middle of the pack that I definitely should have knocked out first. After a few losses, I keep adding these problem levels to the beginning of my list. And eventually I realized the list is 12 levels long. Just the whole damn pack is a problem. But after hours upon hours of torment, finally I was there. Just 2 more levels stood between me and being done with this. And they were both AFK levels. All I had to do was sit on top of this building, fire down some clouds, and reap my spoils. But after firing off so many clouds and waiting a good long while, I still hadn't won the level. So I decided to pause and investigate what the heck is going on. And it's then that I see him. One single lonely miner with his pickaxe stuck in the side of a building. Just walked into it himself and now has no way of getting unstuck. While normally this wouldn't be an issue, this game has insane amounts of fall damage. Like just scooching off a ledge can kill you. I wait for minutes upon minutes on end and the miner isn't getting freed. No, he's stuck in there good. Meaning that unless I want to throw my entire run away, I need to make the journey all the way down there. Okay, I think I have to make a risk. Okay. Please just don't take any fall damage. You're good, you're good. Yeah. You're so good. Okay, come on. Maybe that'll get him unstuck? No, okay. It's like we gotta go the rest of the way. Okay. Just a miner. It's just a miner. There's so many jokes in my head right now that I shouldn't be saying. Okay, can we take out a miner? Oh, yeah. Then after one more easy AFK, I had done it. Yes! Wait. Where's my achievement for doing them all? Wait a second. Where's my achievement for doing all of them now, though? Maybe I need to close and reopen my game. Sometimes that's it, right? Because I have the spooky achievement. I know that for a fact. See, I have it right here. Maybe I just need to close and reopen the game. Hello? Hello? Where's my achievement? I don't care. If it's glitched, it's glitched. I did it. So I don't know what you want me to do. I've done every single without being defeated once achievement. So if it's glitched, it's glitched. Can you go away? So way after the fact, I actually realized why this never unlocked for me. As I've mentioned before, I write the scripts for these while I'm still finishing the game. That way, the post-production process with my editors can start sooner, and they don't sit there for weeks on end with nothing to do. While writing the script for this video, I need to go into the spooky campaign to get some extra footage for one of the candlehead bits we did. For some stupid reason, this resets your progress in that campaign. And since I technically didn't have all the campaigns done now at the end, I don't get the achievement. So to get this achievement, I would have to redo the entirety of the spooky campaign. I'm not doing that. Doing it once was tough as it is, and this is an incredibly stupid oversight from the dev team. But with that, we had now officially beaten every single campaign in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator without losing a single time. This entire time, I had known that this was the major obstacle of the video. So much so that I completely forgot I wasn't done yet, as this game still had another 22 achievements to unlock. First, we've got some silly achievements, like making a tornado using a mace spinner and a bunch of cheerleaders. Didn't know this game had a mace spinner, but happy to see you on the way out, brother. Another 2 achievements fall in the same category, with kill 10 units with the tree giant, which I just pit him up against a bunch of halflings, and freeze an ice giant, where I put him up against a bunch of ice archers. Next up, we've got finish a level with 10 or more healers. Now this actually needs to be performed on a campaign level, which means it takes me a good little bit to figure this one out. First, I try out a level from the introduction campaign called Minotaur. I use a king and a bunch of healers to try out and take out both healers, but I just can't seem to take them out even using possession. Then I head to this simulation level and try a ballista with 2 cheerleaders. This fails, but it does give me the idea for my game-winning strategy, where I just go with the old reliable ZEUS and cheerleaders with some healers in the back who do nothing. Then I need to kill 100 units while in possession of quick draw. My idea for this is just going to be place down 1 quick draw and a bunch of cheerleaders on my side, and then a bunch of halflings on the other side, but holy crap, this completely lags my game. What the hell is going on? Next up, we've got a series of achievements that ask us to win while using one of every single unit in each of their respective packs, like using all 7 of the ancient units and then winning. Most of these can be completed on the Wild West level, the Chase for ZEUS, as all you need to do is kill a single ZEUS, and you're given a good amount of money. However, this doesn't work for the Legacy and Secret packs. This is because they've got so many units, and placing them all down in a single level costs way above what any campaign level in the game offers you. To beat these, you'll need to allow workshop access and create a custom level for you to complete. That way, you can have an infinite budget. Notably, the Legacy pack has a unit called the Super Peasant that costs 1 billion gold. It's kind of a shame shame I never got to use this unit in my tabs journey, because he's honestly really cool, but oh well. Next up, we've got kill 100 vampires while possessing a knife, which is actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. Seriously, I struggled to even take out a single vampire. Why did they make vampires so good? I'll never understand that tab. With that finished up, we've got just 2 achievements left, and that's to finish 20 campaign levels with both a single musketeer and a single reaper. Originally, I thought this meant 20 different levels in a row, but thankfully that's not the case. You're completely free to just reuse the same levels over and over again. To be as efficient as possible, I found 2 levels back to back that work for both of these, so I don't need to exit to menu as much. For Reaper, it's this one against a bunch of hay balers who don't even stand a chance against him. This then loads into the next level, Final Destination Bone Mage, which has the musketeer shoot him before he even loads in. And finally, that was 100% of totally accurate Battle Simulator. A pretty fun meme game that had absolutely no reason to throw in those Deathless achievements. Why do you hate me, Landful? But now it was time to ask the question that's been burning in everyone's mind this entire video. How many candle heads does it take to destroy a tank? First, I tried it with 10, and you know, they didn't do very good. So instead, I tried it with 100 of these beautiful angels, and they completely owned the stupid mechanical tank. So I trim it down to 50, and they do alright, but the match is pretty close. Then I go one by one, removing one, and then testing it until I finally get 46 candle heads. Seriously, I tried 45 candle heads quite a few times, and it failed. But for whatever reason, 46 always wins. There you go. One tank is worth 46 candle heads. Okay, fine. And if you enjoyed this video, why not check out this one on Celeste? Genuinely, I would put these games at similar difficulties. And if that's not your speed, and you're looking for some more obscure games that you remember from your childhood, I've got a 100% of Plague Inc. on the screen right now. Candlehead, my candlehead, he's got wax on his head and arms, he'll toss a flame right at you, you'll die.